I think it's a great way to begin. So many of these players have been directly competing for the same trophies
เรียก
for
ได้ว่าโคต
years.
รเน้นเนี่ย
Yeah,
เน้น
Jordan
เรียกว่าเน้นอย่าง
stealing it
โอ้
away
โห
from
ไม่รู้จะเน้น
Viperdemon.
ยังไงเรามินิมานั่งตรงเนี้ย
PRX being able to take a bunch of
มา
G2
เข้า B เลย
over. PRX looked to fight over A rubble at the start of this round, but they've been locked out.
เอาโดนมาหาพื้นที่แล้วก็วาง
Immediately going for that B plan.
เฮ้ย
Slipping through into the net, into the back line of the enemy team.
โอ้โหเอาดี
Round here from G2 so far.
Already seen
ระบายเบรกจังหวะแรกครับ
on either side with that paranoia. Trying to flush out the remaining
โอ้โห
players.
นวยหมด
Get
นวยหมด
themselves in, but this is ingrained positions. Look at this, flipping the map ever so slightly. Salvos.
โพสต์แพนมาก่อน1 ที
Jorg is re-wrap in heaven.
Could be that backstab that's sorely needed. PRX are just
Oh,
wondering where the hell
come.
these players are lying in wait. G2 are coming out with order preparation right now.
โอ้ยมี
จุ่มหลอกอื้อหือ
That second round of salvos denies it
โพสต์
all.
แพนแบบ
Time being burnt all the way
เต็ม
down
ระบบ
here.
อ่ะ
That's a first opening pistol round going away at G2.
That was so fast from G2. You expect PRX to be the team making decisions quicker in this game, really. And they weren't at all on this pistol. Maybe part of that is because of the amount of prep that G2 have put in. They knew exactly what
จริ
they
งนะ
wanted to
รู้สึก
do
จะเอา
right
มัน
from
เล่น
barrier
ไอ้
drop.
ปืนนี่โคตร
But
เก่ง
they
อ่ะ
were instantly into B, immediately re-
เฟนซี่อ่ะ
Jorg wrapping around.
Let's go.
Easy pistol.
easy
Easy
ที่
It was. And now G2 have set themselves up quite nicely. Getting an outlaw into Jorgamo's
แสดงว่า
hands.
G2 มันทำมาเนี่ย
Leaf
แบบว่า
really
ราว
happy
แรก
playing
ไม่
with
ค่อยมี
that.
ใคร
They're
กัน
so
ดี
happy
ใช่ไหม
playing with the
อื
stickers
ม
as well.
ทำมา
Certainly are.
ยังไม่เคยเห็นมันตี B เลย ใช่ปะ ปืนพกอะ
Players are lying in wait.
เฮ้ย
นี่ไงนี่ไง
มาว่ะเฮ้ย
ก็ทำมาเหมือนกัน
Snap shut with the trap. Jorgamo's going to try and at least even this one out.
เอาเป็นเรื่องดิ
Still alive here for G2. And
How'd
look
you
at
get
the
the...
ตายเพราะตัวขวา
เอ้าไกล
go back
เอ้า
into this one, of course, because the spike is out into the middle of nowhere. The question of how you get it back is the least of their concern, I think, right now for G2.
Okay.
Hurting
เครียดเลย
bad.
โดนสโมกงี้
How the hell do you even get past
Hey!
this as well?
Hey!
Smoke. That's just off sound cue.
ตามเสียง
Jorgamo hears it, scuttling in the sand, takes it with a nose scope, picks up the upgrade.
อะไรอ่ะ ยิงหลอกเหรอ ยิงหลอกก็รีโพซิชั่น ให้คิดว่าอยู่
Oh, pull the back out. What a face from them. And now, surely the cherry on top. Leaf just dropped down to that 30 HP. He's got to do it now with just that. Outlaw missing the first
ดอน
shot.
ดอนดอนดอนดอน
Anticipating the reswing. 35 seconds
โซ
left.
แมน
I think
He's
this is
all
the
คน
only
เลยนะ
gun that Leaf could have a chance with.
It's an awkward engagement, but he's got to be so damn sharp. Magnetic onto their heads. Picks up the right.
อืม
It's all PRX.
How have they done that? How on earth?
หน้าซีดันตึงเฉย
Mastercard Thrifty instantly comes out from PRX with 1 ghost and 4 classics.
นี่สแต็กซีหมดเลยนี่หว่า
Vice Flash comboed with the paranoia. But you'd expect G2 to have some
Jing
people
Kong.
ready for it. They had a few people behind Mount, but all of those
Classic
players
home
were hit with
keep.
paranoia coming out from Forsaken.
เดือดว่ะ
That's incredible. As
Lo
you
lui
see a
เลยเป็นเล็ก
beautiful
แฟนทอม
round
ฟรี
from G2.
เอารอฟรี
And then
จุก
PRX forced a team fight in an unexpected spot, and as soon as G2 are away from the theory, they collapsed.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons we're so excited for this matchup, I think, is because it does have that stylistic twist to it, those differences. The question of can G2 keep up with the pace that PRX will throw at you? Can you keep up with the trap plays, the raw mechanical skill? But they have so much trust in their aim that they can just pull off some
แน่มาเฟกใช่ไหมล่ะ
ridiculous stuff like we just watched.
And PRX are so happy to challenge you on unexpected timings.
เดี๋ยวนี้แม่งเป็น
And
default เลย
take risks,
มาเฟก
right?
หน้า
It's
เอ
all about those calculated
บางทีก็เอา
risks.
โยรู้มาตัวเดียว
Risks that become a lot less
ต้องมาเอา
risky
พื้น
when
ที่
your
อ่ะ
players as
ไม่
good
งั้
as
นฝั่งรับ
PRX
ก็
does.
ชิล
Don't be doing the stuff that they're up to in your rank games, because you
You're
don't
not-
got it like that.
You're not them.
No, you are not him.
It's quite poetic as well that we open up on Lotus here last 2 times. The last time that these 2 teams faced off. Lotus
ข
was
อง
the
มันเข้าดี
finisher.
จริงนะ
PRX got the win against G2 at Toronto.
เฮ้ย
Be a
เดี๋ยวนะ
pretty good cleanup. Nope.
กำลังมองมินิแมปอยู่ว่าโจหน้าพีมันเนียนเข้ามาไม่ใช่หรอเมื่อกี้
Wrapping around from the side is something. That flank has to come to fruition. It's a backstab that must be the insurance policy playing off now for them as well.
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยว
Not quite broken in time. Something now finally activating, getting involved towards it. The smoke in the face. Pat
Uy.
cleaned up. It's up to Leaf
เอา
now
ปืน
in
ประ
that
จำตัว
1v2.
โดนอย่างเงี้ย
Position. Something's just holding it. Holding it.
เฮ้ย
Holding in hand though.
โอ้โห
Oh,
เดี๋ยว
no.
ไว้
Shots to buy saves the day.
Close one there, because we nearly had a Thrifty back in the other direction. Leaf left in a somewhat similar scenario to the previous round.
ไอรีดใจร้อนหน่อยรอบนี้
That's the only weapon though that PRX are going to be able
มัน
to
สู
carry,
สีจังวะ
especially if
นี่ไอ
Great
โคเนี่ย
ทำไมเจสันโดน
ผัดกัน
เพราะมันใช้ปืน
carry
ซ้าย
you into the next.
ผมมองไม่เห็น
There are going to be a lot of
it
chaotic
wow,
moments
guys,
like this because that's the way that PRX play and thriving
ไม่
in
ยอมทั้งคู่
chaos,
ผัดกันนีโค
keeping your guns out a lot of the time as well.
ผมเสีย
is
ทุก
one
วิ
of
น
the best ways to play
มาแล้ว
against.
ครับ
They're actually not
ปืน
even
สัง
going for
หาร
a bonus here.
โอเปอเร
Something
เตอร์
Forsaken, Divide, all forcing up. So they could have played
ไม่มี
this as
ช็อต
like
คอ
a
เนี่ยวันนี้
bonus round in round 4, and instead they're like, nah, let's just get into the rifles. Let's smack heads, crack
Fair
heads,
enough, yeah.
and see who wins.
Bit of presence shown early here by PRX. Just the boombot. Slow going though for G2. You can expect this from most of their rounds. Especially on the attack, they want to wait out that gate crash timing for something, knowing that he's going to be posted up. Going over the top. Doesn't get broken. That's no TP exit. Jorgen was forward the dimensional drift. An attempt and a chance potentially to punish. Picking out the available util. It's going to be deaded off though, so the Thorn's going to be delaying any sort of backup. Jorgen does have side control for now.
A nicely executed round. Good theory there to push Forsaken away. It's normally so difficult to deal with. And PRX, they don't like playing set retakes, but this time forced to.
ไม่วางไม่ดีเนี่ยต้องเล่นในไซส์ C2
Something is hanging around for
ไซ
quite
ส์
a
ซี
while with this
ไซส์ที่ดู
operator
ดีเท
looking
ค
towards
ง่าย
front B, wondering
ง่าย
where Leaf
ใช่
is.
ไซส์ C เลยง่ายสุด
Leaf's just
เพราะว่ามัน
watching the flank.
Yeah, now forced
ดู
to
ดิ
play.
พอล
มัน
ง
มี
มา
มัน
น้อย
มีที่ไล่เยอะไง
Satchel Forge, Jing though is going to be near side
Oh,
into the
double
process.
TP.
Ow.
Double TP
Whee.
into the back lines. It's dealt with instantly. And that
Whee.
Valid
Walin.
is hungry for it. Carnage onto the site.
ช็อตเมื่อกี้คีย์อยู่ที่บายของวาลินแหละ
Something wants nothing to do with it.
เฮ้ยกูขอเซฟกู
Really
ขอ
well
เซฟ
played post plant there from G2 because
ย้าย
I
มีครั้
love
งที่
what
ห้า
Forsaken was cooking in the midst of all of that. We've seen some
Chu
bonkers
5 นิ้ว
TP
เมื่อกี้
plays. I'm thinking about Mako.
It's very Mako-esque, isn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
But also, of course, Forsaken or even Jing, whoever's playing the Omen for PRX is going to be pulling out plays like that as well. But not quite getting the value out of it that Forsaken was looking for. He was just hoping that the rest of his team could provide a distraction. Instead, it's G2 smoke
แต่เมื่อ
player.
กี้จังหวะ
There's
เป็น
a head-to-head
เกม
to keep
แปล
an
ก
eye
ๆ
on
นะ
as well.
พารานอย
Valid versus Forsaken.
อ๋อมันโดนวาลินเบรกไงวาลินเบรกปุ๊บจังหวะเป๊ปเจ๊งเลยเมื่อกี้ จังหวะไม่ต่อเนื่องเลย
Yo, Forsaken, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but I love your skin color. Let's go.
เฮ้ย
Yeah, I mean, I think that sums up this series.
ได้ยิน
really.
เหรอ
Everyone loves everyone, man.
Yeah. There's no real
Cool, they
skin
got
in the
it.
game. There's no real revenge arc, unlike G2 versus T1. These are just two competitors, two sides that really do respect each other.
And why wouldn't you? I mean, they're both.
วินนี้ต้องซัมติงแล้วซัมติงมาแล้วหนึ่ง
Shit, are they? Listen, damage is being done on either side here. Something still with that operator saved into the next. He even to that
Thing.
4v4.
ติงจัดให้หน่อย
That's the
Come
only
on,
weapon
Tata.
they have available, though. Not that it stops PRX from winning in round 2. They were doing that with just classics in hand.
Jorgamo. Very
Get
aggro
back.
position that he's going to be finding himself in. Could be donating a rifle if he's.
แต่ไม่เค
แบ
ลี
บ
ยร์ค
ถ้า
รับ
ดูแชมเปี้ยนเงี้ยเหรอ
Absolutely. On an anti-eco, you don't normally take these kind
Rule
of
of that.
risks.
Doesn't have a gate crash down.
อ๋อตอนนี้ไม่ดูในคอมเหรอ
He's got a clone.
อ๋อ
That gamer timing's bloody hell, that's a lot of damage done. Jing barely alive there. Something trying to at least
Oi,
punish from the
Dwight.
side.
Woo.
Divide! Lights him up. Makes the Sheriff sing with shots like that, and these pistols could still do that real damage. Real quick work, leads it down to Jorgamo in that 1v2, 1v2! And that riot damage finally pays off. Red Bull clutch for Jorg. High
สูสี
octane
ทุก
action
วิน
is
น่ะ
what you came for, and you're gonna bloody get it.
PRX will sometimes hit some remarkable shots. That's double kill from Divide
อ๋อก็
with the Sheriff in hand.
สตรีมอยู่เนี่ย
Every one of these rounds, even when the weapon
ตีมหน้าตัวเอง
G2 are going to get
ยิง
pushed
ส
to
ไน
the
เปอ
brink.
ร์ง่ายจังวะ
But Jorg
โดนแบบ
มันฟิกแบบ
this time.
เมาส์อย่างเร็วพี่อย่างเป๊ะ
มันดูแบบว่าอะไรอยู่ในสโคป
Earlier on by
ตาย
something, and then he comes back around. Just catches a
ใส่
screen there to
คิว
win
จะเค
the
กี่ชั้น
1v2
แล้วของวาลิน
towards the end. Now Leaf has picked
Zoom
up
tap.
something's operator, saved from the previous round, and is the player looking towards this push. Missed a shot on a
กะฆ่า
Jing
คน
that was flying
double
past him. That would have been an incredible one to land.
A tremendous amount of util though over towards A rubble, so G2 they get the call, they get the read, they're like, okay, we're going to speed up over towards C. The wall's going to be stopping them, and the drone.
เฮ้ย
Something with a reposition.
รีเวอร์ชันแบบว่าเฉียบๆหรือเปล่า
There's also an opportunity here to slow
Lưới
things
lưới
down a
เลยครับ
little, and something's going to look for that information. Sees 3 players out here.
ยังไงดี
Spotting the whole team now.
เห็น
To
ห
be
มด
honest, this
อ้าว
one,
เห็น
I
คร
don't
บ
think
เล
there's
ย
much you can do off the back of this. It's just for pure
แต่เวลาเยอะ
information, which will make some kind of flood retake slightly weaker, but with the showstopper and the steel garden, PRX are still in a really nice spot to stop any of G2's planting attempts.
There's poking and prodding on either side, isn't there? With that util sent flying forward. Still
อุ้ย
50 seconds
แอบ
left.
ตื้อๆอยู่นะวินนะ
Well, and also look how
G2
decent this
จ่ายแล้ว
hold
จ่าย
over
อีกแต่
towards
เข้าไม่ได้
A bubble is for PRX. They have
ของ
two
น้อย
players
แล้ว
posted up over here.
จ
One
รวดก็ไม่มีแล้ว
is
อัน
the
นี้อยู่
race
ที่
with
อยู่ที่
ults,
เทรดเข้า
so
ใส่แล้วนะ
driven into the B or C sites right now.
It's going to be going into C. Door opens up. Sight lines are there, but 30 seconds remaining. Jorgamo might be
อยากดูหน้า
for
วี
a bit of a fight there. Stun still.
เฮ้ย
Towards the back and shot still distracted for a second.
แล้วอยู่ C3 ครับเว็บยังไงคอร์สเต็มไซส์
He combines the might. Him and Pat.
อุ้ย
โอ้
โอ้
ย
ย
แม่งเจอเบรกจ่ายของปีเป็นกี่ดอก
เจอพี่ติงออก
The
มา
open
แบบ
ultimate allowing
พอได้โซ
Forsaken
ลิชั่น
to get
แม่ง
there as
ของที่
quickly
จ่าย
as
ไปดูแบบ
possible.
ไร้ค่า
He was the guy posted up with Jing covering over towards rubble. Jing comes in to reinforce B, and Forsaken apparates over to the other side of the map as well. One of the biggest strengths of this PRX team on the defense side, how mobile they are. Feels like you've got an idea of where they are on the map, and then suddenly they pop up completely in the other direction. Something's gone for a
พอได้
judge
มินิ
in
มาดู
this
กันเป็น
round.
ระบบกว่าเดิมเยอะเลย
Holding up towards
โหแน่นอน
front B, you'd expect him
ดู
to
แบบ
tuck behind the box.
ไม่นอกลู่นอกทางเท่าไหร่โพซิชั่นมันโคตรแบบ
Front of it a little.
Horn catches, you
No
know, there's no
shot.
way. There's no way you're going for this.
He's a nutcase. He's a nutcase.
เกียร์สัต
Again,
ว์เอก
this
สิท
is
ธิ์
an
จัด
anti-eco round, one where probably you don't want to be taking too many risks.
แต่เล่นอย่างงี้โคตรได้ข่าวโคตรเยอะเลยนะ
Pushed up
ก็
forward.
คือรู้ว่าหน้าเอแบบ
อืม
Pat
ไม่
into bait.
You're not diligent.
ไม่ให้เขากดดันหน่อยเนี่ย
You're going to be surprised.
Now, Forsaken's
มัน
used
จะเพ่นยังไง
one
ตอนเนี้ย
of his teleports to get into this position. And his comp doesn't have a Viper wall to help him escape.
No, so good luck getting out.
He's quite committed.
โอเค
He takes the
ไม่
opportunity
โลภ
with
ไม่เล
the
ย
attacker's Viper wall
ที่นี่คือไปเป
to
เล็ก
get
จริง
out
ปะ
of
เนี่ย
there. He's not as crazy as we
พี่
thought.
จัดอันนี้มาละแฟนทอมพิลุด
He's got
Okay.
back in, mate.
Okay, hold on.
Peel back the words.
Ow.
Go back in and Levy's going to clean them up.
I take it
จัง
back.
หวะนั้นลก
50 seconds left. This is still early
40
days.
วิ
In the big picture, if Levy can get a bit more ground going, it might call for the rotations to occur over towards A.
And that's a gun down.
โอ้โห
Forsaken is
น้องกาลอฟสวัสดีครับ
for the
Microphone
extra
activated.
little bit. This time punished for it. Don't know why I ever believed he was backing off.
No.
ไอ้แฟนทอมไอ้
This
เวนดอลก็บอก
tap of
นี่
the
จะเป็น
door
จุดเริ่ม
and
ต้
the
น
fact
ใช่ไหม
that Forsaken's gone,
Wait.
pulling players defensively towards A as the hit on C comes through.
Oh.
Survive forced to give up space.
Yeah, Nightfall and Valorant told us.
Ow!
Hey!
Levy loses the fight out to Patman.
มีวิปให้เห็นเหมือนกันจังหวะนี้
Still here.
ยังไง
Hanging around into the sidelines. He's going to get that first connection. A bit of running gunning though is ordered up here by
Hey!
G2. And Jonah P, why not put on the side arm?
เป็นเรื่องว่ะ
He's getting that job done. Finishing up here. It's 2v3. The Nightfall committed. This looks winnable for PRX. They want to send
โดนหมดครับ
forwards.
เอ้า
Jumps in hand. Something's gone against the Stingers and against the Rifles. Patman's left to do it all now.
Oi,
A lot
oi,
of
oi,
damage
oi.
being done in the process. Spraying them potentially down to a killable range. Patman
ถอดพิสูจน์ตัวเอง
very low. 51 health to get
ผัด
it
เม่น
done. High-low setup, G2 trying to play it with
Hey,
that
hey.
discipline, with that diligence. Being disjointed, being picked apart. Time is running
Stop
away
that.
from it right now. That wasn't a rifle he picked up, just the judge. Patman's going to get it done now. 9 bullets and time running short. Trick from on high. It's a thrifty round converted. G2 not finished.
ถ้าเปเปอร์เล็ก
Neither
ได้
team
แชมป์
was
มินิ
really
จะเป็น
given
คน
an
เดียวใน
advantage
วาโล
here.
ที่ได้แชมป์พิกออฟมาสเตอร์แชม
This
เปี้ยน
round, Forsaken's death is
Oh, hopeไม่แล้วหรอ
massively important. Even though Leaf whips a little bit on the lurk over towards A, it just pulled all of the players away.
น้อง
from
บอก
the
ชมเป็นระบบ
PRX
แป๊บเดียวโดน
really
อีโคทัน
called
ที
in properly. I love the
ถือว่าไว
idea
อยู่
of
อันนี้
calling
เป็นระบบ
a
เนี่ย
quasi
เป็นระบบ
fake in this
จัด
round, and
ระบบ
also making sure that they
นี่
always
ระบบ
have
ล้มเหลว
post-plant
ไงระบบพัง
aggression. Right, look how deep they're fighting in some of these rounds. Even when you think back to the pistol,
อาจจะ
it's
ไม่
a
ค่อยชิน
great theory
เล่นเป็นระบบ
to bring
มากเท่าไหร่
to the game against PRX.
ต้องให้อิสระหน่อยนี้
I don't want to count PRX out when they got ults in their hands. A few weakened weaponry, but a rifle into the hands that do count.
The economy's been going back and forth so
Yeah.
heavily. I feel like we've barely seen a rifle round with both teams
แล้
having
วพี่
full
จอ
equip.
เขามีอันตี
Not
บ่อ
been
ย
a standard game, that's for sure.
The clone's getting a lot of value, by the way. PRX needs to start shooting that before it gets rid of Device Wall. On C, on B. Jorga's been able to bait those out fairly easily.
เจอเป็นระบบเป็นยังไงครับผม
G2 looking to send it flying forwards here. Onto the C site. There's no util used. Push them back, so no one is
พี่ลิฟ
home.
มึ
But
ง
Leaf
รัวๆเลย
dropped
เดิน
down.
คน
That
เดียว
was the mid lurch cleaned up, and that's a rifle as well. They can hand over to the opposition. Still very much winnable. Information gathered. Something going to be playing for his life in this spot. PRX still have a chance to get back in. Especially with Jing's showstopper. Door's going to be opened up from behind. Still
เฮ้ย
down
เอา
the
เลยเหรอ
box, putting the squeeze
Swear,
now
any
onto
swear
these
เลย
G2
แล้วจริงมี
players.
อันติดด้วย
Corral and cower into the corner.
Wing.
With a nade at your back
คม
and a gun forwards. Jing, watchful eye on every single extremity. Weapons finally back in action, but again,
เรียบ
Jorgo's
ร้อ
อุ้
ย
ย
much
คิ
to
ตตี้
do.
คืน
swarmed by PRX.
ไม่ต้องกดโชว์สต็อปเปอร์ด้วยสติลการ์เด้นอันเดียว
And it's a thrifty. Again, the team
ซื้อ
with
มาดีกว่า
no
ซื้อมานิด
weaponry
นึง
is coming
จะบอก
in
เดี๋ยว
here
เมื่อกี้
and getting the win. Second round in a row as well that Leaf has been punished on a lurk. It's fine to take those kind of risks, but man, PRX, if they're shooting, you need to make sure that you're shooting back.
คุมจัด
Jing came in here
เดินรวบทีละโซนเลยเห็นไหม
on a warpath, didn't he? He hasn't even used the
ยิ้ม
showstopper.
ยิ้มอารมณ์ดี
I mean, Alex and Minnie are just laughing about this because I
มี
think
มีแบบว่าคน
maybe a
คุย
bit
ด้วยอารม
frustrated.
ณ์ดี
They're losing the rounds they feel like they should have an advantage, but they're winning the ones where they don't.
Mate,
so
at this point, the game's out of their domain.
it's topsy-turvy,
It's
isn't
in
it?
the hands of the players.
Well, G2 have got the lower buy this time, so they're going to win.
จริงๆขั้วบวกกับขั้วบ
Also,
วกมาเจอ
especially
กัน
if
มัน
Leaf
กลาย
can
เป็นขั้ว
actually
ล
get
บ
in a
มาพี่
position to put down his Lotus pit, they've got a great chance.
เป็นไป
of
ได้
นี่คือขั้วทุบกับขั้วทุบมาเจอกัน
Big round push.
Guy
We've
been
seen
walk,
instant
lang walk.
rotations. PRX trying to follow the noise and the sound cues. They want to get involved into the fight as early as possible.
A fake into a B hit here would be such a nice call from Valen. Prowler goes out front B right now and does
course.
detect Leaf, so they might start reinforcing B. And Jing's ultimate could be a great one to stop the pivot through coming in.
ยังครับผม
Sure, the
ยังไม่
idea
ถูก
there
อ่ะ
was to end B and try to get the
ส
pit
แปม
up,
สักหน่อย
but
ว่าละหนุ่ม
now that Leaf's been detected, gonna have to adjust.
And G2 just going into a straight up honest A hit.
Ui.
Again, they don't have the guns and just spotting out the
Oh.
various bodies. A flash and a peek to
Either way.
Oh,
Sing
my
chat.
Divide. What
ตัว
a
ไวโหด
flash.
จัด
The reactions and sharp shooting is across the board right now for PRX.
ทำไมเปเปอร์เล็กดูนิ่งอยู่วะเนี่ยเหมือน
Firing on
ทุกคน
all
แม่งนั่ง
cylinders.
สมาธิกันมาก่อนเล่นเกม
And
Doแบบ
stabilizing
aim,
their
แม่งดูแบบ
economy as well. Starting to get up to a really tidy amount of money in the bank. Leaf, final player, executed with a bullet to the back of the head. Device so entertaining to watch on Lotus. I know that the whole team is. Let's be real. We've got a treat here to
Hey.
open playoffs, but the way that Device flashes
Stop
like
there,
this,
yeah.
swings out, he contests this stairs space so often on defense.
มันเพิ่งมีนี่หว่า
He's
ใช่
not
ไหม
scared as well of pushing past when he knows they're on an eco.
ไอช็อต
No,
คอ
he's
นี่มัน
Handing
เพิ่ง
over
มา
a
ใช่ไหม
gun
พี่
if
เพิ่ง
it's
มา
a
แรก
blessing. It's pure confidence in the aim.
It's very confident, yeah, and he's very opportunistic.
ให้ฝั่งรับ
Takes
เปิดคิวก่อน
good
แล้วกัน
timings actually. He's got a real sense for the game of when his opponents are not going to be expecting him.
Which
Of
team
course,
get
there's always
first
risk
blood
inherent
this
in the way
round
that PRX
เปเปอร์เล็
plays
ก
on the defense.
Sure.
They're just good enough to be
ดู
able
จาก
to
การหาทำนะ
for it not to matter
ดู
a
จาก
lot
การ
of
ที่
the
พี่ลี
time.
ฟเดินไปโดนแล้วน่าจะ
This game is really boiling over, I think, in terms of just the pace that's being played. But the two teams, when you see some of the best in the world clash in Valorant typically as well, sometimes one team will concede, but with the pace that PRX play at and G2 just so eager to meet them, match them,
Yeah.
pound for pound, it just feels like you can't keep up sometimes as well. You're watching decisions being made
Yeah.
lightning fast, way past your comprehension of what you're usually used to playing.
Well, here's the funny thing too. When you look at the last time that these two teams met, we talked about it a bit. It was Toronto and it was PRX coming out with a 2-0 win. And PRX's form, amazing. Won the tournament, everything looking great. You dial back the clock a little and look at more historic matchups. G2 usually had the edge in this match because they were the team
Yeah,
who
we don't
slowed
have
the
some
pace
of them.
down, and PRX just ended up feeding into them. The problem right now,
ผมเป็นใครนะ
playing slowly into PRX is
ทรงผมแบบ
they
เทรน
are
น่ะ
so good currently. That
ผม
style
ยาวๆอ่ะนะ
they make such
ผมที่แบบ
intelligent
แสกๆแล้วแบบ
timing
แหลม
decisions,
ๆ
and
ง
their
อ
players are shooting so heavy.
โคตรวัย
The
รุ่น
form
เม
is
กัน
so good. Good luck playing slow against
ผม
them.
มันอยู่
It's
ที่ผมคนเดี
really,
ยว
really
นะ
tough. I mean, you've seen that with
อยาก
Fnatic, for
ทำผมเป็น
example.
วาลินป่ะพี่
This year certainly being the evolution
ไม่เอา
of
พี่
PRX
ไม่อยาก
team.
นั่งม้วนผมมาดิ
Forward into the one-way. That is spam into that.
No, they-
Expecting the play.
They are really ready for that. It's a
เฉียว
flash
เจ
into
สั
a
น
horn
ตาย
play.
ใช่ไหม
The
อ้าว
joke
ได้เฟิร์
goes
สจริ
down
ง
anyway.
Opening the door,
พี่ติง
will
จัด
force
ให้
them to concede a bit of space up, but PRX is going to be happy with the early pick.
Jorgamo's ultimate would have been the thing to win this round. Probably one of the tools that Josh RT was talking about.
Oh, if you go back into Jing here, you're going to be in trouble. Drone needs to be broken. Needs to be broken, and it is. He has that
Wait.
showstopper close quarter.
มาแล้วครับ
Activated now. Plays a
Ow.
scurry, but against the back
เอา
wall.
มีคนรับจบ
Mincemeat made of Fallon. Jonah P.
เรื่องนี้ต้องมีคนรับผิด
To
ชอบ
answer that back straight away. Stun's going to be ricocheting, but a smoke in your face. It's a blockade that's put up in front of G2.
It's really annoying being Jing and thinking
Reload.
about the
You
fact
get
that
the
that drone
Leon.
can take away your ult at any time, but when it's used like that to flush out a corner and it's broken, just opens the door
Hey,
for
man.
PRX's raise.
Free game.
And this round, I can't imagine it going the way of G2 now. In a 3v4,
A lot will have to go right here, but
Goodbye.
Fry is already making sure
Ui.
that any sort of hurdles
Ui.
and obstacles are dealt with necessarily at that. Still G2.
2-2 เฉย
Brought it into a 2v2.
this could be the opening.
To Nightfall. Scatters forwards, only the one tag. They don't know where something is there, but it's
เอ้า
all being covered as well. Hell of an awareness.
ใช่
and the C's
วัน by
connect.
one
เป็นเรื่อง
Position notified. Armageddon. My God, the slightest of angles to play out of. He's alive for now, but he's got to do it now with just 34 bullets left, and the
Ui,
off-angle
Jonah.
attack
เป็นเรื่อง
Electric stuff from the
อันนี้
professor.
เริ่มยิ้มไม่ออก
And of course, the round where it looks like
Go on,
G2
จับที่
might
โค้ด
be
เลยครับ
down and out in a 2v4 scenario, they pull it back through. And there's an example of keeping guns out and punishing PaperX when they choose to take these opportunities. Here's Jing taking things into a 5v3, but it's these two kills here. Jing and something contesting this B plant.
Now you're
Nice!
Because they don't hit their shots, because G2 are ready for them, the round flips on its head. And G2 draw
แสดง
things
ว่ายัง
level again.
ขึมอยู่ตอน
Now
นี้
they've got a chance of using this Euro ult.
A big fight taken. Half of the course so far for PaperX. They'd love to be certainly taking that rubber control early. G2 though, they
อุ้ย
speed it
เข้า
up
เลย
again. Noise heard.
ดีเทค5อีก
Now
แล้
a
ว
bit of that util, seeing where the thorns are. There's still a wall in your
Needs
face.
to guard it.
Dortmund's got all that space for free.
ไม่มี
Salvas in a
But
one-way
Mini-
deep CT
มี
มี
control.
ของพัดเมน
อุ้ย
They've
ผม
already
อุ้ย
gone for one. A snap to the head. Straight as way, that door's going to be opening up. This is PaperX trying to apply that pressure, but Jonah P covering the angles. And he cracks some weaknesses, but his back is currently open.
หลังมา
There's something lurking up and around. The pit. Going to let them try and get involved and get back in
จอ
again. But
เขายิง
Jormo
ทิ้ง
still
เลย
just
ทั้งมุมทั้ง
dominating
แมว
the extremities. And the pit now insurmountable is what it feels
Maybe
like in
I
a 2v4. Especially with the operator in something's hand, they already give it up.
Yeah, you don't even have two rifles to be spamming in there and hoping that you get a kill on somebody. I think Patman needed to win that fight.
They for
Valor
last.
into the face of
จริงๆ วินหน้าก็
Valorant. I can't
ไอ้
even
นี่นะ
remember at this point, but
Gorgon CT.
yeah, pushed up deep into spawn.
ซื้อได้หมดอะ
I mean, if you're not going to be winning that duel when he's having to contest a Prowler, then you don't have too much avenue back into the round. I think these set piece rounds on
Leap.
attack side have looked
Jack
the
Troll
best
as well.
for G2. In terms of one team getting clean advantages over the other, the
เมื่อก่อนเล่น Valo ยิงไม่โดนเนี่ย
G2,
แบบนี้เลย
if you think back to the
หยิบ
pistol
Odin
deal
มา
in
นั่นน่ะ
that round as well, there's
Game
been
เปลี่ยน
another couple
แซงเกือบที่หนึ่ง
middle too. These are moments where G2 are able to get advantages over and above PaperX.
น่าจะดูแข่งเยอะช่วงนี้
Credit to
เห็นแต่
the
โอ
Lotus
ดิน
staff for recognizing these kind of openings and opportunities.
remaining.
Oh, spawn. Oh my gosh.
ดุ้ง
Yeah, it is.
One more round left to be played in this half. I mean, it has just been rapid, beginning to end.
They're going into Forsaken this time. Oh no, not even. Worried a little bit there about the way that Forsaken was playing
Forsaken.
towards Mound. G2 give it up.
อยาก
อืม
หาทำของมันได้จริงๆอะ
He's so
ยิง
good.
เสร็จมัน
Have a day
ยิง
off.
เสร็จบอกเพื่อนด้วยอย่าไปตายให้เท่ากันนะ
Something at this
ได้เปรียบแล้วใจเย็น
not happening.
It's not happening.
ที่ยกนิ้วมานี่คือแบบว่าใช้ท่าเดียวพี่แนทเลย
In that head-to-head, this Yoru,
ชาวรัสเซียเหมือนกัน
Jorgen something are heating up. 12 kills for
หมวกปืน
Jorgen,
ทำไม
I
วะ
believe 11 for something at this point. Ult even popped off as well, getting a bit of extra information, but a TP back again. It's just something heavy Pyro to get mid-round information for his team.
Ui.
Okay, as the smokes dissipate and just fade away, it's an open silent and open fight. Devi's going to be gone. Back to the spectator seat, 4v4, something consistency there with the operator. Jorgen wants to try and take the fight straight to him, but again, PaperX are just fighting at every single side.
Ow.
It's never an easy fight, pestering them from every single angle. PaperX are all over the place right now.
ตัวนี้ตัวเดือด
With every fight going their way, it
ตัว
leads
คัด
to
เลย
Jorgen
นะ
at 1v3.
ดูเอลลิที่คัด
ยาก
But it's looking inevitable. It's
Oh,
looking
lock.
like an evened up
พี่ติงเขาล็อก
half,
ไว้เลย
6 to 6.
อื้อหือ
Could we have it any other way?
ถ้าคัดช็อต
What
นี้
a
เวอร์ไป
brilliant way of
เออ
opening
แม่ง
playoffs.
แบบ
And what a gorgeous adjustment
Caught
towards the end there
Caught
from
แบบ
PaperX.
คอร์สแบบไม่ให้โอกาส
Flanking out through Mound. An ultimate comes out from something giving them all of the info as to where G2 were ending. So even though they got an opportunity to go into A, hit by a fade ult, flanked, got no hope, no chance.
มีสลับฝั่งมาเป็นฝั่งนี่มันเจ้าอ่ะ
Really too.
And what a promise of an incredible
Thing there.
second half here on Lotus.
It's already delivering.
ตัวเขาออกไทย
Two best teams in their
We would
respective
actually
regions
really
really
see
clashing hard. We're going to get a bit of a
No.
breather now
No.
as well. I'm going to send it down to the floor.
อุ้ยแต่
We're
มี
standing
จริง
by
เล
with
ส
some very special guests.
ราว16เลยเหรอที่ราวเท่าไหร่12
Un visage familier, le cousin d'Alex m'a rejoint, Titouan, PaperX. Alex cousin just joined me for an interview. Bonjour
Ben,
Alex, welcome.
Ben.
Bonjour Titouan,
เลิก
welcome
ยืนครับ
of
ไอ้
course
ข้อ
to
เนี้ย
Paris. And the first question I
ไม่มี
want
ใครยืน
to
ทั้ง
ask
นั้น
you is you've been following your cousins. You
พอ
know
แล้ว
esports
การที่ตอบ
career
ว่า
for
ยื
a
น
while now. So my first question is he a better player or a better coach? Est-ce que tu trouves du coup que ton cousin est un meilleur joueur ou plutôt un meilleur coach?
Je pense qu'il est allé plus loin en tant que coach qu'en tant que joueur. Et puis, quand on connaît son niveau sur Valorant en jeu, oh, il est bien derrière le.
ผมว่าหลายคนมันก็เล่นรู้นะว่าแบบซัมติง
Derrière
มันต้
ces
อง
joueurs,
หาทำอะไร
effectivement, so yeah, I
ก็
think
โดนอ
his
ยู่ดี
career
ไม่
has
รู้ว่าอะไร
been brighter as a coach than as a player, of
ท่าเย
course.
อะ
And I
มัน
think
เร็ว
that
อะดิ
these players are
เออ
just
มัน
ยิง
too
เร็ว
good
จัด
for him to catch back.
ขนาด
And the
แบบเอา
second
ปืน
question I
ไร
wanted
เฟิ
to
ล
ask
มา
you
โฮ
is
แอ
even
งเกิล
though Alex
มุม
spent his
ให้
whole
สไน
life
พีออก
in
มา
Singapore,
มัน
he
โคตร
still
ได้
has
เปรียบ
that
เลย
French
ใน
blood
ใน
in
แข่ง
him, right? So
ก็
you
ยัง
know,
โดน
what
อยู่
is the
อ๋อปุ๊บ
most
เลย
French thing that
ไม่
he
มี
has
สิ
in
ทธิ์
his
สู้
behavior?
เมื่อกี้
Donc pour toi, c'est quoi le trait le plus français de ton cousin Alex?
Bah, je pense que ça peut se voir à la caméra quand le plan il passe sur lui. Il peut être vocal, il sait se plaindre de ses joueurs. Et puis aussi, bah, je pense qu'il aime bien manger.
Ah, he likes the French food, of course. He likes eating, and of course, we can see it on camera. He's pretty nervous sometimes. You know, he gets also very vocal. So I think that's a pretty good presentation of your cousin. And now let's see if that French buff can carry PRX on this map of Lotus. See you.
Listen, any advantage that either of these teams can get, I think they're going to be taken at this point because they are neck and neck. It's a breakneck pace that's really just been occurring on either side here. 6-6 between these two teams. Anyone's game. And let's take a look at the Coinbase econ report, honestly. A lot to delve into here, but why not? Let's take a look at Devi. He's been a real impactful player, to be honest. A lot of his rounds off the back of him. Individual plays that he was making.
Yeah, for sure. And also trying to take out the players who are at the front of the pack, I think, here for G2. You see, those are the people he's doing the most damage to. Makes perfect sense. He's usually in an anchor position, but you do see him go for those aggro swings. But now the sides swap. And so you're looking at people towards something. Jing. Forsaken even. The big three who are going to be entering and fighting on the attack side, trying to get into good positions. And a team that was doing quite poorly when it came to pistol rounds across stage 2, but winning anyway. And now at this event, yeah, kind of crushing. And it looks like there's going to be an enormous scrap towards B.
It's all gearing up, isn't it? Skirmish chord 4, why not? It's going to get bloody! And it's brawly at that! G2 Dota one's winning it out so far. Feed
หมดเลย
entirely Dota
อย่างเร็ว
โอ้โห
a 4-piece, 4-leaf!
Did you blink? Did you go away to get a snack during the halftime? You missed it.
You probably did.
เหมือนนัดกันไว้
Another pistol perfectly predicted. Round 1, G2's coaching staff bring them up a pistol that finds the gap in B perfectly. Round 13, they predict PRX going for pretty much the same thing and destroy them. If they lose this map now after winning double pistol, I mean, you can't blame Josh.
No.
Can't.
โอ้
Also
ซัม
did
ติง
the
13
first one
7
count. I mean, PRX immediately ecoed them back.
Well,
so-
they might do it again, Brent.
They might
Oh,
do
they're
it
out.
again.
They've got the
Jason.
exact same buy pretty much. 4 classics and then Jing with a sheriff instead of a ghost.
It's relentless here. Look at this, already straight through the smokes, and you see Jorgamo taking that first point of
อุ้ยซิงจัด
contact. Already catching on to something as well. He was trying to TP his way all
Ui.
the way in. Watch him
Huh?
pour it with a
ได้อย่างนั้นเลย
frenzy
วะปืน
from that kind of range.
A medium range frenzy spray transfer.
Okay,
He's
why
been
not?
He's been getting tips from Jorg.
I've seen it all now.
I mean, they're good with
Shit,
the
bad chat.
stingers, but the frenzy's
Yeah.
not been in the
Yeah,
meta
gets
too much
first blood,
recently,
man.
but
Which works
G2 are
different on
trying to
LAN
pick it up.
apparently.
Yeah. Well, a
เป็น
cleaner
Tom
follow-up there.
มันจะ
from
เป็น
G2.
เวนดอล
So now they're the ones with a little bit of opportunity to run away with this one. Jing, on a crucial eco swing round, is going to pick up a judge here.
โอ้โห
They
อ่ะ
might
ห
be
รือ
able
เป็
to
นจัด
re-enter
วะ
this because he had a sheriff in the previous round. Where's he going to take it?
หูหน้าตอบออเทอร์ว่ะ
It's going to be broken. Jorgamo. He's not messing
Oh.
around. Took a shot to the chest. Something done.
ใครจะไปคิดว่าเอารอตัดเลย
People looking at him as maybe the best player in the world right now. He's not going to get a chance in this round. PRX really need a win here.
Already losing one player early. Never ideal.
Drone comes out and reclears over towards Rubble, just looking for a lurker that might be in this kind of spot. Valin not receiving reinforcements just yet, but now Jorgamo hits his gate crash, and G2 start to reinforce over towards C and B.
น้องเทียสวัสดีครับ
Come on, Jonah P. No way is he winning that one. Stinger in hand against the rifle.
Very
Back.
fraudulent America's moment.
Yeah, and even picks up the upgrade as well while he's at it. PRX are looking to go back in his direction, I think, to get the gun back for Jing, but there is another one dropped down, courtesy of Devi. So
I think Jonah spotted 2 there out of the 3 players. And Leaf's position on B is so difficult to clear. This corner just gets mega value every time.
tucked up deep here. We're going to see the double satchel play. Jing's forwards.
พี่คิดว่า
Past this one.
ไปเรียนน่าจะได้แมปตัวเองอะตอนแรก เฮ้ย
And the bodies just line up for
ยังก่อน
Jing.
ใจเย็น
Two eviscerated in the blink of an eye, and a forward approach now into that B site. Heaven angle. It's not really contended, and it's not really smoked off here. I mean, Stun with a ricochet trying to peek this one forward again. But the fight will be taken.
แม่ง
G2
เซตแบบ
doing it like that.
หนึ่งเดียวกับเทโจอ่ะบอกเลยตัวเนี้ย
Age out of PaperX's book. Pressure in the plant there just as it was going down. That stun from Trent is immaculate, isn't it?
จังหวะโคตรเป๊ะ
Lands
อะ
onto the player defending the planter, and they come in
ไม่มีคนโฮบน
swooping
หัวได้หรอ
together.
No one from
Getting big
PaperX
value out
really
of the
covering it
stingers.
as well. I mean, listen, I can't fault them. My mouse barely
แต่
keeping up with the
สังเกต
gameplay
มานานแล้ว
so
จังหวะ
far.
G2 เวลาแบบ
The fact that they're- the
เวลา
fact
มัน
that
แก้
they're
ไข
still
สถาน
playing
การณ์
towards
อะมัน
Yeah, well,
แก้
that's what I
แล้ว
think
มัน
has been
มัน
most
เป๊ะอะ
evident from this match is that G2 actually look like the faster team.
Yeah.
If you had to, average out all of the rounds and decisions being made, normally PaperX are head and shoulders above everyone. There
เอา
are
ละครับ
almost
ร้อย
no
เอา
teams
ละ
that play quicker
มินิ
than
มิ
PaperX
นิ
does.
ไทม์
And that doesn't mean speed to get the plant down or they always run fast rounds, but they just make a lot of decisions per moment of the match. And here G2 are preempting what they're doing.
วันนี้เห็นเมาส์แล้วพูดมันจะมีร้านไมค์มอดใช่ไหมเปิดที่ช่วยสีแบบใครอยากได้เมาส์อะไรใครอยากจับเมาส์อะไรลองก่อนซื้อมันมีที่นั่นใช่ปะ
It's pretty major.
ที่วันนี้โต๊ะจอโนเซนไม่ต่างจากร้านไมค์มอดเลย
Coming out here from PaperX.
พี่จับเมาส์หลายรุ่นมากอะที่มีในแข่งอะพี่จะจับหมดแล้ววันเนี้ย
Seems like at the
ที่เขา
moment
ใช้กันในแข่งอะ
staying
วันนี้
quiet.
ได้ลอง
Let's
จับ
big
หมด
boss
ละ
Alex
Microphone activated.
give most of the feedback to the
วง
team.
การรอแล้ว
It is cool seeing Mini there in person. I believe it's the first time he's traveled with the team. He's been doing remote
คือ
work for them.
ตอนแรกอยากลองจับมายาใช่ปะ
It's gonna be a curse bringing him
ไปหา
on
จับที่ไหนวะ
site. I mean, he won the tournament
วันนี้ได้จับ
last
ละ
time
วันนี้
leaving him at home, so
Yeah.
โลจิเทคตัวใหม่ก็ได้จับแล้ววันนี้อันเล็กอะ C2 อะ
3-round difference though between these two teams, but at the pace that is being played at, could steadily, quite quickly get away from you, I think. So that's why we're calling for the pause. PaperX tactical intervention.
ที่เห็นมีจดนี่คือไม่ได้จดเกี่ยวกับเกมว่ามันทำกันบ้านนี่
maybe
ไง
just addressing
จานสั่งไปเยอะ
the speed, the style that G2 are
จ
playing.
ดไม่หยุด
It's possible that PaperX were expecting G2 to play more set retakes, slightly slower look.
Over the top. Quite broken, so that's going to be a big reveal onto at least two players. Spotted, jump spot as well. Reveals a handle leaf that he's working with that outlaw. A lot of full armor by
Final
on the
ball
side of
party
PaperX.
จะอะไรนะ
Very aware of the way
Final
that
ball party.
G2 like to play and now getting a bit of a move.
ต้องเอานะวันนี้
That herd and pack mentality.
ถ้าไม่เอาวันนี้ไม่ให้เป็นบอสแล้วนะ
Chewing it up here. G2 just leaving it vacated.
ไม่ให้บอสละ
They're trying to
Hey,
bait a
Baron
shot.
Bond,
Very
Mhm.
aware. Trying to bait a shot so the Jing can go out.
Whoa!
อุ้ย
Just barely a head poking up towards the top. Vulnerability. Doesn't even matter at
Ui.
a point like that. Still just trying to pick them
Ảo,
apart.
game
from the
pliển rồi
side.
bao.
Gun picked up all along the way and just running and
chào.
gunning. Spraying away. Jorgamo deals
Phản
with the
chua.
bite. All up to Forsaken now. Salvo at your feet. There's nowhere to really stand.
โคตรเยอะ
Take a fair fight there.
G2 do look great here. In terms of the prep that they've come in with, the way that they're playing off each other, the harassment of PaperX as they come into the site.
Planted.
Even Valen's position, willing to take that risk and dip down into pit in an anti-eco and gets rewarded for it. Gets the kill, turns the head, allows the player that killed him to be traded. That's Jing, who got up to a showstopper. PaperX need around here because G2 are starting
คำถาม
to away
ง่าย
with
อย่างวัน
things.
นี้
Pretty similar, though opposite to their clash in Toronto, where things were neck and neck coming out of the first half, and then it felt like G2 ran out of stamina. I love this exact.
Yeah, seeing
Ui.
it. Double satchel over towards the top.
But you throw the smoke high in the air, so it becomes a cover for Jing as he double blast packs up, and then he can take the
Retake
fight
and
out.
Lulu.
DTP into the backside of A. PaperX always coming out with the cool ideas. Forward to get the
เกี่ยว
angle.
ซัมติง
This
โดน
round
ส
there's
แป
a
นชิบ
flank
หาย
play happening as well. A device
Ui,
going to be
ตรง
watching
นั้น
for
ไม่น่าสแปมหรอก
Forsaken also challenging
เดี๋ยว
here.
เนี้ยตัว
Pixel
โดน
angle
เลย
Forsaken. Faded out by the
That's
first
not fair.
player. Takes off Valent's head as a result of it.
Ui.
Now, Wall's going to be tripped and that double face does overwhelm. It's going to be a quick call out though. Pac-Man
4-4 เฉย
see if he
สวย
can
ละ
contain as well. Needs some help as well. Calling for reinforcements and a bit of backup. And that is a TP behind you.
Ui,
It is
chào.
Manic stuff from Jorg. He's not stopping there.
Day
That is
one.
done, but in a flip of a coin, it's all turned on its head. PaperX and themselves up into this 1v2. Forsaken.
มันเกิดอะไรขึ้นเมื่อกี้หาย3ออกมา
He's
ไอ้
killed
สัตว์
for
ไปเอา
it.
ตรงไหน
He
วะ
has saved them off
นี่ดู
camera
มันจะ
there.
ดู
We're watching
จ็อกกิโมกับ
Jorgamo
ซัมติ
pull
ง
out outrageous stuff over towards Rubble. Really giving
Spy
PaperX a
pen
taste of
Islam.
their own chaotic medicine.
สไปร์วางไหน
In the
อะ
background, Forsaken
Lord,
has just
Lord,
gone to
Lord.
work, soldiering away, taking down player after player. That's a 2v4, I think.
รอบนี้เอไม่แตกต้องทำไงอ่ะ
Maybe a 3v3,
ออกมา
but
คีน
ก็ต้องไปซีดิ
Forsaken team captain IGL bailing them out when it mattered the
A ว่ะ
most.
ๆเอ๊ซัดเองเดี๋ยวเลย
Desperately needed it.
ให้มันจบที่หน้า
ไม่
เอ
น่าได้วางว่ะโนแพนว่ะ
Looking to send it flying forwards once more. Salvos though, an adjustment called for here by G2. Looking to really fight this one forwards with a lot of detail in the process, but Trent beamed down through the smokes. Still, bullets are going to be rattling forwards. No more. Jing paving a way to success, and the rest of his team can follow him straight through. Jogamo looking to answer back.
เจ้าบ้าจัด
But still shut down
เจ้า
with a
มัน
bullet
ใจ
to the
ถึง
dome.
จัด
That's incredible awareness there from
รุ่นใหญ่
PRX. Dodging the flash. Valen would have to go huge.
Lying
This
in
would
wait.
be monstrous.
Smoke dissipates though, and the player's just not lined up for him. It's up to Leaf now.
เมื่อกี้ถ้าเกิดวาลินมันแบบ
1v3.
ปังปังปังปังปัง4 ตัวมันจะเวอร์
First round,
เวอร์ไป
teams actually
ได้หนึ่งก็
flash
บุญแล้ว
over
เมื่อกี้
towards rubble. PRX come out on top
วาง A
with all
เส
of
ย
their beautiful ideas. Does the steel
เมื่อกี้
guard
เห็นแบบ
get forced out here?
A4 ไงเลยเลือกไม่ได้วาง
Spawn on Forsaken.
โอ้โห
Gonna have to be
It's a
hyper
wild off
aware.
angle.
It's so
ต้องยึดมั่น
off
เล
angle,
ย
isn't it? Oh,
Ui.
just
Not one bullet.
เฮ้ย
micro
เฮ้ย
flick.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ย
Forsaken.
มี
Back
เดี๋ยวนะ
to the spawn. Leaves
มี
it to
Viper Pit ครับ
1v2. Like you said, Silver Line would be ults being forced out and pulled out of these PRX players. They've got this one locked down. A lot of damage done. Leaf anticipating a reswing from a different angle and position, but at some point,
ไม่ได้
I
กู้
still
ละ
expect it.
ไม่ได้ละ
Time still starting to tick though. Options
ไหม
very much limited, and now an unwinnable spot to play in. Looking to just do the exits. Bit of damage to the economy while he's at it.
ปล่อย
จริง
I really like the way that PRX take rubber
เออ
control.
โชว์
in
ส
rounds
ต็อป
like
เปอร์ไป
this. So, like I said, Forsaken throws this
สแปม
smoke
เพื่อน
that
อย่างเงี้ย
starts
คือ
high
แม่ง
up
ไม่
in
มี
the
ภา
air.
พเลยนะจริง
She
ๆจะตาย
obscures Jing when he jumps in. Then the smoke lands on the floor and lets Jing take these fights up and over the top. It's really difficult to stop. And because Jing's not been ripping Showstopper as soon as he gets it, it's hard to anticipate
อุ้ยโอ้โห
which round he's going to be
ติง
playing
กับแป
in.
มรอ
โอ้ข้อนี้บวก5 พอยต์เลยเหรอ
And so Jonah Pete
เห็น
just
คำตอบ
stood there inside
เห็นคำตอบ
tree,
ก่อนส่งด้วยนะเหมือนกำลังแบบ
Jing coming in.
จะไปส่งข้อสอบอะเวลาสอบอะแล้วเห็นคำตอบอาจารย์วางอยู่บนโต๊ะอะ
Still with
แล้วเหลือบ
four
เห็น
other
แล้ว
ults
เปลี่ยน
to
อะ
play with.
มันอารมณ์เดียวกันเลยอันเนี้ย
มันขี้โกง
Round at a
จุด
time.
ขี้โกง
To use on either side though.
ให้5 คะแนนอะสำหรับโจทย์ข้อนี้
อารมณ์เหมือนลอกข้อสอบเพื่อน
Just tucked into the corner, nice and tight and pretty there. He's going to be able to find it a little bit more, but something with some information. Backs up and will respect it.
I mean, a bait and switch play is one thing, but against a Yoru
ต้องเรียกว่า
ultimate,
ชิปผ่าน
เฮ้ยเราไม่กลับเหรอ
that's just a big
Ui.
mistake from something.
นี่เราเช็คไม่เจอ
เป็นเรื่องนะอย่างเงี้ย
Now PRX
ตายใจหรือเปล่า แต่ยังแง้มเช็คอยู่
4v5.
Jonah is so committed.
Ui.
Hyper committed. He's got no real backup as well. No help to help him out. That wall's on cooldown. Needs it up ASAP. Nades are flying forwards along with the bullets. Surely he doesn't survive this. He's trying to counter.
เฮ้ยโจนับ
way back.
โอ้โหมัน
And
ดื้อ
Jonah
จัด
P gets out.
That's incredible. Good support from the rest of his team to get Jonah out in that position, but it's got to feel disastrous on the side of PRX. You've somehow been left in the 3v5 at the back of all of this.
Coming out drone for a bit of information there. Containment is the name of the game for G2. Not letting anything slip here, even committing ults into their own. Still a 3v5, respect shown.
30 seconds
Salvos
planted.
off the mark, doesn't deny the plan. That's going to be an extension into the round. PRX still have a way back into this one. Battering against them now. Utus flying forwards, but kills.
เรียบร้อยเลยครับแบบนี้
Nightfall now, scatters forwards. Jing, he's even collected a few.
ยาว
เอา
Just
แล้ว
like
จริง
that,
ๆ
it's
ก็
a
ไม่เอา
3v3. Players are noted. Drop down into pit. The C's to try and cut off these
Wow.
angles.
เป็น
Steel
เรื่อง
Garden
เลย
even being offloaded
ๆ เดด
here.
แมนว่ะ
With no weapon
อุ้ย
to work with, it all comes down to the sidearms.
เห็น
Valin
แมน
dismisses Patman, brings it into that
Dead
2v2, but time is ticking. It's getting away from them. The Thorns delay it. TP in. Valen's looking to try and get at least a bit of a tap onto it. Damage through the box. Satchel over the top, but it's all
ยักษ์กัด
divine.
โดนทั้ง
Fees.
ไอ้หนาม
Builds
โด
it
น
up
ทั้ง
now.
บัต
One
แพ็ก
round is all the PRX are behind
เห็นแม
by.
น
I was worried at the start of that round. PRX have been saving these ultimates
ใครเห็น
so
ก็ว่า
much
เดดแมนอย่าง
because
เงี้ย
they're trying to use
ไม่
them
มีทางรอดเมื่อกี้โดนทุกอย่าง
but they lost players really early on. And 3v5
ขวาให้
that
ถ่ว
they
ง
managed to turn with those ults, the fade, the vice, huge value once they saved them into that position, but there are always chances that you just lose the early skirmishes and you're in a spot where you don't even want to,
เสียท
you
รง
don't
มา
even
จี
think
ดู
it's winnable even with ults in hand. That one
ยิ้ม
saved.
ยิ้มวันนี้ยิ้มรัว
เฮ้ย
Economy
อเล็ก
broken
เปลี่ยน
now
มูดเฉ
for
ย
G2. So that is
เหลื
the
อเชื่อ
perfect round for PRX
ๆไม่ได้เดี๋ยวมี
to
มวย
clutch from the jaws of defeat.
เขาบอกว่า
They have, however,
ขั้วเดียวกัน
expended
ไง
their big
ร้อน
ult
กับ
back.
ร้อน
They
เจอ
had
กันกลาย
a
เป็น
lot
เย็
of
น
ults
เฉย
to work with. Yorowell didn't get much value. Thankfully, Divine Patman did. But now things are going to start going back in the other direction towards G2's favor. As soon as they get their guns online, assuming that there's no thrifties happening and the score level's out at 10 to 10, that's when you're looking towards the Fade ult, maybe the Tail ult starting to come online. So PRX still with a little bit of an
แก้
uphill
เกมมา
battle
ต้องมี
here,
อะไรเปลี่ยน
despite
แปล
the
งครับ
fact they've won
เพราะ
3
ฉะนั้น
in a row to get back in this
วันนี้
game.
ตีถูกครับ
เปเปอร์เล็กครับ
There's more to be done.
Certainly is.
Now we win.
As you were saying, at least the money's on their side for now.
ตอนนี้มินิก็สกิลแล้วเดี๋ยวมันแก้แน่
เฮ้ย
นอน
แก้เกมบ้าเลยอีโค
Too many.
ดู
Too many.
เปลี่ยนทันไหมเนี่ย
เปลี่ยนทันดิ
We expected, I think, the caliber of these two teams, but
พี่คิด
Especially
ดู
when
ผ
you've
มตอบ
got
ถูก
Sting
เกือบหมด
Emergence on one side
ยัง
as
ไม่เป็น
well.
หัวแถวเลย
มันง่ายไงรอบนี้
PRX winning rounds with
ท็อป7อยู่
just classics, just all bunched up fighting together. This round it's about dodging the threat that Leaf has with the
คน
judge.
ผิดน้อยถ้าคนผิดเยอะ
simple take
ขึ้นไปแล้ว
towards Mounds, and now sending it even flying further forwards, anticipating!
Well, that's not going to do it.
Oh my goodness!
เกือบได้เป็นหัวแถวแล้ว
You've
อยู่
expected
ดี
the
ก็
player
โด
to
ดไป
TP
กับแถว
forwards as well. He wants a little bit more. That's a judge. Swing around to the side. Something really being tested from
Ui!
this spot. And
อ
helped
อกข้างนอก
out. His team
ไอ้ติงนี่
got the
คือ
pillar
ตัว
on
มัน
the
ไม่เคย
main
หยุด
choke
นิ่ง
point
จริง
now.
ไม่ว่ามัน
Getting
จะ
a
โด
bit
น
of a
แฟด
move
หรือ
on
อะไร
this direction time test from Jorg. Fails it for now with that Sheriff. Might get another
Yeah.
chance to do it though. So Nightfall even being committed. G2 feeling like this is winnable. TP is going to be broken there
จะ
from
รักไก่
Valorant.
วาร์ป
A lot of ults committed on the side of G2, but a pause called for here by PRX, looking to see if they can buy their time, weather the storm. They should back out.
Ui,
They do have
khổ
that weapon
dữ,
advantage.
They're putting so much pressure on these PRX players before they can put the plant down.
Well, for a bit of a calm
คัด
moment
น้อย
now.
ที่
A
ปั่น
lull.
ป่วนเลยเหรอจีทู
อ้าว
But now they're worried that PRX
นึก
might
ว่า
have
โยก
left.
ทีนี้
เฮ้ย
Still 40 seconds in the round.
หลอก
G2
ง่าย
has
จัง
just
อะ
thrown
โอ้โห
every piece of
เป็นคน
use.
เชื่อคนง่ายนะ
PRX would take
เปิด
the
ตัว
bait
อีก
and
ที
go for the
หมด
team
แน่
fight.
ทีนี้
เชิงตั้งนาน
A tap at the door.
30 seconds.
อุตส่าห์
left.
ยัดของยัดอะไรเอาพื้นที่แม่งโดยติงวาร์ปออกทีเชื่อสนิทใจเลย
Risks to be taken for sure if they want a chance to get
มัน
back
ก็
in.
ไม่น่า
The
แบบ
weapons
ทิ้งขนาด
on the
นั้น
side overall here for G2.
เชื่อ
Plan
คน
down as
ง่าย
well
อะ
for PRX.
โอ้โหวันนี้
Cement
เชื่อ
themselves
ง่าย
into
ไป
both plan positions.
Valen's going to get given an aim fight at some point.
โอ้โหโพซิชั่นแพทเมนไม่ค่อยดีเลย
PRX better
Đúng
hope to win it.
Something's heads
Not
on a
cool.
swivel here. Wants to step past the smoke, but just waiting for the right time to strike. His bullets going straight towards him.
อื้อหือ
Still, it's all just
ทับ
going to be
เป้า
down to Jonah P. Does pick up that gun in his hands, but
Deploy.
yeah, overwhelmed there. Something.
เอาแล้ว
เยอะๆหน่อย
2-10.
น้อง
That's what it's been brought to.
Good
เอา
patience.
แล้ว
Drawing all of that utility out of G2 and just slowing
3v5
things down,
มา2
cutting
ราว
noise.
มีทีมมี
Rending
วิน
that
ดิ
you
ส
could
แมป
have gone over to the rest of the map. Divine wins a really critical 1v1 against Valin as something cleans the rest of the kills up. I said the key in this round was avoiding Leaf and he
เหมือนเดิมว่า
แต่
ตัน
ว่าด่า
เจ
น
อ
โลตัสเนี่ยน่าจะเป็นด่านที่คนซ้อม
PRX
เยอะ
again
ที่สุด
dig themselves out of a hole.
Where are they?
ไอ้
Now though,
พลิกเยอะไงพลิกเลนเยอะสุดแล้ว
G2,
โลตัสอะ
they did use that fade ult though, so ults very even across the board.
Spam down a bit of bullet
Get
tags into the leg of Jing. Doesn't do him in, but it's a lot of damage to contest with, and Jorgen's just sitting there with the on.
Microphone.
ใกล้เคียง WL เมาส์ครับ
A
ผม
lot of damage through the wall. Something dodging into
WL เมาส์มันต้องเป็นเมาส์รูอะเมาส์รูมีแต่ไฟนั้นเมาส์ครับผม
เชื่อปะไม่ใช่มาตายตรงปากประตู
Divide. That's an insane shot.
What a pre-fire from Divine. He knows that Leaf loves hanging around on that angle. Somehow Leaf survives.
Microphone
จริง
activated.
ถ้า
There's
โล
a
ตัส
little bit of door
แล้วเจอ
fight
เอ็นเอ
between
เนี่ย
him
เป็น
and the
เรื่องเล
bullet.
ยโอดินมารัว
Now, great migration.
Yeah, G2
PRX
เนี่ย
making their way over towards C. They know the damage done to Leaf, so he's not going to be playing as aggressive Leaf.
NA นี่ต้องมีมือโอดินหนึ่งคนนะแบบเนี้ยยังไงก็ต้องมีทุก
Makes
ที
a
ม
difference when this util starts getting sent flying forwards.
Yo,
Now
I am
sees
from
and
Habit.
then there's a snake bite.
ตรงเม
Drop
ตา
that
เลยตอน
ball,
นั้น
even committed on top of it. PRX, a lot of util being used here, but to no real avail.
And they don't have an insert
ๆ อย่า
elsewhere
ง
on
นี้
the
นี่
map, so
กลับมาแข่งได้เนี่ย
time
ไอ้
really
เบ
starting
ส
to
คิง
tick down now. Getting dangerous.
อ๋อเนี่ยเทพเจ้าโอดินเหรอ
Forsaken wants to stick this one as well. It's got a good clearance over
Wow.
towards A.
เป็นนักสแปม
It's a lot of unknowns
Spam
in the
man
minds of
looking.
G2. They're wondering, is he TP'ing into spawn? Where is this guy?
ที
But
นี้
Jonas
โจน่า
going
เครียด
in
เลย
now
แม่ง
quite
วาร์ปไปไหน
diligently
วะ
at the moment, and we'll still have a timing to stop this hit coming through.
คือ WL เมาส์มันเป็นเมาส์ที่
Still
ลด
gonna be tested, like you said.
ลดราคาของไฟนอลเมาส์ใหม่ทีนึงคนที่อยากใช้ไฟนอลเมาส์แต่ว่าไฟนอลเมาส์แพงไปเขาจะเลือกใช้ WL เมาส์
Spike down A.
Split them in twine. PRX right now, they don't know which way to look, which
Ui.
way to stand. Toppled at a moment's notice. The pressure was there, but long-range support with that salvo at the feet.
เซฟเลย
Couldn't
ครับ
cross that boundary, couldn't get themselves onto the A side, so PRX find themselves trailing
ยังซื้อได้อยู่
5-1
กับ
again.
เล็ก
First round, I think, where we've seen one of the attacking teams look a little shaky.
วาลินก็ยังม้วน
Usually
ไม่หยุด
it's,
แต่ตอนนี้
you know, something excellent coming out from the defenders. This one, perhaps a bit too simple there for Jonah B. With only 15 seconds left on the clock, no threat coming towards B in the mid round. No real risk that there was going to be a repop on the C site. Thankfully for PRX, it hasn't broken their economy completely, but they are going to be coming in with a stinger and a judge on Jing. Maybe an opportunity here to end B and make use out of these short-range weapons.
Well, they might want to go for it, bit of a B split, or just a fake of the AU tilt. And looking to go straight forwards.
ท่านี้เหรอวะ
Flying forwards at that. That's a judge into the hands of Jing. He can do some real damage here. Trying to take that peek.
นี่อ่ะ เจออันติ
เทโบยังเบรกไม่อยู่
เจออันติยิ่งกว่าโชว์ซอปเปอร์อันนี้ อันติจริงใช้ได้ทุกวิน อยู่ที่ว่าหยิบมาใช้หรือเปล่า
คือบีเนี่ยเอาจัดกระโดดเข้ามาแล้วยืนตรงนี้ไม่คนระยะ
They
ทำการ
immediately drop back and try to fight on site, creating presence in as many spots as possible.
แล้วท่านี้แม่งใช้ประจำเลย
with the exception of Divide. Taking that peek in the fight.
เรียบร้อย
ไอ้คนจะเทรดโดน
That
แทน
is beautiful work. Two players dropped in the blink of an eye for G2. They're going to be watching from the spectator seat. Forced to back away from this fight. PRX bringing it back up to 11.
I was praising the fact earlier that G2 felt like they were one step ahead of what PRX were doing. This round caught them off guard, and Jorg might have just got away with keeping the op. If Jing had chosen to go stairs there instead of heaven,
หนักเท่าไหร่ของนายมันต้องโคตรหนักได้โคตรเบาดิ
gonna escape
ต้อง
to
ใช้คาร์บอน
find some safety. So both big weapons safe for G2, but as I'm saying, I don't think they were actually ahead of that one. I think PRX really caught them off guard there with the fake rubble util into a B pop.
Yeah. Trent here was down for the count, right?
Yeah, usually the rounds that I've liked seeing from G2 have been when they're fighting PRX as the plant is going down. This time they actually had paranoia and a stun to try to do that with.
Think about that. Literally the free round.
But Trent got caught. Didn't catch quite what Jorg was saying.
สมกับรอบ4ทีมอ่ะ
Free round. I mean,
โคตรสูสี
11-11. Tension at its highest.
ดาวจัดโอเปอเรเตอร์
Tweaks as well across the board. Salvas far breaks
Ui.
open the blue room door. Jorgmo not anticipated from that spot.
He's a
รู้
big
เลย
game player.
อันนี้คือแบบรู้เลย
Delivers them killing blow onto Jing.
เจ้าไม่กลับด้วย
Needed it and the slightest of gaps to work with. That is disgusting stuff.
เรื่องอันนี้
So well in this match so far.
Something may have found himself a bit of a pocket to play in. Still, players might be watching it. An awareness that door is open. It was Trent who was the
แฟน
one
ปวด
to
อยู่
do
นะ
it.
ประตูก็เปิดวาร์ปไม่มีอีโฟไปสแตร์ แต่เข้าบี
Still contacting
แต่หน้าบีไม่ได้ดิ
Leap from behind.
เฮ้ยลิฟต์เอาลิฟต์แจกโชคหรือเปล่า
ยิงอย่างเลยยิงยากเลย
แจกโชคเฉยเลย จาก 5-2 ปิดวิงกันเป็น 3-4 ได้ไซด์ด้วย
Huge moments where
แล้วมี
Leap
ภาพ
has had a bit of a whiff, but this one
แล้ว
might
ไป
punish
ซี
them
เลย
the
ครับ
most. He's still got 19 kills. He's
Something
still
in
playing
UA.
great. But big kills are getting away from him.
ซัมติงอาจจะได้ตัดฟรีจังหวะโรเทตต้องดูจังหวะโรเทตของนี่ปานี่หรือเปล่า เฮ้ย อ้าว หมดครับแบบนี้
It's all about how fast G2 end up playing it, but he reveals it early with that kill onto Jonah P. No one's turning to look at this right now.
หมด
No one at
หมด
all.
เลยโอ้โหแล้วมันพลานอยพอดีไม่
Just
ได้ยิน
going to
เสียง
miss. PRX
ทำมิ่งโคตร
again from the brink, again at the player disadvantage. But it's inevitable. It's going to be that 12th round.
อินเซนว่ะ
I think this round is utterly and completely different if Forsaken doesn't somehow land.
Okay.
Go for the Cologne play. I think this round is so different if Forsaken doesn't
เจ้าเซ็งมาก
somehow
นะ
spin on a dime and land a 180 kill onto Lee.
จะบอกกูตัด 2 เพื่อน
The reactions
แล้วรอบหน้า
sometimes
มี
from
นี่ด้วยอันติ
the
ยารู้
PRX
อันติ
players, especially
เฟ
Forsaken,
ด
seem inhuman.
Yeah.
Because he's reacting to the fact that he's being shot at, and
โอ้
sure,
โห
you
ภั
can
ย
look
ร้าย
at
เลย
Leaf and you
ซั
can
มติง
blame
เดิน
him
มา
งงเลยเจ้า
but
จังหวะ
how
โจหน้า
many
โดน
other
ยิงแบบ
players
แม่งโดนพลานอยพอ
reacted
ดี
to
เลย
this
เลยไม่รู้
quickly and deleting the player behind?
There's no way.
And it's actually a bit
เฟิร์
of
ส
a
บัตร
tough
เหรอ
shot.
เจ้าโมโหครับ เจ้าไปหาตัด
His
มือนี้
model goes
Yeah.
downwards
Right,
as soon as he's on
operator.
the staircase.
Moving down into the pit.
If Forsaken didn't land that though, I think it's G2's round. And maybe therefore G2's map, and now they've got to fend off map point.
Huge heroics from PRX. Bringing them to map point.
เจ้าโมโหเลยอะ
เจ้าโมโหวินนี้เจ้าโมโห
Be disastrous for G2 to lose this opener in this fashion. It's exactly the way
เฮียแล้ว
last
รีบ
two
แม่งเป็นลู
times
กซองอยู่
outstanding
ใน
these
ไซต์
teams played each other ended up.
มันสโมกก่อน
13-11
Hey.
lost to G2 and
นี่เจ้าโมโหจริง
deep into the back line. Chogamo's got his watchful eye onto it still. Bullets going to be rattled on either side here. Damage is being done either way.
เอ้า
อุ้ยหมด
นี่เขาเรียกว่าอันติทำบาปไม่ขึ้นเนี่ย
อันนี้จะเรียกว่า GG
Still an ult here for
จี
Trent.
ว่านี้
เรียกว่า GG มามอม3-4
Space given up.
GG ครับ
Presence being
What is
shown.
team
Force
law
again to be
that
used just to take site control. G2.
ใช้อันติไล่ซ้ายไปก่อน เหลือในที สโมกปิด แต่วางให้นอกยิงได้ เอ้า จริงมีระเบิดครับ จริงมีระเบิด จริงมีระเบิด GG
หมดเลย
เหี้ยโคตรเดือด
A 13-11 nail biter, back and forth from the very beginning.
All this space given up for free, but eventually spotted out now. Something. Couple of strays, swings and shots. He's going to be popping off. Prowler in his face.
Ting.
At some point.
ติ๊งหนึ่ง
Force to respect this one. Oh my god, that's damage done.
ถือว่า
Traded out though.
อุ้ย
Two,
อ๋อ
still getting salves in.
ตัวไม่เจ็บเท่าไหร่
ใช่ไหม
Elbow control
Spike planted.
maintained by Divide, making sure to hold on to control of that area.
ว่าจะมีอะไรเบรกซะหน่อยไหมซอยแคบ
Nice
ขนาดนี้
position here is really nice to help PRX on the retake.
Just spotting the head poking up. Really waiting this one out, but hearing a lot of presence forwards.
Salvo used early.
Paranoia has to be dodged to one side. Stun used as a response of that. Prowler alongside it. Time's
Ow.
gonna be a bit of a difference maker.
Damage.
โคตรเหลือเชื่อ
PRX, they are absolutely dishing it out now. Not giving it any easy fight.
เหลือเชื่อจัดมองทางเดียวกันหมดเลยครับ
Calm and
เรียบร้อย
collected is the way that pistol round goes for PRX in the retake.
Devi's position ended up being the pivotal key
It was
there.
everything.
Yeah. Trent used all of his utility to
อันนี้ใคร
back
ยัง
those
100
players
อยู่
from
นะนาที
the link position. And then it
โอ้
almost
NIT ยัง
looked
100 อยู่
like Jorgen Valid forgot about Devi over there. I'd like to see G2 more proactively try to fight for positioning in the post plan. Forsaken also threw a smoke towards the end there that wasn't even on the spike. So
8-0 แล้วมั้ง NIT มันนะ
ต้องจับหูฟังไว้
wobbly stuff
เดี๋ยวแม่ง
happening
กระชาก
in this map. We don't know
ไม่รู้
really
ระยะ
where Corrode
เออ
lands
เดี๋ย
in
วหลุด
either of these teams' map pools anymore.
กระชากทีมันเป็น
Was
เรื่องเล
towards
ย
the bottom of G2's, but they're clearly feeling decent about it, having picked it here.
ตอนแรกได้
อ้าว
ไม่ค่อยสบายใจ
Surely
แต่พอเห็นปืนซัมติงนี่ชัดเลย
he takes a peek and takes some shots, and same can be said for Patman. Spectre in hand. Forsaken, so damn eager to get involved. Just be walking straight into the sidelines here, but it's all managed. Everybody's going to be expecting those fights to be taken here on the side of PRX as well, ensuring that the guns go into the next for round 3.
หรือว่า
So a bonus opportunity
ตาม
for
ที่ผมบอก
PRX.
ว่าพี่
The composition
เป็น
of
ไป
the
ได้
งานรีบใช่
in
เปเปอร์เล็ก
Valorant
จะ
at
ได้
the moment
กู้ไหม
is really heavier towards
โบนัส
sights. You saw them on the pistol
Yes,
from
sir.
4
Yes.
players on 8.
โบนัสเลยนะเนี่ย
Just leaving Devi with his vice util,
Can
will be alone.
แล้วมีลูกซองด้วย
เออว่ะ
I wouldn't be surprised if they do some aggressive stuff here.
อ๋อยิ้มแย้มจริงๆเหรอ
Looks like B might be where he's looking to
Judge.
try to contest.
เขาเรียกว่าความเหงาเป็นคู่บวก
That's a
คู่
bit
ลบ
wild. Tucking into
Try
this
and get
corner.
into the corner.
They were flash haunting this
Yes.
every time.
Uh-oh, this could get deadly. This
Oi.
could get dangerous.
There's no way.
Just the one more he gets out.
How is he
เอาแล้วไง
ผ
quicker
มว่า
than the
ไม่ได้
horn
แผ่น
landed?
ว่ะ
ไม่น่าได้วางเลยดูแล้วน่ะ
Didn't wait for the horn, or rather, sorry,
Right,
Jorg
wrong
didn't
beat
wait
it.
for Jonah P's
No.
horn.
Just expecting that they would respect it, I think.
หรือว่ามินิจะกลายเป็น
Once they're
คู่
ready,
จิ้นเหมือน
waiting with the
HDK
C's.
กับโซโล่
มีคนจิ้นแล้วนะเมื่อกี้
I mean,
Uh.
he's worried about mid.
Ui.
Still lands a shot.
เห็นปะไม่ได้วางว่ะ
Following
ไม่ได้
up
วาง
on top
จริง
of it. He gets it.
ไม่ได้วาง
Following with the TP. Cheeky enough, but it's all being watched for. And this is a bonus conversion.
Oh,
Waiting
for
in the
sure.
wings now. I mean, PRX could not have got off to a better start here on Corrode, a map that they've been banning, showing no signs of.
Ui.
It's a crazy decision for something to tuck himself into a corner. But 100% of the time, G2 flash won't clear that.
โอ้ลิครับ
But he finds a moment
โอ้โหฟอนต์จะมีก็จิ้นเหรอ
to just catch onto Jorgamo. And then also,
ฟอ
I
สเตอร์มิ
really
โอ้โห
fine with Jonah Pete going for that swing.
ของจริงแล้วน่ะ
with util in his hand, but Patman is so fast
จับมา
reacting
คุมทีม
to
คู่
one.
กันสักทีนะ
That's
เชื่อป่ะ
devastating.
หลังจากนั้น G2 อ่ะไอโค้งหน้าบีแรกอ่ะเช็คยันวันตายอ่ะ
อืม
First map,
ลูกซองไม่ดี
it was all going well for G2. The pistol rounds looked excellent from them. They also got huge amounts of
ส
first
รุปตอบ
kills.
โนไปได้
In terms of the theory, I can understand why Josh is saying we only need to make some small adjustments and we would have won that. Jorg and Leaf on their own together were 12-3 in first kill to first death.
Which is ridiculous.
That's absurd. That is utterly monstrous from Jorgamo and Leaf. Now, of those rounds though, PaperX won a third of the rounds where they were down in a 4v5.
That's even more ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's looking like Team Liquid out here.
And I mean, you watched it happen, didn't you? There were
เรียก
multiple
ว่าโดนวางงานวะกด
3v5s,
คอโรสใส่เขา
Yeah. Big
these kind of
clutch
rounds.
rounds where they were able to really peel away with it.
And what it led
ไม
to
เกม
was
ด้วย
that
นี้ใช่ไหม
ปกติ
PaperX
เขามีแต่จำแมปที่ตัวเอง
a large
มั่นใจ
majority
กดมา
actually of the gun round.
นี่เป็นเลือก
เขาจะกดแมป
เป็นเลือก
มั่
แม
น
ป
ใจใช่ไหม
นี่เป็นเลือกแมป คิดว่าทีมอื่น
Towards
บี
PaperX.
ล่าสุด
They
มันช
were
นะ
able
อะไร
to
มา
come
นะ
through
มันอาจจะ
despite
มั่นใจ
losing
ก็ได้
double
นะ
pistol. Now here, G2 have put themselves in a hole really early on. So this is going to be a very difficult one for
ชนะ
them to
ที
get
วัน
themselves out of.
Yeah, how do you dig yourself out?
I guess you would be expecting this map to still go defense-sided. But a lot of my expectations about Corrode are being challenged here at Champs as we get the different regions' ideas matching up against each other. The double duelist, for example, that Pacific are running a lot of, does seem to do pretty damn well on the attack side.
อยากได้ท็อป3เหรอ
Tremendous amounts of success across the board.
มันต้อง
Gotta say too,
คำตอบง่ายๆ มันคนมันใจเยอะแล้วมันท็อปยากอะ
I think the raise is worse than the
ต้อง
way
ข้อยากๆแล้วตอบ
Neon,
ถูก
but
อะ
I've no doubt that it's comfortable territory for Jing, and he's going to make it look good at some point.
Sometimes that's all that matters, really, is ensuring that the comp is comfortable.
full of info
Also,
เนี่ย
meta fit doesn't bode well for a lot of teams.
If you're PaperX, play some
ช
wacky
นะที่
stuff.
วันมา 13-8
It's
But usually, I
absolutely
mean,
in
the
their
wacky
wheelhouse.
stuff is leaning into their wheelhouse, right? It's
Yeah.
roles that they want to play that they're comfortable with.
Did you play the Yoru Wele on Haven? Jing looking to take a fight down mid
Hey,
against his
Yak-
drone.
Yeah.
Risky, very risky. Don't want to give a gun away here.
It's only 30 seconds left for G2 to play with.
ได้ยินมั้ยน่ะ
A lot of utils being pulled out of them.
ได้ยิน
early.
นะ
Oh, he's heard that.
Yeah, TP.
ได้ยินโวนะ
Actually, he might not have done. He's not calling for the
Pass.
full rotate.
At
It's
this
a little
point,
like
should
it.
be very obvious.
Ui.
Divide.
อุ้ยคม
Stalwart defender. The one to try and lock this one down, and he's being precise as anything, just trying to pluck off the heads away from the shoulders. 15 seconds left. Double face in the end here. The TP into the back line. That's a timing.
Ui.
Anticipating yet
เป็น
still
เรื่อง
with the shots
ที่
lead.
เรียกว่าเป็นเรื่องว่า
Raining down, led upon them.
เฮ้ย
Raining down. Shot after shot. These are hammering blows, and it's brought G2 into a 1v2.
But they don't know where something is.
ลูกพี่ยังไม่เปลี่ยนปืนหรอเมื่อกี้
That's what something has got to play with in this
Oh!
spot right here, but against a sharp aim of Trent, not quite doable. So just like that,
That's a criminal round again.
Yeah.
Because I think Defy did so much here. Double contesting, slowing down massively, which plays Jing and Forsaken into the site. And yet, Leaf is
แต่นี่คือดาวายมั่นใจไปนะ
hits 3 fantastically crisp shots with the Sheriff and steals a MasterCard thrifty away from PaperX.
คือดาวายได้2เสร็จใช่ป่ะถ้าดาวายไม่สู้อ่ะเมื่อกี้คนจะเข้ามายัดดาวายจะโดนจริงช็อต
on map 1, at least in the first half.
แล้วก็ดาวายเขายิง
Now pulls out the operator and looks
แต่เมื่อ
to
กี้
try
คือ
to
ไอ้
take
ลี
an
มัน
aggro
สูบฉีด
angle
แล้ว
on
นะ
A.
ไม่ได้
It's
แล้ว
hard to op this line though.
Yeah,
When
the
Leaf,
Viper wall.
yeah, Leaf's Viper wall gives you a lot of things to worry about over here towards A. You see, actually, he's pre-aiming the right-hand side, and the horn broken immediately.
going for a bit of a clearance.
He's taking a lot of risk here, but not punished for it.
Okay, Crash about to run out. We'll have to respect this at some point.
Well, yeah, I think he'll respect it when he has a drone in his face.
Skate Crash has faded.
วอลนี้ไม่ช่วยอะไรตอนนี้ไปเล่น
Slow
ดันไป
play
เช็ค
from
หมด
G2, much slower than we saw.
อยู่ที่เทนเนี่ยใช้โดนตรงไหน
Every single second counts. Between these two teams, drones going to be popping out into your face, which is broken.
Ui.
Hello, something. You're still there.
อุ้ยอื้อหือ
Yeah, Prowler in your face and a couple of straight
โหรอบครอบจัด
Still alive though. Salvo forcing him back and away alongside that seize, and there needs to be that collection. The crossfire set up in tight formation. G2 still trying to find their
ดา
way
วเพนเมน
forward to this
ขอ
one.
3 คิวก่อน
Ults being earned up. A lot of avenues uncontested though, and Jing looking to see if he can
Amen.
take that fight. There's that punishment we were talking about prior. Against PaperX, got to keep guns out because they will be willing to take those duels and take those fights indeed. It does go both ways. Trent,
ผมมีอันติดด้วยเทน
massive one. Frees up the flank away from it, now has the armor gun. He's going to be using this preemptively.
He's been doing that a lot. Hasn't really been saving his utility for post plant.
Just trying to buy a bit of time.
Oi.
That nade rebounding. That's going to be a perfect position. Leaf surely goes down. That's half HP.
โอ้โหลีฟโคตรดื้ออะ
Jing anticipating that it was cleared out. Leaf, the savior once more.
ลีฟมันดื้อจัดอ่ะ
Oh, he's had a monstrous couple of rounds there, hasn't he, Leaf? Jing was convinced that corner was clear.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It was very close, wasn't it? Trent also hits a really important shot there onto Patman because it gives him safety in yard. They know that then both of the retakers are coming from this spawn area. This kill, had it gone the other way, had Patman been able to clean out.
God, Nate.
Don't think he was getting that. Good setup towards the end as well, actually, in terms of playing around the Viper wall. They had Trent ready to swing through that, so even if Leaf hadn't been able to get the kill, I think the trade would have been there. And this is something that G2 do slightly differently to almost every other team that are playing the Viper composition. Leaf is just putting that wall down on A every round. I thought it was maybe because it was their first time playing this version of the composition.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, they seem to want to take fights through mid quite a lot on their attack.
Just open sight lines.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the wall in their face, their own wall, right?
Yeah.
Which normally a lot of teams are going to take it
I think part
slower.
of the reason too is if you wall up in mid, you might be inviting an opportunity for something to flash through it. And
Take the timing.
yeah, your opponent to seize control of those timings. PRX taking attack time out here. The brain trust of Alex and Mini, seeing if they can figure out some kind of adjustment to what's been going on. I mean, the thrifty, in my opinion, was just Leaf hitting shots. I don't think you have to be too worried about that one again. But the slow A take is probably going to be a major theme of this attack half for G2. So round 5, one to pay attention to because it could well be replicated.
Seconds are dwindling down here as we get into round 6.
Microphone
Presence
activated.
from PRX over towards B as well.
น้องโรบี้สวัสดีครับ
Happening a lot of that side of the map. Central drift now going to be used by George to try and set them forwards. The drone Forsaken is going to have to vacate evac core for needs some help and reinforcements potentially from his team. Something. Waiting into the sideline. Now he's out into the open, squaring up for that fight. It's an instant response. Valorant straight there. Wants to try and take the fight to him, but the IGL dips him. In the process, pit down.
Can't get the plant down.
Gives him a bit of coverage. The seize is good, at least with that connection. And there's
Wow,
slowed down these PRX players, but where do you
เอา
go
ละ
for?
เราไม่ได้วาง
Rotations abound. They're looking to go back into mid.
หลัง
There's
มา
a
ด้วย
flank on flank occurring.
This is a weird one. Leaf's going to have to drop his pit.
Jonah P.
Oh,
There's
no,
a timing. Just missed it. Wasn't on the sightlines. Device spotted out. And Pit's
รู้
going
เลย
to
ว่า
be
บี
falling
เคลียร์
as
อย่าง
well.
เงี้ยหลัง
Quick
มาแล้ว
scurry away. They know that B's open now for the taking.
might be a timing here for Divine at mid.
Just like that, Forsaken as well wants to fill in the gaps. He's got that ult earned for that
พี่สันไปดัก
occasion.
ไว้
Picking up
อยู่ที่เจสันแล้วครับวินนี้
Push back Divine. Forsaken, it's all on him.
38 seconds. Comes
Tom.
round and he's killed. What is that? He's so
เป็นเรื่องอันนี้
disgusting stuff.
30 seconds left.
Playing and weaving around his smoke. It's made the B site his den, and there's only one more option really left for G2 to work towards. It is this B site. They have to find a way past it, but again, Forsaken!
Ow.
He can't be stopped!
Down B.
He's walking on bloody water in
เรีย
this
บร้อย
fight.
เจสัน
Just filthy!
He is utterly unbelievable. This is the kind of form he was in at Masters Toronto.
He's getting tagged by bullets left, right, center. He's taking unopportune fights. Like,
He's won the round on his own,
Oh, oh,
essentially,
yeah.
hasn't he? I mean, he gets to kill one bullet's valid, ult to the other side of the map, and holds them single-handedly.
Down B.
แล้วเพชรแม่นโนคิว
Level of space.
สารเลือกไปหนึ่ง
I mean, the way he plays when he's on
ตอบ
like
ไปเท่าไหร่
this
รู้พี่
is just
ตอบไปหนึ่ง
utterly
เอ้ป่ะ
remarkable.
5เหรอ
ต่อไป5 บวก
โอ้โห
เน้นคิว เน้นอวยไว้ก่อนจะมีช็อตป
Something's
ฏิ
got
หาร
the
อะไร
on back in hand. Looking over towards A main again, but this time on a bit more of a passive line.
yeah.
Not as aggro as he was playing previously.
Microphone
ใช่น้องแอมเจสันจะมาซูเซนโต
Microphone activated.
เมื่อกี้ราคาเมาส์ซูเซนโตขึ้นเลยอะ
TP for the information. That's a drone that does
ช็อต
tap.
เมื่อกี้
That's actually
Hold on.
through mid.
Still wants to square it for the fight. There's no exit for him. He has to nail that shot. Either side. Shot's going wide. There's an orb to play around. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you're going for that. That's far too cheeky. And Leaf will punish you for it.
Well, those are the kind of wild plays that you've got to expect when playing against PRX.
And it left and around.
Low percentage chance, but he still goes for it. And actually, they're looking to double re-clear into Leaf again on A.
เบรกดี
Face your fear.
Michael's going to be sent flying forward.
Oh.
He's a lovely clearance for Forsaken.
ๆกำลังเพลินๆแน่เลยเมื่อกี้ดู
กำลังรอแจ้งเพื่อน
เพราะเพื่อนมันกำลังเข้า
เออ
No Nowhere safe to stand, but he does find a slight pocket to play in, and even adjusting the aim towards the final moments. Jorgamo delivers them back from the brink, gives them a win con.
Super aware, kept his gun out the whole time, ready for those fights.
30 seconds left.
But
Why down
the
in
flag
that?
coming through again here. PaperX putting such a premium on that. And Jing can distract enormously. Still full util and an ult.
Really
how are you going to look at Forsaken in the
จริง
middle
มี
of
โชว์ซั
this?
ปเปอร์
Exactly. Still eyes are trained towards main. That's an off angle to be held to the corner. Showstopper avoiding. Good movement streaming from the side, but again, it's going to be Forsaken revealing his hand from the spot. And Jorgamo supplementary with the spam. There's a smoke in his face, but that will be dissipating, and he gives it up for the even fight. Still, shots are going wide, going wild. With the smoke propped up over the top, it's an impossibility. Surely, Forsaken, you can't be winning this. 7 bullets. Oh my goodness.
เหลือ7
Jorgamo that just about wrangles
ช็อตแรก
control
แล้ว
of the
ยิง
round.
ตายไปนะจบแล้ว
Incredible round from Jorg. But man, when you watch Forsaken, he makes you believe, doesn't he? That one was an inch away from coming through with a ridiculous clutch. You can just tell in the way that the G2 players are playing against it too, that they are fearful at times.
ก็ไม่ได้มีตังค์มา
Smoke isolates Jonah Pease, he's cooked in hook.
ฝั่งกัน
Ults come online though. Jorg with a huge
Something
one.
lan
3 big kills of the
หา
4
ทำ
he's got on the map. 3 required
เอาไปตัดหน้า
for
บี
round 7. And just keep G2 in it.
Sorry to the headphone users for that one.
This has got something on a deep line. Again, you look at the VOD of what G2 were doing, and they were doing Flash Horn to clear B. Pretty much every round they were going in that direction. And yet, something still wants to fight it and contest it to try to see if there's a gap. Something I really respect about PaperX's defense. They will try to find gaps in stuff that looks theoretically good.
Always testing.
You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah. Always with that raw confidence in their own aim. To be able to buy themselves a bit of time, get themselves out of some real tricky spots. The shots rattled off down. And cross section of mid here. Something again with this information. Oh, dimensional drift going to be used, and he spots out a multitude of players while he's at it.
Nice.
เจอ4 ครับ
You see everybody apart from Leaf.
Back over towards A. Everyone but Leaf, and Leaf does collect. And now the
Oh,
triple face
hard
as well.
leh.
Punish onto Jing. Trying to offset that disadvantage they found themselves in, and now all the way over towards B. It's up to Patman. He's got that Odin.
เป็น
Salvo
เรื่อง
had to really take the fight and he was forced into it, whether he liked it or not.
กันไม้อยู่
Now those peaks I'm not as big on from PaperX. Jing there swinging from mid after something has just seen. There's 4 players in mid. It's going to be so difficult to catch people without guns in their hand there. And then Patman, I think, probably could have played that a little better than wide swinging with an Odin. So this round, not my favorite that PaperX have put together, and it's going to allow G2 to tie things back up 4-4. You often see the attacking teams try to find timings to exec as the defenders use Yoru ult. Because you don't want to just give them the info and exactly where you're playing. But this round, G2 just kind of sit back in mid and wait for PaperX to peek into them. It's a bit more like what I was saying used to happen a year ago.
Right.
Where G2 would just hold slowly, solidly, and allow PaperX to make the mistakes. It's really tough to make this style work against PaperX now because they make far fewer mistakes and the player form is amazing. I already talked about that on Lotus, where you saw G2 dial up the tempo. But here, maybe because PaperX are playing Corrode for the first time ever in a match, you're actually seeing these kind of mistakes come out. Maybe it is a decent idea for G2 to just slowly be defaulting around the map with guns out.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Defensive tag timeout called here by PaperX too to try to stop some of the bleeding because they've only won 1 out of the last 5, and that was an unbelievable round from Forsaken.
His form is
Microphone muted.
red hot right now.
เจอวาซาบิไปแบบตอนนี้แบบแย่มาก
This guy
แล้วหมูตันเลยนะ
picks up the calling duties. Doesn't matter for him though. Never has that detraction. I mean, we've got 2 IGLs that I would consider from the fragging variety, but listen, if you look at the scoreboard right now, Valorant sitting near the
Microphone
bottom.
activated.
That's just that PaperX difference, I think, as well. They've got shooters across the board, all 5 of them, ready to hit back. So it's part of the reason why it's hard to control the pace, like you were saying, against them. You do need shooters right back. Leaf has been doing a pretty good job of that, have to say, have to credit him.
He has. It's a strange game for Leaf, actually, this match so far, because there are moments that will stick in your head of Leaf really messing up.
The kill against Forsaken that he missed.
Yeah, and his lurk on A that he didn't convert as well when he should have done. Oh, that round didn't actually go against him from what I can remember, but actually the majority of what Leaf has been putting out there has been really solid. Like I said, dominating the first kill department on Lotus, he was 4-1, and then just generally racking up a lot of kills against a team that is going to put the test on your aim. But yeah, you've seen a couple of lows, but a lot of highs from this guy. A reminder, he didn't actually have a lot of practice recently. He was out for 5 weeks.
Hospitalized for a decent chunk of it too. Not really getting a time and chance to play the game yet. He hasn't missed a beat stepping back into the seat, so we'll see how this pressure and how PRX are really going to be able to keep up with most of this. 3 players stacked up towards it. They have the entirety of the pack all grouped up here. Jonah B, shots in the dark, through that smoke. Something has been head ripped off. Steel Garden, near sighted. There is coverage, swinging right round to the corner. The timing has to be perfect, and the clearance is just not there. Jonah B is still delivering, but it goes both ways. PRX are still in this fight. It's evened up to that 2v2. Patman off onto the flank. And now putting the squeeze on Jonah B, leaving that time in for Leaf to collect. Devi in a 1v2. Testing with that shorty in your face. There's a lot of damage done. Dropped down to barely anything at all. Quick tap as well, trying to force Leaf out into the open, but he swings at the right time. Chops the head clean.
โดนมุมนี้กันตลอดเลยนะที่แบบว่ามันรีเวอร์ชัน
another big round from Leaf at the top of the scoreboard.
มันเร็วไงตอนรีบมันทันที
โดนกันทุกคนเลย Lost a player to some spam through a smoke early on towards A link, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have something online. There he goes. This double blast back in off the back of the was a nice idea. They just couldn't quite get the advantage in the 3v3, and part of that actually is because Forsaken didn't clear the corner properly. Steel Garden forced Jonah P to only play with a shorty in hand, but Forsaken didn't clear that box. And now PRX dropped onto an eco. Probably going to take even further risks.
Trying to do it. Trying to take fights towards that A main extremity. That corner. G2 happy to just let the util bleed out of PRX.
Going for another play here.
They can move.
Fade in the raise.
Dangerous stuff, potentially, especially when you spot these players as damage done. Through the wall. Patman's still alive. Jing going for a peek of his own. Expecting to be not anticipated there.
Chunked down, Jing and Patman, but not eliminated. Still a 5v5. The Forsaken keeping a little bit of this control and information towards A main.
Slightest of angles as well. That's something he wants to work with. A lot of bodies going to be trailing towards him now. He's going to get his chance for a fight. Just TP's back to a bit of safety. Try and hold this one again. Inserts himself forwards. The salvos at his feet along with the clone. That is ridiculous.
Something. เสกจัด
Dismisses them with a wave of a hand, but he needs some help out now. He will be dropped. Jonah P having to trade that one out. Nightfall takes it from the flank. And heads are rolling. Leaf is gone.
And Forsaken as well. All the way up through B main.
2 players of G2. They have been picked apart at the seams here. Every single avenue accounted for. Main, Link, and CT. Sees up and over towards the top. There's a lot of damage done, but as that smoke breaks again, the time is taken. Jonah P can only do so much. It's overwhelming against the presence of PRX. They've got that caliber of players, and it doesn't matter what weaponry they're working with. They will take the fights against you and win it.
โคตรสำคัญสองตัวนี้นะ
Is such a good play.
มันเป็น2ตัวที่อยู่ใกล้ไซด์ที่สุด
the salvo after already being pushed back by double flashing a horn, and he buys an enormous amount of time for the rotates to come through. Forsaken, I told you, was already on that aggressive angle at A. He got around into B main based on the distraction of his teammates, encircling G2 and punishing them for not having a real sentinel in the comp.
That's been constant.
Yeah, they have. They've been
ดูว่า
trying to
คำ
get
ถาม
the
ของ
flag
ท็อป
going all the time,
99%
haven't they?
ผิดทุกข้อ
One away from getting
หัว
the
เดี่ยวว่า
Armageddon online for Trent.
หัวเดียวจากล่าง
PRX fighting down mid, something with an off.
หัวตะ
He
ตุ่ม
had a
เลย
bit of
เนี่ย
a quiet game, but that round giving him a bit of confidence, and now he's going for the walkabouts.
There's no way. This is such risky business.
There should be double drone in his face.
เอามา
as
1 ครับ
well. It
เหลี่ยม
should
นี้
be hard actually for
ยังไง
someone
ก็
to
เช็ค
play this
Holding
defense
it.
side.
It's a game of reactions. It's a
มัน
game
จะ
of
ตัดภาพ
reactions.
ทำไม
Of which
นั่นดิ
someone wins out.
จะถึงอยู่แล้วตัดภาพเฉยเลยมันมีอะไรวะตรงนั้นนะเมื่อกี้
มันมีอะไรไอ้ตัวปลอมอยู่
He's gone
เดิน
so
เข้า
deep
ใส่
there. He's found the timing
ตัด
before the
ภาพ
drones.
เฉย
Ball is heard.
Ow.
Ball is heard. Pacman realizing there's a gap in the play. Forsaken wasn't quite holding it, and that timing was taken.
อันนี้
Even
แบบ
Daldo with a kill onto lead.
ตัดสินใจ
He
ผิด
might
พลาดเลย
think
ว่ะ
that he's trapped them all in the choke.
Players drifting in as well from the side. This is an angle as well. Something counting for it. Sees the barrel. It's damage done though. Instantly there with a trade. Nevertheless, Jonah P.
พี่
did
ติง
do
อุ
that
ตส่าห์
damage
ล็อก
to
ไว้ให้
Forsaken.
ตายเลย
Two left alive now for G2. Nade is going to come sailing overhead, trying to deny that plan. It's tapping as G2 are looking for bodies, trying to pull them out into the open. PRX not giving them an inch though.
The double fake tap has stopped something
มาโฮ
from
แบบ
getting
ไม่
on
ต้อง
a
ไม่
really
ไม่กะให้
aggro
โร
line.
เทต
Now he starts to creep forwards.
Comes down to heroics. Jorg very much alone.
Boom,
He's
boom,
holding this one. Crouched down, satchel overhead. Needs some help, needs some bailout as well. The timing is going to be, has to be picture perfect.
Huh?
Picture perfect. What a spray down, a transfer. And something with the util out. It's Jorgamo to punish. G2 leading by the 1.
พี่จอนี่เขาได้ช็อต
Rare
แบบนี้บ่อย
moment
จัง
there where it's actually a PRX player with
เกินไปว่ะ
the
ช็อตเนี้ย
getting caught. Some monstrous big rounds coming out.
One enemy
Of
remaining.
players
โอ้โห
on
แล้ว
both
ทางเติมมาแบบเป๊ะเลยอะ
Their team dead even in this game. It does feel like Lotus again. A big recovery from G2 actually. They're the team winning more of the gun round.
โล่งโล่งมาเลยหนู
6 on
โล่
the
ง
attack side of Kuro does feel really strong. Only one player to defend on A. A
โล่ง
4
ดิวาลินหนักอยู่นะตอนเนี้ย
called to start
20
this
ตอนนี้
B
วาลิน
round.
อะ
He's the only
Yeah,
one
that-
home
that-
to fend off G2.
It's a lot potentially thrown at him now. Looking for the A split with just Jorgamo going through that link angle. Armageddon is going to be paving a way to success.
เข้าข้างหน้าหมด
Most of the way being cleared out. Jorgamo has all this space now for the rest of his team. Wall up on top of it.
เล่นเลยหรือเปล่าครับระบายเล่นเลยหรือเปล่า
ไล่ออกไปเซตไปเยอะไม่เหรอ
เอาไปบุกมาใหม่
ไปบุกมาใหม่
To punish the weaponry never quite ideal, but still the damage is being done. Showstopper, he whips it around,
โอ้โหดีต้อง
changes
จริง
straight
หัน
in and through. Tip of the spear for him and something
เรียบร้อย
มาจาก
unanticipated.
ไหน
Exiting out of that ult. It's a mad scurry, it's a mad dash
ก็
through
เป็นเล็ก
mid.
มันอยู่ทุกที่เลย
Divide left to punish, an instant shot and answer back.
ออกไป
but it
บุกมา
goes
ใหม่
both ways.
ไปบุกมาใหม่
มอนิตันสวัสดีครับ
Just like that.
Microphone activated.
And just like Lotus,
เมื่อกี้คือจีดูหันไปไหนเจอเป็นเล็กทุกโพซิชั่นแหละ
we didn't really know what to expect. First
Nah,
time we've
Evan.
ever seen PRX play on this map.
ตรงซีทีตรง
And only the
กลาง
second time for
เจอหมด
G2
เลย
with this comp. Could be anybody's game still coming up.
One enemy remaining.
นี่เป๊ปไม่บุกยังไม่นับครับ ถึงแม้จะเป็นด่านกัน
Other with is just unbelievable, and Forsaken has been on a heater. Hot hand, keep passing to this guy. He's shooting threes all day long at this point. I mean, he has been unreal, and it's taken heroics from him, to be honest. To drag it 6-6, G2, credit to them, they brought it 6-6.
ตอนแรกพี่ช่างใจอยู่
Early
หรือ
on,
ว่าจะตอบ
the
ศูนย์
beginning of this map, it was looking like all PRX off the back of this
คิดว่า
guy
จะเอ้ย
right
มันต้องมี
here.
สักคิวเหรอวะ
Take a look at the
มันก็
combo
มันก็ยิงได้ไง
Forsaken might be the only player shutting the leaf down.
Yeah.
Done 758 damage to the guy.
Microphone
But
activated.
what a treat we have to open up playoffs. Two teams, arguably the favorites to win the tournament. I think that's what most people think. We had a poll earlier on that reckoned 75% of you out there thought the winner of this was the favorite to win the entire thing.
And I don't blame them.
No, because, yeah, I mean, you see in the game as well, it's exciting to watch, it's fast-paced, it's aggressive, they've got shooters.
Every team is willing to take risks. Players are just making decisions that they wouldn't normally do because they're playing against the best of the best,
Yeah.
right?
It's a great way to open up playoffs. We could only hope that the grand finals are this entertaining when we finally get to the end of it.
Absolutely, and hopefully we do get to see potentially a map 3.
Microphone muted.
So far,
ถ้า
this
DX
series
ชนะครับ
delivering beginning
โบ
to
นไม่
end.
ลั่น
Now this round, a very
เด็ก
slow,
3 คน
cautious
เด็ก
one
ลั่น
from
จบเลยครับ
PaperX, taking a little bit of beat control. While Forsaken pressures
Microphone
elsewhere.
activated.
And all picked up from Jing. I mean,
Microphone muted.
พอๆเลยวิธีการเล่น
start
DX กับ
some
เม
of
โล
the
ติกตอนนี้คือแบบ
rotations from coming
ด้วย
through.
แท็กติกทั้งคู่
Because
แล้ว
you see that the Raze was the one who picked up
ทำ
the
ให้ล่างก็
Altor.
เจ๊งอ่ะ
So when you know that the Raze was over here towards B main,
DX
you're thinking, well, that's
เพิ่ง
where
ไฟ
they're
เวอ
going
ร์
to
3
finish if
เด็ก 3
they
คน
exec
มา
in
ก
the next
ๆตัว
30
เนี่ย
seconds.
ถ้าไม่ยิงก็คือจบ
And that little piece
เขาเรียกว่า
of
ซื้อ
info
ใจ
now allows PaperX to hit a weaker A site if they can get through Jorgamo.
Jorga's hard committed. There's no gate crash to get him
ตร
out
ง
here.
กลางมัน
Some of the angle to be watched for. They lost mid control in the process.
วาลิน
Actually,
เนี่ยดู
Jonah
ดิ
P was the one
วิ่งเป็น
to
กิ
take
โล
up
เลยตอนเนี้ย
domain and residency there.
There.
มัน
Good
คาร์ดิโอ
walk down, Divine
รัว
being punished. Smokes in the face though now spells it out. This is going to be leading and landing over towards an A hit now for PaperX.
ฮะ
Making moves forward. It's a kill claim. Jonah P
เอาดี
darts off through that smoke.
ต้อย
It's
ต้อย
his
อ่ะ
head
มันโดน
ends
หัว
up
ไปเห็น
going
นะ
down. Paranoid sweeps though. That is a massive collection. It's only Batman who can put a stop to this.
หมด เจอบายสวนครับ
He
Bye,
buys enough
Swan.
time for Forsaken to reinsert himself, get back into the
He might
action,
go
get back
down,
into the fight. It's all
งงเลย
out
ไป
from
ยื
their
นมุมที่
side.
เขาแบบ
Another pistol round here for
ยิง
PaperX.
ไฟเช็คอยู่แล้ว
Jonah P had done a great job actually pushing down, but he gets caught through the smoke. And Patman, gotta give him the credit.
No way.
That is ridiculous from
Yeah.
Forsaken.
That's unbelievable. I didn't realize that was how it happened.
No. I was thinking that paranoia wore off quickly.
Right.
No, it didn't.
Now, who does that? You get paranoid, your decision making, not run away. I'm
คือ
going to
นัด
run
แรก
closer to
ที่โจ
you.
น่า
So the
โอเค
near sight
ยังไม่
doesn't
ตายว่ะ
matter.
ดูจากปืน
มีคนมาสแปม
That
ซ้ำ
is
ไม่มี3คิว
insane.
ครับ
Split second decision making.
Double pistol, one now in this map by PaperX. Flipping the narrative completely because G2 won both of them on Lotus. Now on Lotus though, G2 lost the advantage of the first one to a thrifty that came through immediately after.
คุมจัดอะมา
PaperX
เก็บ
will
อ
be
อมหน้า
hoping
บี
to avoid that. What a cool pistol round idea as well, just baiting, faking with the fact that the Rays picked up the ult orb. A lot of prep going into these pistols from both of the coaching staffs. But once more, you got to get through Jonah and Jorg here.
Very deep angle.
อุ้ย
Not really the best weapon in the
แล้ว
world.
ติงไป2คิวแล้วไง แล้วตอบโนไป แย่ละ
พี่ติง
Knocks the heads off
พี่
two
ติงแววอีก
G2
คิวป่ะ
players. Jorgamo and Jonah P are out
ผ
for
ม
the
ตอบ
count.
เย็ดไปด้วย
Really nice dodge of the flash.
แกวาลิน ให้พี่ติงหน่อย
ยังไงก็มีคิวนึงอ่ะ
A lot of util forwards here. Ingrained position, not really cleared out with the
Yeah.
classics.
Hey,
Might be able to make the most of this
Good
one.
thing.
This is elbow
Yeah,
control
it
given
got
that
me.
the plant is down.
ใช่
though.
ก็มี
3v3 got to
Hey.
In the hands of these PaperX players, surely going to be enough. And Nade's still primed. Ready and waiting. The timing is taken just right on that. The damage is still being done though. They can't really deal with these players. And it comes down to a 1v1. It's Trent versus Forsaken. No easy pickup in terms of the weapon, but a stinger is found, salvaged from the midst of all of this.
Hey.
And the body just peeking out.
เฮ้ย
Forsaken loses
จะ
out.
เพ้นได้ไง
How the hell is it always happening like this, man? Listen, pistol rounds be damned. These teams are going back and forth.
ไม่ได้
Thrifty wins after the fact. It doesn't even matter.
I cannot believe at the end there that Trent was ready for the reswing. I mean, that just shows you how much they've adjusted their brain to deal with
แล้ว
PaperX.
มุมเดียว
Valor's in
โด
the
นสอง
same
คน
spot as well.
เชื่อ
That reswing, there are so few players in the world that would do what Forsaken just
เอา
did
ละ
there on that timing.
อาการเริ่มออก
somehow Trent snaps back to it and hits it mid-range with a stinger. Jig is going for a force by Judge, which implies that he's going to pick up the Judge again in the next round.
Yeah.
So, double of the same B exec maybe here?
อยากให้
We
ซิง
get
เก
to
อ
see
ร์ขึ้น
some
มื
of
อ
the
G2 บอก
attacking
เลย
theory from PaperX, because if you're going to run a raise on your attack side and it's Jing, you're going to have some weird double blast pack pathing.
ว่ามันเข้าหรือ
Otherwise, he might as well be playing, you know, like a Waylay or a Neon or something. Not that he particularly does very often.
Oh, here it comes. Yeah, double satchel straight into the smoke. That was layered down. It's almost like an anchor smoke that he wants to play around, weaving in and out.
กล้าเปล่ากล้าเปล่า
Some cover to play in as well. Put some uncertainty into the back of the minds of G2. Forces the drone out. Nice and early. That's walking up with it as well. Not to reveal the hand, but does get the reveal off still. Plant down for PaperX.
Not very much space in the post plant, though.
I never want to count them
ไม่
out
มีไฟ
though.
รีเทค
Salvos.
เดี๋ยวจะหลวดลูกหนึ่ง
At least just the one saved for this moment. Jonah Pido deals a Divine. He was going for a flank of his own. Big ass map, so that paranoia is going to be gliding forwards alongside the flash. Anything to try and push them back still. It's a gun differential at this point. raining true, and they've managed to
Oi.
Drains two.
Soon
They've run out of bullets. Still the damage done. These players are barely alive, just on a
เอ้า
shred of HP.
จานตีไปด้วยปะ
ตีไปแล้ว
โอ้โหจานตีไปด้วยครับ
Towards the end of it, as scary as it looks in the midst.
He went for the ult towards the end, hoping that even with a fraction of HP between the two players, the ult would work. Yeah. I'm finding it hard to criticize. Maybe Alex and Minnie will be losing their minds in the coaching booth. But when you're that good, when you've just been gifted 2 kills inside a smoke like that, and you have your ult online in round 15, the third round of the half, I'm not mad about it. You know, you can send that kind of stuff. That really looked like PRX might be able to get a thrifty back in the other direction. Something's actually picked up the attack op, so they're not going for another play with the judge and another fast pop round.
Jing's got a bulldog.
They're going for something slow, trying to work a pick here with their superstar player. Something looking like in best in the world form, but needs a little bit of assistance to get on some good lines to be able to activate. On the attack side, had a slower opening here on Corrode, actually. Wasn't dominating. That was Forsaken's job.
Spam coming from the side of Jonah P's on, so something knows that something is up.
สั่นกลัวเลยครับ
Rush fading
นี่เสียง
away,
ออฟ
still
ลั่น
on aggro line. Same could be said for
เลี่ยน
Jordan.
เฮ้ยยังไง
Just gets another gate crash up too. And when you have Jorg fighting here, you can afford to stack 3A. And Devi, I think, has broadly
โอ้ได้แมป
failed
แบบ
in his job
G2
of
อ่ะ
pushing back
รู้แล้วเนี่ย
Jorgamo
เอ
on
แน่
B9.
G2 are ready for a tussle.
Can I do a game, huh?
Shots fired. Oh, that was a jump spot from long range. Something still creeping ever so steadily up towards this angle. Paranoia will be a bit of respect forced out of it. Prowler into the corner gives the acknowledgement here to PRX, but the Salvos are slowing them down. 38 seconds left. Still being bled out of this G2 squad. Nade rebounding. Second wave of Salvos. Sees does come. All meant to try and slow them down, but again, not much left in the tank for G2. It comes down to the weaponry at this point. Gunplay.
ไม่มีคนช่วยแล้วครับตัวนับโดนสโมกบัง
Just crouch peeking into it. Jing dismissed
Oh.
readily. Reaction time test. All pays off here for the G2
หมดเลย
players.
เป็นเล็ก
Very ready for the fight that was coming their way.
Fundamentally
Keep
better
high
round there
now.
from G2
เป็น
than
เรื่อง
PRX were up to. They didn't push
นี่
the
สำคัญด้วย
aggressive
นี่
Yoru off the line. So in terms of the macro game, G2 had 3 players, the strong site in the right place on A. And then one of the things I think that G2 have been amazing at on Corrode, even when the map wasn't working for them, is their hold over towards the A site. I think they do a great job of playing these nice corners, crossfires, and using Valent's smokes to make it really tough for the attacking team to actually get onto the site. PRX back down onto a bad buy.
Howard does clear out Jorg from that spot. Again, not so ready to count out PRX, even when they are on the worst buy. Same idea as when
เฮ้ย
Jing had that judge the first time. Inserts himself
จริง
into
เดินเข้าไปลึก
โอ้โหแล้วมีการดีฟิวเกิดขึ้นครับจะตอบโนไป
Do
แล้ว
this on a rifle round because they get into a nice position. This time they're fighting for
Fighting
elbow.
forward.
นอกจากบักกี้สร้างเรื่องอีกตอนเนี้ย
Paranoia's only going to be connecting onto the one, only onto the one. Leaf has to be that
Ui,
different.
không.
But Reeve swing out, Patman more than ready for it. Trent.
เห็นแม่งช่วยไม่ได้ด้วย
Spot. Situation here is going to be a bit dire for him. But a fast
เอ้า
break it up.
เอ้า
Something still hits that.
พี่ติง
Nightfall. Now Scanners fall.
เป็นเรื่อง
เดี๋ยวพี่ติง
Hammering out the shots. G2 at the amble in this situation. Big light up from the horns. This is all going our way.
เราไม่ได้ดีฟิวจริงครับ
What a paper
แม่งจะมีซองเดียว
A masterclass thrifty again in this
Shooting
series.
thing,
So
hey.
many of them. And this time it's this guy on your
จ
screen.
ริงๆทุ่มเทแต่ทัวร์เนี้ย
Turns the flash. He knew that something like that was
พี่
coming
ชาย
towards
ลั่น
him.
มาก
Turns it, deals with Trent, then
Holy.
catches a kill onto Jorg, who's holding the angle. And Jorg is ready for it. But something's a little quicker.
ไอ้สโมกตรงนี้แล้วมีลูกซอง
Sometimes you
สอง
watch
คน
this guy and it feels like
โค
he
ตร
can
เชี่ย
do no wrong.
ไฮไลท์จัด
But that was a pivotal one to get PRX
เข้าไป
back
มี
into
ถึง
this
สอง
map.
Definitely was.
Because the attacking ideas, apart from this B exec, don't look amazingly strong.
เกิดจากที่เจ้าไอ้นี่เลยอะ
Difficult.
โดนพาวเลอร์แล้วไม่ได้ตัด
I
ตัว
think
แรก
you've got to be
จบ
putting
เลย
somebody in a
เหมื
position
อน
where
ปล่อย
they
แบบ
can
ไป
sit
เลย
inside
เข้า
that
ไซด์ปี
smoke.
แล้วมาวาง
Getting someone in a spot
Pen.
where
ใส่
they can
นัวๆฮะ
fight B
จบ
main
เลย
ที่มีแต่ปืนหวังผลระยะ
Jing's
ใกล้
path isn't in that direction. But if the smoke lands on your head, just sit inside of it and wait for Jing to land on your lap.
The tough thing, I mean, listen, the tough thing about that is you are going to be contesting for shotgun.
Yep.
So, yeah, sitting down and maybe buy a shotgun of your own.
You could
Hold a shorty out if they do blow that smoke up.
Buying a shorty is a nice idea because then you're not ruining yourself if they go for a different type of hit. But these are, you know, we're talking about this. We've got full information.
Sure.
We've got time to sit here and not have to think about our own game and our own role to spitball ideas. These guys on both sides are having to live react to new things that they're seeing being thrown at them here on Corrode. Because PRX, you've never seen tape on what they've been playing. You've never seen these kind of site execs come through before because no one else does stuff like that. And for G2, no one else plays their comp either. So PRX have got one VOD of the way that G2 play this. And a couple of days of practice during those off days between groups and playoffs.
Critical bit of rest. Both teams happy for it. Bit of spam on either side here, straight down mid. Jorgamo gets a bit of info as well just before the gate crash expires, so it goes both ways.
I think he's noted 3 players in mid there. But it doesn't really tell you what side they're going to end on, so a 2-1-2 defense for G2. What the...
There's no way. What is that by Forsaken?
Well, he definitely didn't think that Trent was there. I'll tell you that one for free.
ประมาทไปหน่อย
Punish for it.
รักไก่อะ
Solo smoke
เพื่อได้
sprayer going down. With a minute still on the clock,
Something now committing an ult.
They're going to have to dig themselves out of this
เฮ้ย
one.
2 players spotted. Gate crash and spawn as well, but he's going to be letting loose for the ult, forcing the clearance here and respect by
How
G2.
to clear A.
All of A is open, so some
Oh.
pressure on his way.
อะไรมันจะหลอกง่ายขนาดนั้นนะ
B split.
ออกเสียงพูดเสียง
Literally
คนเลย
5 players
นี่
all
ก็เชื่อคน
reacting
ง่าย
to
สอง
that
รอบ
ult,
แล้
and
ว
now G2 realize
อย่าให้มีครั้งที่
what a
3
mistake they've made.
และแมปอย่าง
PRX
ไกล
not
อะ
only have the site, but can now get into really deep positions. You're going to have to clear so many angles and corners,
side
maybe
for
even a mid
you.
lurk.
Long rotation times as Thorns in through CT. Flash as well.
This could be how PRX win a 4v5, another
จริงไม่ค่อย
4v5.
ดีหรอกแม่งเช็ค
Ult on
ยั
the
งไง
side
ก็
of
เช็ค
G2 though to potentially clear
อยู่
this
ที่
one out.
จะมีคนคอร์สอยู่
Use it.
โอ้มีหนามด้วย
Off onto elbow. Thorn's going to be deaded off. Sees, connects. They see that. The trail points it out. Jing rebounds with a salvo as well. He's out into the open. Patman trying to help out as well through mid. Looking down this avenue. He knows where most of the iris coming from.
นี่อ่ะเดวิด
Shuts him down.
เดวิดจริงว่ะ
3 shots. He's looking for that 4th. His team holds out for it. Sublime stuff from
แอง
Divide.
เกิลโฮเดอร์ครับ
Looking incredible there with the
Oh
aim
my
and the
God.
reaction times. Nothing that
Well,
G2 could do about that. So focused on dealing with Jing on the other corner. A wider swing from Jorgamo. When you watch this, because the reactions are so fast from
แล้วโจ
Divide,
หน้า
it
ถ้า
just
เป้า
looks
มา
like
ยิง
G2
หัว
are
ตะไบกดนั่ง
not even attempted
God.
to trade each other,
I
but
know.
that's one of the best teams in the world at trading right there. In fact, by the numbers, the best team in the world at trading each other.
นี่ถ้าสมมติว่าอีกฝั่งหนึ่งเป็น G2 โฮนะแล้วอีกฝั่งหนึ่งเป็นเพื่อนที่เอา4 คนนะ
9
แม่ง
to
มี
9.
มาแน่ไอ้กระโดดอ่ะ
Big ult expended
Eh,
as well.
hey.
Jonah P.
ทำไมกระโดดโดน
Snapping
ไง
to the side. Still wants to really gear herself up and try and take that fight, but his own head that gets ripped off in exchange.
กูจะกระโดดไหม
Traded.
ต้องกระโดด
PRX
ป่ะ
now
เจอ
speeding
มัน
up
เออ
แค่
มันต้องกระโดดจริงนะเจออะไรแบบเนี้ย
Making us feel like a full-on hit, which it seems like it is. The spike is making its way over into that direction. Slowed down though by the salvos. G2 trying to buy themselves time to get back in. Paranoia. It's the one wave of things. Tap of the plant. Another wave of util. Salvos doing a lot of damage and a flash on top of it.
เฮ้ย
Cheaper weaponry in the hands of G2. Still, they might be able to make the
ปืน
most
ระยะ
of it.
ทำการแบบ
Leaf gonna get his chance now to really show. Oh,
เมื่อ
เฮ้ย เอ้า
he just does not pass. PRX
เป็นเรื่อง
now.
ครับอัน
They
นี้
have that open avenue and they're going to be jumping on it.
Jorgen Trent trying to head them
โอ้
off.
ย
But I
รถ
don't
ไป
think
แล้
they're
ว
going
นี่
to be fast enough here.
That angle is just filthy from Forsaken, man. You don't expect him to be up here.
โอ้มุมแบบ
He's
Well,
so good like a
creative.
บ้าจัด
bird.
He really is. And I think they've dealt with the danger now. Finding that kill onto Leaf was like opening a release valve. All of the pressure dissipating. And PRX now taking the lead on this map. Couple of really important rounds here that they've put together. And PRX have such a nice idea on their
Oh,
eco
oh.
rounds.
ติง
You see G2 forced
Down
down
dealer.
onto a thrifty and can't quite find it. Still some big ults as well for PRX,
ยัง
especially
ไม่ได้เก็บ
Demise.
ปืนไปแต่ถ้าปล่อยมันเซฟนี่เป็นเรื่องอยู่นะ
I'm looking to go down to the spike here, but Patman
จนเลยนะ
picking him up instead. And you're right. I mean, the idea is
แล้ววิ่งกระหม่งระ
put
เบิดเลย
together on either side here, but it's PRX now with the lead by 1, 10 to 9.
โหต้องได้แพนอยู่แล้ว
Good trade from Jonah. Just
เออ
making
แมป
sure that
แมปมัน
he's
แบบ
not able to get a
ยังไง
second
ก็ได้วางอ่ะ
spot. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just don't
ถ้า
expect.
ตีแตกอะโรเทตไม่ทันได้วางมีเวลาได้วาง
It's amazing that PRX
Valin
can
Meng
be so late
hit
to
คนละ
code
form
in terms of
วันก่อน
ideas that they're showing, and yet still very innovative.
I think they patch it over.
นี่
which
สง
is
สัยโดน
okay
ยิง
since
จนแบบบน
they
หัว
gotta
ม้วน
find the
หมด
right moments as well to take those peaks and the aim.
ตอนนี้หาเส้นตรงไม่เจอโดนม้วนหมด
Oh,
เลย
operator in the hands of Jorg though. Forsaken gone, your smokes player down and out for the count.
Big adjustment here from G2, using a paranoia early, getting the op onto a deep line as well. So now PRX are going to have to slowly try to re-clear over towards A with their Fade utility. Meanwhile, G2 can start adjusting and spread back out into a normal defensive setup. And actually, these players over towards A haven't heard anything going on towards A main. So the drone comes out.
วาลีมันเก็บทรงไม่ค่อยอยู่ครับ
Presence towards
เป็น
B.
มานานแล้ว
And it's on Trent and Leaf to try to hold.
Still guarded. It's not going to be overlapping most of this one here. Still, players trying to hold this one down. That Leaf intentionally, maybe even just getting caught into this one, but he does shut down Jing nevertheless. He was vulnerable up. The classic makes short work of him. Holding onto that elbow control. It's a critical element. G2 it went wrong for him in the past. Hits.
A 3v5 again. PRX have been winning these.
Position is something in it. It's going to be filthy stuff. Still, dimensional drift should
เจอ
clear
ห
it.
นึ่ง
He spotted out here.
There's all.
Two players now noted, making
เจอ
comms
ครบเอาละ
noted to the team, and in through that smoke as well, just pings as they exit onto the ult. It's all coming out from that link angle. It's up to something. And Batman, can they punch a hole through this one?
ป้าเพชร
Flipped
ไม่
on
เป็น
his
เป๊ะ
head.
จัดอะ
Spike being diffused, stuck all the way. The coverage is inside for G2. They got bodies on bodies here, ready to fight to the bitter end, and they bring it level now, 10-10.
Those are the kind of rounds that Josh will have been talking to them about at the end of Lotus. How losing those player advantage spots was letting the map slip away from them. This, very disciplined. A utilization of an ult as well, by
มั
the
นโดน
way.
นี่สแน็คไบ
Jorg choosing
นิ่มเลย
to use this one and got
โดนยิงหัว
tons
ด้
of
วย
information
เดียวพอ
and a skill there as you
ฟุ้ง
pointed
เลย
out
อะ
onto Divide. And then so many bodies
จริงงานตีเลสหรอ
and something doing
ต้องมีหนึ่งครับยังต่
10-10.
โอคิวครับ
Leaf with
โล
an ult
ซ่า
for the judge to play inside of, but
Tạm
might
sẽ
get
tay
run
đóng
down
chinh.
on B.
There's a lot of
Tỉ
pressure
rồi
coming
đó.
towards him. Has to take a timing pass
ำเอ้า
that
ไก่
corner.
ตื่นอย่างเงี้ย
Know exactly where he is. There's spam coming through. Decay down, seized up into a spot.
How has he
มีเนต
lived?
สักลูกวะ
The nade and the C's look
Nade
so
below.
good. He's got 2 HP.
Barely alive. It's long range as well. Supplementary utils. One salvo used by Trent
The
to try and help
song.
him out, so nobody could really cross past the boundary.
If you look at that back in the VOD and you're one of the
Oh,
PRX coaches, you
ตื่น
think
เต้นจัง
"Man,
ตอนนี้
that is
ลี
so
บอะบอกเลย
unfortunate. We played that pretty perfectly at the start of the round.
There's going walkabouts here. There's so many angles to contest and account for. This is ridiculous stuff. He's straight past it. I mean, Divide.
And not even punished.
Yeah, not expecting it. No trade in sight because Jing's got the judge.
Jing one away from being able to get his showstopper online. Would have loved to play for A main.
อุ้ย
Making moves now.
Ow.
That's a shot to the head, though. The wall just saving Valin in a spot like that, and still, Jonah P squares up.
Jonas
TP
stepped-
up to mid for Forsaken.
ได้ยินปะ
อ้าว
Yeah, this is mad. They're pinging out towards it.
มีคนปิ๊งอยู่มีคนได้ยิน
Jorg
อยู่
is
เชน
looking for
เชน
it
น่าได้
with
ยิน
an op in spawn.
แต่ตอนเนี้ย
But
ตื่นเต้นละ
Trent is
ไอเท
actually
นกับ
really important here.
I'm trying to hold this one back.
Young Imora.
Feeling the heat now. Turned up all the way. What is that? Shots are fired and elbow control
Take
still maintained. These players starting to flood in their way through. Jing has an ult to work with. But in a 2v4, looking for another kill, I think, to really set the pace and maybe given that allowance to use it. It's not going to be quite the case, is it? Trent.
เฮ้ย หมดเลย
Top form.
อะไร
Holds
วะ
back.
อะไรวะ
แม่งหันไปหันมาหันเจอหมดเลย
That's a monster round from Trent. The shots he hit as well are spectacular flips. Leaf lucky to survive at the start of the round. Jonah going walkabouts, really got a read on how to defend A and find timings past what's going on, but these shots from Trent are magic. Winning 3 separate 1v1s with a Vandal at close range, popping off. And giving his team the lead. Jing, though, did get that showstopper up, does have the judge, same B exec, looking like it's going to be run here
Same
again.
play. Leaf is not in a spot to really contest this one, but he's found a pocket to play in.
Hey.
His own smoke, there's blue.
Don't kill.
Stopper, not finding any marks.
Bow.
Clearance is needed here, but they don't expect this. Haunt over Forsaken.
โอ้โห
เจสัน
It's the time of the plant. TP behind. TP behind. Manager's best in jumper. It's all down to this. And the okay, judge in the hands. It's
Yeah,
all
ยังได้อยู่
chaotic. What a crazy round. Could have been anyone's game there. It is traded. Now to Nightfall. It's going to be scattering. Ults on ults to try and find
Ui.
this. Jing presses
Right,
forwards.
Jing
It's an
right.
advantage to be found. He's hunting it out. pouncing on the chance, full control in towards Link, and it
ได้
beat
แล้ววะ
elbow as a result of it.
เสม
But
อ
PRX still ingrained. Good positions to be held, just comes down to the shots, and with something missing that one, Valin, he might have just opened this up for them. It's a 3v3.
เวลาบีบจัด
At least with that flash, shots and fights all going their way. Jorgamo tries to
โอ้ย
get
ครับ
it
น้อง
done, but not fast enough. PRX level it out, 11-11.
They were very set up in that post-plant scenario at the end there. Absolute chaos. Love the idea from Leaf. Really sneaky player.
โอ้โนโนท
But that teleport bent his brain, and he couldn't quite find the trade there. Or rather, the second kill. Jing did get the trade. It's this final play towards the end, actually, though, in the 3v3 that wins it out for PRX. I believe it was Divine setting up his post-plant flash.
โอ้ศาสตร์ติ๊ก
Allowed
อั
him
น
to
ติ
get
เป็น
the
หนึ่
kill
ง
onto Valin and grab the others too. 11-11, again, exactly like Lotus. A 6-6 half into round 23, dead even again.
These teams could not be more even. Taking chunks out of each other in the process. Heroics are needed on either side.
Incredible that we get a match of this caliber to open up playoffs.
I know.
The bracket is stacked.
What a teaser. The execs have been working.
ำคิดว่า G2 จะโยก
Why
หมด
switch
เห
it
มื
up?
อน
Why
ลาวนะปะ
change it?
ที่แบบ
PRX
ว่า
ended flying forwards here with
Good
the
luck.
dimensional drift, something to try and
ลังเลอยู่
pave the
ลังเล
way.
อยู่
Clears out most of the
อันนี้
side.
ปล่อยรีเทคดีกว่าหลอนหมดแล้วตอนเนี้ย
That info, the rest of his team can just walk into the fight now. G2 looking to play that retake. Spike down, gearing up. Refine into elbow. A lot of util flown forwards here. Jorgamo's going to be caught though, near-sighted. Worrying predicament that he could be placed in. Drone needs to be dealt with onto the side here, but the fight brute force away. Forsaken. Caught out into the open and tried to take the TV behind him to be that dagger in the back, but punished as a result. The pick could be exactly what G2 needed. The flood, the avalanche, now it's all falling to pieces, and it's going to come down to the individuals again. Divine something, they have to do it all, and then leaves it down to just something. Jorgamo with the defuse, stuck all the way. He knows
They do
it's
good
now. Surrounded by his comrades.
เป็นเรื่อง
G2 up to 12.
And the script from Lotus flipped on its head. G2 get up to map point. That stick into spawn. Jonah P, I think, is so aware to be able to catch what kind of play, what kind of absolute insanity Forsaken is up to next. And this time the flash from Divine watched for, and they weren't caught in the same way by those. Divine's actually coming into this round with no armor, deciding to force up into it while Leaf picks up a judge, holding really close. It's the
การยิงสมัครสมองมันจะดัดตายเนี่ย
again maybe, or just
Everybody.
fighting for the space
Push
early
back
on.
this time though. G2 are ready for it. Will it be OT?
คอมโบ
Or will it be
More,
map
huh?
3?
A bait and switch over here looks like a really nice adjustment. When the boombot's broken that early on though. Warning
ไม่
signs
เดิน
of
เลยว่ะ
alarm
คิด
bells
ว่า
should start
ต้อง
to
มีอะไร
ring ahead
แน่ๆ
to
เลยว่ะ
PRX.
ไม่ให้ข่าวหน้าบี
Much pushback early.
น่าจะ
Absolutely.
คอมโบไปเลย
Now,
Nade
they have
coming
played
in.
around where Jorg just got posted on B and it let them triple stack on A. But this time, of course, because Leaf is tucked in this corner, you can't get 3 players stacked
เอา
on the
ละ
same side.
Something's found the timing in through Link.
โยรู้หลุดเข้ามาไม่รู้ครับว่าจะถอยเลย
So yeah, this gets taken down.
กูเอระบากอยู่นะตอนนี้เอระบากอยู่นะ
Jing ends up getting a kill. They're not
Oh,
shy.
but-
Now starting to get a bit of a move on. Satchel's forwards
Yeah,
as well.
putting that on
towards
a ball.
Jonah P. It's a nade at his feet, a flash on top of it. The
Ui.
Salvos try and help him out. Again, that util comes in handy. C's laid out on top of it. Again, the second wave of the salvo. All an attempt to punish. 2 players being caught and collected. 30 seconds left, and it's going to come down to the gun duel. It's going to come down to it here and now. Across the map, kills it, collected and claims it. It does even it up into a 3v3. Armageddon, plant down, Pac-Man with the full commit.
Does he get out?
Ui.
Thick, and he can't escape it. Goes down with the ship. But it might just be your G2
ว่ะ
sailing
แล้วผัด
into
เม่น
Ascent to bring us all the way. Something is going to have to go
ยังครับ
huge. Planted for him. A flash dodged and avoided. Jorgo puts his body on the line, but it's played perfectly. Something. You can't be doing this to them. A tap from Trent trying to pull him out into the open once more. God damn, something.
โคตรโกรธอะ
That is a monstrous clutch! Something's just won a 1v3 to push them to overtime!
The way he's played that in the
บุก
fight,
กี้เขากระโดดออกมาแจกคนแรกเฉย
I
เลย
sat in the fight.
ไอ้โม่
นี่เขาไม่คุยกับเพื่อนเลยดิ
เออ
His ability to isolate in that spot is immaculate. He sees the jump peak and he just swings
โดด
to
มา
his
เหี้ย
right,
เพื่อนไม่ออก
knowing that Trent is going to come out after Jorg. I mean, that is why people are talking about him as the best player in the world.
And he's on his
ผู้
feet.
ชายที่ร้านที่สุ
Of
ด
course he is. G2 thought they were going to Ascent. Got some more Kuro to play. Might be going to the lower bracket.
พี่ชายที่ร้านที่สุดในทัวร์เนี่ย
มันลั่นสุดจริงติงอ่ะตั้งแต่แข่งมาทัวร์นี้มันลั่นสุดเลยนะ
Those are the kind of moments
คือตั้งแต่สเตจ
that
สอง
stop
อะ
G2 from being able to lift
ลั่น
the trophy
ลั่น
in
ที่สุดในชีวิต
Bangkok. It's that kind of stuff.
Heroics, clutches.
ตั้งแต่โตลันโตอะไรอย่างติงจัดให้ยาวๆเลย
Thinking across the board.
ตั้งแต่เป็นหนึ่งเดียวก็จะรู้อ่ะ
Alan will clear out the spots. So something again we'll have to respect.
ทุกอย่างก็
this one.
เปลี่ยนไป
จะเข้าเส้นเนี่ย
Divine was solo anchoring on B quite a lot in these kind of moments, but he was super good at it.
เนี่ยเจ้าเก็บไปฝันแน่เลยว่ะ
Space trying to fight
ช็อต
people
กระ
as
โด
they
ด
got
เมื่อกี้
in.
Divine saved this wall for after the clone. He's just put it down.
ขออีก
That's
ขอ
a
ลั่
really
นๆอี
nice
ก
idea.
พี่ติง
Was catching them a lot on Lotus. Good adjustment.
He's drone. No signs of life.
They'll have heard this wall go down.
Yep, placed down again. Have to be baited out, or you just move over it as a pack. 3, 2, 1, TP up towards the top. It's a full exit that's scored for, but that flash is everything. Divine finds it in through the side. The trades on top. Jonah P still trying to play it forward.
Ui.
Not expecting that something to be on that corner. Lucky to
Dung
be
la.
alive in a spot
Cái
like
đam
this.
rồi
But
đang
Paranoia
Âu.
is perfect once more.
Believe.
Forsaken gonna lay claim to the site.
Ui.
His team survive.
ติง
It looked for a
Shit.
moment like something might be denied by the Prowler in his
คีย์บอร์ด
face.
ทองค
But the player that's just pulled off a 1v3
Ê,
gets
ẹpยิ้ม,
another
có ẹp
triple
ยิ้ม.
kill.
อเล็กหุบเก็บยิ้มไม่อยู่อ่ะอเล็กถึงกับเก็บยิ้มไม่อยู่อ่ะ
Fighting, scrapping, high tempo, never letting the plank go down. Flashes, raining,
ชายลั่นที่สุดในชีวิต
constant pressure,
ชายลั่นที่
constant disruption onto G2. And the coaches hit the panic button.
สโก้บอย
It's
ว่ะ
not just strategic adjustments at this point. It's also the mental. You thought you'd won this map. You thought you had it.
Yeah.
And now you're having to play for your
That's
life
how you
in the
adapt,
upper
isn't it?
bracket. One more round goes against you, and you are in the alligator pit. There are 4 teams playing today, Brent, that people really highly rate. PRX and G2. Later on, you've got a great match between Fnatic and PRX. One of those teams could well win the tournament. One of those teams must go out in last place in playoffs.
the way it works.
That's just how the bracket works.
Yeah.
So, could it be either of these teams? It's almost unthinkable.
It ramps up the tension all the way if you go out here.
The
At this
opponents are just nasty that you're going to have to face. And if you want any chance of winning the trophy, if you lose this match, you've got to make a full lower bracket run.
Yeah. Doesn't get easier. You have to drag it back all the way to the bitter end. But G2, they are just trying to survive in this spot here.
Yeah.
Their minds are drifting over towards Ascent, thinking that they were going to be playing on that, and they need to lock in to the here and now. Because one more round will do them in.
The defensive
GG
play
ป่ะ
towards
พี่
A
เอ๋
has
คราวนี้
been really nice. Jonah P's had such a great
จีจีละ
balance of playing the aggro
GG.
and dropping back at the right times.
Hyper aggro stuff, that. PRX.
Feels like a fake though,
โอ้โห
doesn't
อะไร
it?
เข้าหน้า
Two players waiting outside B. Spike starting to go in that direction. Something putting max pressure
นึ
on.
กว่าจะเดิน
Drawing
เข้าไปเลย
3 defenders over towards the A side. And starting
That
their
was too-
bunker
มาเฟก
defensive
แล้วดู
protocols.
พี่ชายเฟกแบบ
Isn't over.
G2 เชื่อคนง่ายอีกแล้ว
Trying to re-clear this one, but all the players of
Look
PRX
here,
are moving up over towards B. Twisting the
ไม่
tail
มี
there
ไม่
with
มีอะไร
Fake.
เบรกแล้ว
Now
ดิ
they're sending it
นี่มัน
flying
เข้า
forward.
เข้าง่ายจัด
Still
อ่ะ
their hand. It's up to Jorgamo. Can he try and put a
Ow.
stop to it? King stops. Finally there, but out wide into the open. His shot
Oi!
and land. They
William,
will.
again.
Dawn Leaf on his shoulders. He's given that open
Ooh-wee.
avenue for just a split second, but the damage has already been done.
พ่ายไปกันต่อครับ
2v5.
แล้วบอม
PRX
ต
have
กด้วย
been amazing at winning when they've been down players, but not this heavy.
No, a spot like this when a spike is in enemy territory. G2 have persevered. Unless absolutely everything goes wrong. But from the way it's looking, very
สองค
unlikely.
นคัดได้
Constant smokes
30
being
seconds
refreshed in
left.
their faces.
Leaf has contact. As soon as he takes it, the players are going to swing out.
Still
Disconnects.
a lot of util available as well. Salvo, sorry, not Salvo, the stun, double flash.
Trying to skip past this. Just leaves it to Divido, and it is inevitable at this point. Time trickling
30
down.
seconds left.
Bodies reinforcing it. G2 are not finished yet. They
ไปกั
want
น
to
ต่อครับ
survive.
That was such a nice idea from PaperX as well, actually. I love what they called there. Putting early A pressure forced G2 to triple stack A, drop into really passive defensive positions, and it opened up this massive gap on the B side where it looked like it was only Leaf home. And yet,
ไอ้หลัง
Jomo
กล่องนี่น่าจะมีอะไรมาไล่หน่อย
just in the nick of time.
มีแค่ระเบิดจริงนะไล่มา
You're insane, bro. You're insane.
Did you catch actually what Alex said there? He said we could have just walked in. The whole game plan is to open up the B site, and so he wanted his team to contact maybe even into that spot. Look at this clash.
Here it is. A brawl to gain the advantage. The edge onto Kuro between two of these teams have been so damn evenly matched. Paranoia sweeps. Salvo on top of it. Damage being done, but it's just tickling their feet in a
เมื่อกี้ถ้าไม่มีดึงนี่เป็นเรื่องนะอุ้ยลีฟ
How's he got three? Where has he found
เป็นไป
that?
ได้
The timing to be taken up mid. And he thrives underneath it.
Another huge numbers advantage for G2. Defy looking like the only
Why?
player that could put a stop to it. They're going to go back into his kind of position. No, they take the safer rotate. Back fully through spawn. And not even making any noise. Trying to give as few sound cues, informational cues as possible to PaperX. Relying on the fact that they're playing as a pack. Got to see that Leaf triple kill in a replay. He's just taking a fight over towards A-Link, but he got there so fast.
Had to be knife out. Just taking the timing from all that presence of PaperX trying to
ปิง
push
แล้วปิง
back.
แล้วปิงแล้ว
And PaperX are playing mid pretty softly on the defense side. In fact, you could argue both teams are. Both teams allowing the attackers to take a lot of mid control. And in the late round, in the post plan, PaperX have actually been pushing like this. To G2 think about it, because otherwise things could get sticky here.
Onto the flank. Jonah P is inserted. He will be that first line of defense.
วิโจหน้าไปก่อน
Grouped up here. Patman and Divide trying to make the most of this situation now, but Kings are good. Oh, it's going to be clean, and unfortunately, first one not going their way. Patman even just revealing his position, and immediately you can see the G2 players scurrying forwards. Jonah P trying to buy time and try and take down fight, but
มีอันตีด้วย
As an ult turns up,
แล้วโดนสอง
gives a confirmation. One player spotted.
โดนหนึ่งวะ
He doesn't know where Valen is. Horn even broken. Time ticking away. Trying to really iso those fights out. G2 though had it completely under their control.
กดดันจัดกดดันจัด
ใช่ชิบหาย
กดดันจัด
Cusp of map point on the cusp of potentially bringing this one to Ascent.
โอ้โห
There's those
พี่ลิฟ
kills.
ทุกคนแม่งสนใจข้างหน้าทางเข้าหมด
What is that?
ให้ช้าๆเดี๋ยว
Back
ก็ได้
to pick that up.
ตัวลมเม็ด
In the back of something's mind, he's thinking there's a little timing through mid here. But he's a tad late to it, and Leaf strikes. 22 kills. 3 players.
Something at 30 แล้ว
G2 keeping their team in things. Forsaken's pulled out an attack.
28แล้วตอนเนี้ย
30
Against
เลย
Jonah P's
ทุ่มเทอย่าง
defensive
มาก
open here.
Potential for a bit of counter spam. Doing it most of the time here. Paranoia sweeps on either side. That handshake at a Utah, but as soon as Jonah P reveals a fire, it could be going straight back at him. As a strike fight is being taken. Jing thought he was set up for success there with a fight potentially, but now it's all gone a little bit wrong here for PaperX.
It's such a nice ante because Jonah's been tanking the Haunt on the site, but Jing just went too early.
Drone clearance through. Valen off to the side as well.
GG
holding it
แย่แล้ว
down
วะ
at an avenue of his own.
แย่ว่ะ
And he attempted a trade. It's just not in sight here. And we
Oi.
should be going to Ascend. This is just a bloodbath and a blender that these players are being pulled into. Forsaken has at least collected
50 วิครับ
Spike in his hands. The players rapidly approaching.
If anyone could pull the magic out, it would be him.
1v3. He's got to try and find these players and see if he can collect the kills. It's all Valen though.
GG
ไปกันต่อ
And send us all away.
Which means pistol rounds like this, mighty important.
They've got an idea for it. A lot of players
Got
looking
him
down
back.
mid as
Ui.
well for that peak. Expecting him
ถล่ม
to be down there, but he's
Nice
also
trade.
done the damage just before he's gone down.
Technically another
Same
opening
frame.
kill.
โอ้โหคอมแบบ
Change on either side. You can immediately see PaperX are able to reinforce up most of the B site. Slow going for G2. They don't want to rush into anything.
คอมเอเนติกอันใหม่คอมเอเนติกอันเก่าอ่ะ
Here as well, towards catwalk, so it's going to stop any potential pivot.
ใช่ป่ะ
You know, you
ใช่เลย
can
อ่ะ
still be hit. Normally, you want to go up through something like catwalk. Well, that's not really available to you, at least for the next 30 seconds. And Leaf was the player controlling over towards A main, so you've got to be slightly concerned that some nutcase on PaperX could have gone walkabouts in A main, because they're the kind of team that does that.
Could be the case. They're also going to be walking straight into Thorns
Microphone
laid down
muted.
early. Jing
น้อง
with
ฟ้า
two
สวัสดี
slows.
ครับ
Absolutely. It's about whether or not he can get them off in
Microphone
time, though.
activated.
G2 could push him.
Could
Force him to
help.
keep his gun out.
Yeah. One layer of it now. TP into the back.
แข็ง
Thorns in Jenny.
ยังไม่เข้า
He's done a good job at slowing them down. Look how fast Forsaken's
Wait,
coming.
Lou.
Tag. He knows he's there.
เจ้า
Dogomo tight to the corner here. Actually, a bit of awareness.
รู้
Just
ทั้
got
ง
to
รู้
miss. Just for Jing and that. Still players are starting to look to see if they
อื้อ
can
หือ
pull all the
เป็น
way
ที่
back.
เจ้าแม่งแบบ
Frenzy. How the hell does Dogomo get this value?
He's so good with
ยิง
it.
แบบ
Control
จริง
man.
เป็นที่เจ้าหลายวินละ
แต่เรามีพี่ติงอยู่
Forsaken now having to get it done. Sheriff in the mid. Something already going to be
มาแล้วครับ
off. Dogomo.
ร้อนแรงอย่ามาหยุดยั้งครับผมซัมติง
In a 2v2. Anyone's game now at this point here. There's potentially an end that PaperX have earned themselves. We'll find out. We can see
มิลิคอน
how it gets going. A lot of damage
Ding
being
lah,
done. That is
Yeah,
so
pitting.
precise in terms of the shots. And Trent has to reveal his position. The dart drifting overhead here. Something still delivering this.
Pitting, yeah.
Monster he
แล้ว
is.
เจอพี่ติงจัดไป4
ซัมติงทุ่มเททุกอย่าง
Pistol rounds, it feels like
พี่
recently.
ชายลั่น
The ghost in hand delivers 4, and that's another 4v5 round to add. Now this one maybe a bit fraudulent in terms of the 4v5s because they were only 4v5 for about a fraction of a second.
Advise your
Leaf immediately comps that out, but it's something's incredible.
โอ้โห
Aim with the ghost
อุ้ย
to be able to carry them through. And they've been averaging like 30% of their 4v5 wins across this match so far. It didn't really slow down that much on Corrode. It's a big pistol round to get because PaperX have struggled a little bit with this composition.
Give it an eye as well on the angle that Leaf loves to play. Very aware.
โคตรไว
โอ้
of their
something
homework.
เดือดจัดแบบนี้
Same spot he swung from in round 1.
Yeah. Going to be the one controlling A main early, so a bit anticipated and already going for the quick cleanup over towards B main, ensuring that there's no players who can slip past that one. Still,
อุ้ยคม
nasty shot by Jonah P to
ยิงกัน
return
เดือด
that.
จัง
Something was expecting a different angle. Round like this is looking to do damage.
Something goes down 1 point away from getting his ult online. Will make it slightly easier to deal with PaperX maybe in round 3. But the net is tightening here.
Wait,
onto
timing, no
Jonah
shot.
P and Trent.
Yeah.
And PaperX deal with them
Just had
fairly
one.
easily.
พี่ติง
PaperX
ล่าง
have
ทอง
so many tools to be able to
Lan
work
ที่สุด
with
ใน
on
ตัว
this defense side. But for whatever reason, they haven't looked
วีดีส
perfect
ลาว
with
ฟอ
it.
เรสแล้วโอ้ยมันไม่ได้อยู่แล้ววะ
ยากฟอเรส
เออ
ยาก
ไม่มีทางเป็น
They
ไปได้อ
tighten
ยู่แล้ว
it up though, and they put together a great defense half. That'll change the narrative on Ascent quite a lot. Normally, the way that G2 like to play though is that they get Leaf onto deep angles over towards, fighting B main or fighting catwalk, fighting market. These 3 areas of the map are crucial. They also like attack opping.
ไอคนคิดไอรีคอนอันนี้คนแรกต้องภูมิใจอะเดี๋ยวนี้ใช้
ไอ้
ใช้ทุก
จากบ้า
ที
น
ม
ใช่ไหม
ใช้ทุก
ใกล้
ทีม
แคชชี่ น่าจะแคชชี่
Early
ป่ะ
util
เห็นมันใช้อยู่
denied on the
ไม่
side of
ไอ้
G2,
มันเป็น
the drone wasn't,
รีคอน
so
จากแผนเอโนติกอะอาจจะเป็นคนทำแผนอะ
himself into more forward approach. Clone eats a bullet.
Good protocol for taking a bit of cat
คน
control
ทำแผ
there
นแม่ง
without
ต้องไปแบบ
smoke.
ว่า
Actually getting
ไป
deep
เข้าคัด
onto
ตอ
the
ง
side.
วัน
แล้ว
And they've
นอน
set
อยู่
Leaf
ใน
up to
แอ
take
สเซ
the
นต์อะ
fight over
ตอน
towards,
แรกอะ
deep spawn market, something like that.
It's all the way in. Very wide face. Good adjustment by Jaw, but he oversteps himself.
ไม่มีแล้วฟอเรส
Jing was going to be putting him in his place still. Awareness there from Patman. Still watching that angle, but Jonah P has found
Yep,
it.
หวังเป้านิ่งจัง
Targets are toppling, and now Divine is going to be the one under that pressure. He's going to try and hold them back now, just with that stinger. Seen out, but as he's placing the util, that's a
อะไรมันจะ
pretty
ทา
poor
ม
timing to
มิ่ง
be
ขนาด
taking. Leaf running a mockery over them right now. This seems to be
Ui.
aware of the fact Jing
Xinh
does
chặt.
return that fire, but he's got the rifle and he's looking to get out while he can.
Planted.
They don't need to save this rifle.
เซฟเลย
Looking like he
Save
doesn't want
đi.
to take the 1v3.
1-3
Just playing his life in this kind of spot. So around expected for G2 to be able to take this one. One of the easier ones that they'll have in this attack side when the economy is slightly weaker for PaperX. Wasn't massively weaker though, and G2 did exploit a lot of gaps here. The pathing when you look for Leaf, he takes a drone down mid and then he's walking all the way around into spawn and then through into the B site. That's potentially something that Patman will look to plug up. Patman actually went forwards into B main, looking to try to take the fight into Jonah P instead of covering that mid gap. And so I think it's, when I've been watching PaperX, it's more those kind of things, the macro game, leaving holes in spots.
Yeah.
best teams in the world on Ascent are super tight and disciplined with all of those timings. It's not a map, I think, that PRX have historically enjoyed playing that much. They used to run like Harbor Rainer here and stuff.
They've had many a look on this
Just
map.
to throw crazy curveballs. They probably played the most comps on Ascent of any team ever.
That's true. Yeah, it's made them enjoyable to watch for sure.
Something has an operator and an ult, so they can play for a bit of a retake setup and get him posted on aggressive lines. He's looking for Leaf at top mid, but the rest of G2 in A main.
คืออะไรอ่ะน้องเจ
Flash in your face alongside the dart. It's not broken in time, so it gets a clearance into A main. Smokes though, layered on top of one another. Bit of presence now backing away. Something has been using his ult for more just mid-round information. Especially on the slower attack side rounds of G2, so he might choose to do the same as Gatecrash fading. Not too worried about it though, he can even use his own ult as a bit of an exit strategy if he gets caught there. He's going peeking past mid.
He gets smoked off and he just walks in front of it.
Doesn't care.
PRX things. And now he's got the feeling that they're not actually taking mid, so he's
I'm
going
on
to
him.
punish where else they could be.
Trent jump spotting, but
Ui.
timing just goes a little bit wrong as
ไม่
a
ตาย
shot to the
ถามมิ่ง
knee.
ดีแล้วด้วยนะเมื่อกี้กระโดดเช็คไม่เจอมาทำติงพีกไป
51 health is what Trent's working with here, trying to put together a picture of where G2 are trying to end. And Leaf is there, he answers back. Damage is done, potentially just a half armor, but something is punished nevertheless. So we're going to be sending it forwards now, flying without Dimensional Drifter, trying to clear up most of this one. Does spot Divide.
เฮ้ย
The back, pings across the board.
ไม่เห็นดาวายเหรอ
Tripped out Jorgamo.
หรือเปล่าเห็นปะวะอ๋อเห็นนึกว่าไม่เห็นเมื่อกี้ ตื่นเต้นเลยนะ
Mean absolutely everything still. They haven't dealt with him,
Ow.
and he is drifting in. They not really taking this fight together. Divide a chance. That's all it will
เป็น
remain.
เรื่อง
As
แล้ว
well.
ไง
He's going to be sent
Ascent
straight back. So spectate now and watch as Forsaken isn't really going to be making a play towards this one. Not in a 1v4.
This is one of those classic examples of a great round put together on the attack side by G2. I mean, their game plan with this composition has been better than any other team. The way that they escort their chamber player, whether it's Paper or Leaf, onto such good positions. Here, Leaf completely countered the play that something was going for. And I think especially against a team that loves to peak on defense, Leaf could just fry. This could be a map where Leaf runs away with things in this half. It's going to have to be something that PRX are very, very aware of. Because they do love to dry challenge. Forsaken keeps his gun. It's going to be helpful because the economy is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team that loves trying to take a timing and go for a swing. And if you're facing into Leaf's op or his outlaw, wherever you go, you're going to have a really bad time of things.
Good lad.
And he's fast enough to get set up right before something goes for it. And there's only a fraction of a moment there.
พี่เจ้า
Jog, but he actually played that really nicely.
โอ้แล้วติ๊กพี่เจ้าค่าเยอะสุดไปเจริญอะไรทีนี้เปลี่ยนได้ปะ
Into the back boathouse.
โอ้
Time out here for PRX. Adjustments to be made. I mean, listen, it's 2-2 for now, but that's off the back of the pistol round win to follow up. For now, G2, when you think of them as a team as well stylistically, I would always say that G2 is kind of favored play style. Into double Sentinel, you always want to be playing slow, controlled, working the map, trying to pull the util out. That is the bread and butter of G2. It's where they thrive. For PRX, it does kind of slow down, I suppose, those timings, instinctual as they may be for them.
Yeah.
Ultimate Chamber เหรอ
When they're playing double Sentinel, the comp restricts them. They don't like to be restricted.
Yeah.
คิว
เท่า
อะ
ไหร่เดี๋ยว
Completely agree.
เออ
I actually think
หนึ่งก็
that,
พอละ
now we didn't talk about this too much, but I think the map veto slightly misplayed here by PRX because in the second round of bans, they got rid of Haven. It's not a map that they enjoy playing, but they're actually really good at it.
Yeah.
And they play Waylay Yoru there, which I think is astoundingly difficult to deal with. And I think that would have been a more interesting question for
วัว
G2.
เหมือนนั้น
Do you want to
วัว
play
ภาพ
Haven
เดิม
or do you
ต
want
อบ
to play
1 ไป
Sunset
0 คิว
rather than giving them ascent towards the end? So
ไม่น่ากดวีนี้ด้วยอีกหลายวิน
rematch between these two teams later on in the tournament. This is one area that I expect PRX would make a change. I don't think they would want to end here. With me having said that, maybe PRX come out with a win in the end anyway. But at the moment, this defense half
โง่3เลยเหรอ
looking too great, and it only takes
Dạ
a few
phải.
on the attack side to feel like you're in a dire spot defending on a set.
เดี๋ยวมันจะหลุดแถวดิ
Big flash forward as the play again, trying to take this
Ui.
one with a lot of confidence, but not too
ห
much
นู
more
บ้า
in
จัด
terms of follow
วิน
up.
นี้บ้า
But
จัด
he gets one. How does he even get one?
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a Forsaken difference.
อันนี้
Okay,
คือ
but
แบบ
that
ว่า
is one of the only
ฮีโร่
two
เพย์แล้ว
rifles that they had in that
ถ้ามี
round.
ปฏิหารย์ก็ชนะเลย
Fairly unrecoverable.
Expected, but that quick scope.
ปี
Respect from Leaf there.
Yeah, still alive.
Ooh.
Quick reactions as well, just to peel himself back. Damage being done. Stray shots as well, just in case there's that util forwards. This wall difficult to deal with.
That teleport all the way right behind Devi. I think he'll have heard it.
Here.
Jorg coordinating a play.
Players gearing up on PRX's side as well, looking to see if they can take a bit of a fight, but that's a triple face over wall, onto the wall. It's going to be triggered, still blinded up. That's a near side onto either side, drop it down.
โอ้โห
Just to manage in time.
เกือบเป็นเรื่อง
Crack open that side. Jigginson going to make a play for it. Still, Leaf has got this one locked. What a shot!
คารม
That jump spot and jump peek, but with just the bulldog, the best weapon for the job.
Spike planted.
เอาไปทิ้งไป
Maybe
นะ
something a little bit better, but Jorgamo is going to be hot on his heels.
จอเขารู้ทันเลย
เจ้า
Had
รู้
Devi
รู้
had
เฉ
a
ย
rifle in that spot, maybe we'd be looking at a different round. But G2, another slow, controlled one. PRX finding it hard to force a fight. They look to try to fight here through tiles. G2 punish. They try to force a fight over towards A main, Gelato area. Leaf TPs away. And that just leaves them with their passive bunker set up on B. Currently, that is the spot that G2 are looking to punish.
I'm coming in. I'm gonna get in there.
All right, op v op now. Not necessarily looking at each other. Leaf instead getting posted in A main. Wine to clear.
TP into wine. Double face. That's a quick TP straight out. Jorgamo even with the punch.
อ่านขาดเฉยครับ
1-2 combo.
That should be the round. G2 are going to slow it down because they know that PRX love to flood in, but the drone is going to give them info.
Oh, Pani
The
เข้า
site
อยู่
is theirs to take. And a 5v3. They had cleaned up quite a lot of those, even though I was saying they were losing advantage spots. G2 were great when they had this level of advantage on Corrode.
น่าจะเซฟแล้ววะ
PRX immediately going for the save as well. They don't want to play towards it. Already 2 players down. They've got an operator in the hands of something. It's not the right
อ๋อ
weapon.
มี lower bracket ครับผม
So
Microphone
it is another
activated.
round, just one off the back of the barriers dropping. Kill going their way. G2 are the masters of this style of play.
Yeah, they're extremely good at it. Again, PRX are the ones that try to increase tempo. G2 are the ones punishing. And that has been this map so far.
Yeah.
I think you could model the whole match by how much G2 are able to punish. At the start on Lotus, G2
มี
had
แล้วครับ
to
ผม
increase tempo. They had to play as fast as
ค่อย
PRX
ๆอัปเดต
in
ครับ
order
ผม
to just keep up. Then Corrode, they start to slow the game down a little bit more,
Microphone
and they get rewarded for it. And here they're slowing the game down massively, and it looks like PRX are really struggling. The maps themselves are just getting slower as we go through the series, and it's favoring G2 more and more. This round, Forsaken and Jing looking to try to set up a double swing off the back of space that, in theory, the slow should have controlled for them. But Leaf has egoed it, and Jorg has as well, just tucking in onto that angle to punish Jing.
โคตรแสบเลย
Great shots hit by both of them as well.
Leaf
Credit the
something.
G2 players, but they're
Something
anticipating
game
that
Something
refight
ว่ะ
from PRX.
วันนี้ลีฟไม่ค่อยตื่นเท่าไหร่
Getting onto good lines.
อุ้ยแต่มัน7 คิวเลยนี่หว่า
ท็อปแฟก
อ๋อมันเพิ่งตื่นนี่หว่า
It's about getting posted on good angles
เฮ้ย
before
ลี
your
ฟเหรอ
opponents.
เฮ้ยฝั่งรับดีว่ะ
Something still with that operator. Jutting smoke
Something,
down. It's going to be layered down by
something
G2.
ดีกว่า
Something tries to take a timing as well. Instinct perhaps, but he could be lucky here. Thorns at your feet. Clone going to be broken.
It's a switch up for PRX. Normally they've been playing B quite passively. Now they're trying to fight
โอ้แต่
it.
มันเจอกันยากว่ะ
A to Forsaken.
ตื่น
It's
จะ
been
ขนาดไหน
a nightmare to get past, even on Corrode.
แต่วันนี้มันไม่ค่อยจะแบบไอ้นี่มากอะไม่ค่อยเหมือนวันอื่นๆแม่งเอาลีกมาซัมติงมาคู่กันจะเจอกันเมื่อไหร่วะเนี่ย
G2 always. Broken nice and early. Forsaken with a deeper smoke. He's not got another one for 15 seconds.
But he knows that G2 are not going to be scaling quickly. This comp
Wow, big
does
shot
not
there.
take space super fast.
Hunter's Fury potentially there. See what a Steel Garden at
อุ้ย
least
สตีวาร์เดนครับ
set the pace of this one.
ยังไง
It's
ดี
already
ทีนี้
turned into wine. I
They're
mean,
not thinking about it.
Forsaken, he's here. Drifted into the spot. His gun's going to be
Even
coming
got
back
checked
any
in.
moment now, and that's the time to strike.
หนึ่ง
He's going to jump on the chance to pounce.
คุณป่ะภาพนี้
Potentially do some damage. So how
คุณ
this
ป่ะ
team out? The flood attempt in from PRX, all at the back of the IGL. Valorant's going to try and do all he can to survive in a spot like that.
Happy way.
What a play to make. Just that slightest gap in
อ๋อ
discipline.
ซันเซ็ตอ่ะ1 2 3
Adjustment as well from PRX to play B aggro.
ถ้าเจสันเดินเข้าไปชิดตัวแรกอะเนี่ยเดินเข้าไปชิดข้างๆอะแล้วเขายิงอะ มีสิทธิ์อยู่นะ
Leave him all the responsibility in terms of creating a tangled web on A to deal with.
แต่แค่นี้ก็คีนแล้ว
G2 want to take that time in for the exec. They really did have no awareness that he might reposition to the wide, but that's exactly the kind of thing that Forsaken's going to do.
Yeah.
ไม่อยากจะเชื่อว่า
Staying
ทีมที่เล่น
aware of those kind of
ละเอียด
plays over the
ปล่อย
course of this match, but
ช็อตอย่างนี้มาได้ไงวะ
not quite feeling it. Same
มา
defensive
ละ
setup
รอ
again
มา
here
นาน
for
มาก
PRX.
คำถามนี้
It
อัน
worked
ติลิฟ
once, why not try it again?
Yeah, total of force in the hands of Leaf as well.
ขอ
so he's
1
gonna
คิว
be
พอ
quick to punish as well.
Passive on both edges of the map, but taking space in middle, G2.
Doubled up. Crossfire setup smoke though disrupts this to a degree. PRX holding a bit further back. The drone save for just this occasion. So it's going to be used to try and get a bit of that mid-round information, but it's broken by Jorg.
If the drone hadn't been broken, I think Devi would have gone for a little peek
เฮ้ย
there.
โอ้โห
Something still holding his nerve. Holding the ground down towards B.
Ui.
It's going to come down to sharp
It's
shooting,
been
I
double
think,
net.
as well. See which player can put them into the
Hey,
soon
quick
enough.
time.
That is a shot, and what is that? Through the wall, lucky to be alive. The coverage from Devi, it's not quite there. Jogamo had that one.
มันส
entirely
แปม
covered
เฮด
on
ฮัน
that
เตอร์
one
อย่างแม่น
angle, and something now feeling the heat and that pressure.
Liga.
Res up in through mid. Pace that's been turned up to a degree. PRX looking to control this one
Lloyd.
back down again.
ยังไงดี
That's a
Back
huge
to the
help,
game.
but they just
เหลืออีก
fall
4 นะ
back
หน้า B ไป
into
1 ตัว
play.
30 seconds.
ยาก
They're
เลย
going to have to slow things down here, otherwise they're running in with pistols.
28 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough here.
No time at all. I mean, it's a deep TP by Valorant, but he's into wine. He's looking to get punished.
Hmm,
Forsaken
Jason.
holding it down.
Me
All gonna be going down
con you.
momentarily, especially when they're knocking at the door and trying to break it down themselves.
Oh.
All sorts of damage being done, but it's A, that's the problem.
พี่เขาจัด
Forsaken
ให้
needs to be
ซะ
dealt with. And this guy is a nuisance. He's in the goddamn walls.
เอาแล้ววางทันเฉย อะไรอะ
How
Huh?
have they won this round? It's
Oh.
absolutely insanity.
จัดไป 3
All the way down to the wire.
Leaf picking off both of those kills with the tour de
ไม่น่า
force.
เกิดขึ้นได้ครับเรา
So
นี้
despite
ใช่ มันไม่ควรยิง 3 ตัวไงแอนติมันยิงตัวเดียวก็พอแล้ว
จริงน่าเรียกสโมกเจสันกลาง
so
เจสัน
well
มันกำลังแบบนัวอยู่อะเมื่อกี้
operating within the chaos because that B split
Ooh.
had no hope of success.
เมื่อกี้ไม่มีภาพเลยนะ
Over towards
G2
A had minimal chances too.
Forsaken definitely could have been playing spoiler towards it.
Forsaken instantly caught Valin and then knows that the others have to be coming through a sage wall.
มี
He's
วอล
set
อยู่
up
ด้วย
for
เจ
what
สัน
is
มีบายด้วยโอ้โห
incredible solo rounds again.
Yeah.
But this time just not quite able to make it work.
And
We
making
can't
Leaf
even
go
support
hunt
that.
is the one with just the stinger. Because anything picks up a rifle anyway.
I did say that Leaf might just dominate this game on the attack side. It
Took
feels like
over in mid.
yeah, he's taking over the game. I feel like he is controlling everything right now. He's on every angle,
5.
and they can't get past him.
No, you can't trade as well. When a slow people gets dropped down after the second kill, good luck trying to take a fight against him.
I do think that macro-wise, PRX had again a nice read there, but they just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get past Leaf in the final moments to go and help Forsaken. They're still going to have a bye, but this, their last one. If they lose this down to an eco and G2 with already 5 on the attack, it's starting to look really bad for PRX. The winners of Masters Toronto might be cast to the lower bracket.
That's a hell of a pit to be dropped down into, but somebody's going to be trying to pull
คื
his
อ
own
เมื่อโผล่ใน
weight.
กล้องมันคือตาย
Quick kill there onto Trent. Operator revealed as well, but
ได้โซวาด้วย
they
Oh,
don't care about
timing.
it. They're going to be taking the fight straight to them anyway. Creeping all the way up to the line. Devi trying to really
Home.
see if he can put the hurt onto them again, but that is an instant trade once more. G2,
Out of the
you're playing into their
other.
wheelhouse, but this is a round.
They did away.
PRX, they don't want to give up. So Dimensional Drift is going to be used again to set it forwards. The
Ow.
trade bug. Oh my god, man!
Oh
He's
my god.
everywhere.
He can do no wrong.
เป็นเรื่องว่ะ
And he's dominating so far, round after round. PRX on the shoulders of Something and Jing. Creeping their way past here. Looking for any sort of sightlines, and they got the wall off into CT. Attempt to try and break it. Leaf still wins it out. It's a 4K for
เป็น
him.
เรื่องว่ะ
It's criminal.
Something is scurrying away to try and deny that ace.
มันไม่ลั่นเนี่ยนะผมแบบ
Tried
อื่น
to
อ่ะ
trap him in hell.
มันเพิ่งมาลั่นแบบเนี้ย
Tried to deal with the others.
Broke his way out.
Slammed a bullet into his captor. Something is going to escape on this one. We're going to be denied the ace here, but Leaf has essentially done it again.
It's round after round.
It's utterly ridiculous. But I think, again, a lot of credit to G2 too, because they are finding these little gaps around the place.
GG ป่ะอย่างงี้พี่
PRX left
GG
A main
ว่ะ
completely open this
อัน
time.
นี้ GG
Forsaken
จริง
decided to focus on cap. But in
ตั
the
ดได้ก่อนต
4v5,
ลอดเลยนะ
Forsaken starts
Something
to be
ทุ่มเท
worried
ที่สุดแล้ว
about A main, throws a smoke, and G2 find a timing. Leaf leaves a trip, and a player gets slowed down, so he gets a kill off the back of it.
จริงหน้าวอลจริงเลยเราไปรวบไปได้
Kills
ก่อนเลย
across 9 rounds. And now the anger's starting to come out. Now the frustration starts to build.
Yeah, I mean he is.
เสียดายช็อตดาวไว้นะน่ายิงเสร็จแล้ว
14
น่า
and
จะถอย
5 for Leaf right now.
ติดไอ้นั่นอยู่แล้ว
14 and 5. We've only played 10 rounds of
ติดส
Ascent
โล
so
ว์
far.
เทรดไม่ได้
He's on the attack side as Chamber.
Yeah.
9 rounds, I should say. We're on the 10th now.
That's ridiculous. He's averaging 1.5 kills every single round. It's like, I mean, not quite a Thanos, but you know,
No,
pretty,
he's up there though.
pretty close.
He's getting there.
No, in terms of individual performances, he's been lighting the world on fire today, and I think you could say he's slowly even been getting better from map to map to map.
Yeah. I mean, this map, he looks instinctual. Like
ลากเข้าแบบสุดท้ายแบบเป็นเหล็กเนี่ยไม่แน่น
And
ไง
I
เปอร์เซ็นต์นะ
think it's going to put a lot of pressure on these PRX players to make more bold, aggressive plays. And that invites more opportunity for mistakes.
Yeah. What's got it done in the past, especially those first 2 maps. Big heroics from PRX. They need a step up now. Bit of a weaker buy here for PRX, so willing to take more risks with it. And hello, I've seen this one
เฮ้ย
before.
ตั้งใจไป
It's
นะ
one way, play inside with the bucky.
Yeah, they normally have a flash and a recon through it though as well. They do like to run that one aggro. Something's holding really close to this with an operator on the other side.
This angle not ideal as well, especially when players
Ui.
are lying in where you can.
Oh.
The punish is there. The first time for it, just trying
เป็น
to
เรื่อง
เตะครับเละ
They're doing the job anyway.
เฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะ
Blind as anything. And it's just a game of just hunting down the minimap. Dissecting the map, it's what G2 do best. Especially with this double sentinel comp, you are right in the wheelhouse. It's going to take timings like this, little plays to be made.
โอ้โห
But individuality can only do so much against this war machine that is G2.
They are completely
ตี
in control
เยอะไป
right
ว่ะ
now.
7 วิน
They're contacting all the way up to the danger areas. They're recognizing exactly where the danger is. And then that protocol to tuck Leaf behind the box so that you double swing catwalk as soon as the smoke drops is really nice. Great control. But they literally just walk down mid there.
Yeah.
And in some rounds, something's going to be fighting it.
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยวนี้มันไม่ได้แบบกันขนาดนั้นไอ้เซน
Trent is currently
ก็แต่เป็นวิโยลุนะ
คอมมันก็กันอยู่คอมทั้งคู่เนี่ย
You were saying earlier, I just
Can
don't get
cái
the
nhiều chất.
freebies. Yeah, it's tough to get kills when one guy's hoovering them all up on the other side of the map.
in his own words, playing with Thanos. So
Yeah.
tricky spot. PRX here with a buy though. They've invested fully into this one. They have ults on top of it. One away from Patman's ult.
ใช่มีคนเนียนเหรอ
They need heroics to stop themselves from going down into the lower bracket. We're only in round 11 and I'm already thinking that they're in desperate territory.
Yeah.
Flash. Recon.
Yeah. Dive on top of it. That's going to be a big reveal onto multiple players looking to try and take the fight forward.
โอ้
But
โห
again, the comp
มีปะทะแน่นอน
can't jump on the chance. Fades away.
And now you've been baited into forward
โดน
position.
วงแตกหรือเปล่า
Good damage done though. Forsaken
เจอสอง
spamming. Roar into it. A dimensional drift to try and clear most of
แล้ว
that.
บายไม่โดน
Jing is forward again. Trying to take that fight. You can hear the sound cues. Jonah P is just waiting in thick water. Forsaken still going to be the one to put the ball to the dome.
3-4 ครับ
An
Finally, a
advantage
player advantage.
and something fast on the flank. You can play retake in this spot, but Trent's already the playmaker.
Trent trying to slip the net back.
โอ้โหทามมิ่ง
Oh my God! It's straying out with the bullets on either side. Forsaken finds it. Oh, cancelled out. Goes out here. Forsaken trying to sow chaos again once more, but something onto the flank again could just be a nail in the coffin they needed for a round like this. Juggernaut not
Right.
anticipating it
ทุ่มเท
whatsoever.
เหมือนเดิมวันนี้
ฟิตติ้ง
1v3.
เลย
ฟิวติง
Positions here is playing way out into the open, but the bait and switch is perfect from PRX.
กระโดดให้ดูหน่อยว่า เขาต้องกระโดดนะ
Yeah, fast push on the opposite side of the map. Even losing
ฟิตติ้งขนาดไม่ได้วางเป้าด้วยนะเมื่อกี้
ดีนะเนี่ยมีเล่นบอสไปด้วยนะ
a massive difference maker. Crazy scenario over there. Trent trying his best to try to make the play.
ดีนะอย่างได้อันติ
PRX need every round they can though. Got to clean up this one as well. Get it to a 7-5 half. You might have a hope.
เฮ้ยยิ้มหน่อยไหมพี่อเล็ก
Is looking anxious,
เครียดโว้ยเครียด
stressed.
จริง
พี่ลิฟจัดไป16ผมเก็บมาลงแบบนี้ด้วยว่ะ
Cons as well. This double sentinel comp, when you're losing this many rounds on defense, doesn't bode well. PRX though cannot afford to be disheartened.
Op battle over here towards B main. What util does each team use?
Wow, it just comes down to it. I mean, there's a flash that doesn't go down. Wait for Seeker!
Yeah.
I should say
จุดจบ
something
คน
still
ฝืน
steps
นะนี่
up.
ทุ่มเท
That's
เสมอ
a
วันนี้
crazy repeat from something. Trying to be on the angle earlier, but it doesn't matter.
Might take them forwards, and sometimes that's what's needed. A bit of disrespect. Real big answer back here for PRX to find it. Deep jutting smoke on the attack side here for G2. Feels like they could be pushing past it. Disrupts the crossfire setup that they had going on. PRX might find themselves in a bit of a tricky spot here. Hunter's Fury trying to pave a way forwards again. That TP is going to be cut into the corner. Dodging, juking, maybe even in the midst of all of that. Yes, damage is being done. Claim it goes on either side. Patman finally lets loose of one of his own. But it's a 3v3 that they're going to be playing themselves into.
แล้วมีนี่
Flash available for Jorgamo.
อันติอีกโอ้
One
โห
for Forsaken as well. This flash recon combo should be quite nice, but PRX forced to use it early.
Paranoia sidestepped.
เป็นเรื่องเลยทีนี้ หนืดเลย
Forsaken gives away his life. With the slow field drop down at your feet. Your options even more limited. Revealed over and over and over again. Damage through the walls. Led to death.
โดนทะลุ2 เม็ดเลย
You might have that heal in the back pocket. But it's a chokehold setup currently going on. It's going to take just raw individualism. Heroics from either side. It's all G2 though.
8-4
A red feed that's filled up in their name. 8-4 is the half. An attack side that you could be proud of with G2.
Excellent game plan. Really nice calling from Valin. Putting Leaf in a position to win. And my God, did he deliver. 17-7 to end. Every shot felt like it landed with the operator.
Remaining.
Such a beast of a player. And that's with PRX winning pistol.
They're going to have to drag it back one round at a time if you're PRX.
They need insane heroics to come back into this one.
อะไรที่คอนดิชันยากๆตอบโนให้หมด
Bonkers.
Absolutely. For now, though, we're going to set it down to the floor. Loot is standing by with some very special guests.
And the G2 boys also have their fans here in Paris. Je suis rejointe par 2 fans G2, no good name. And Cedric, first of all, the jersey suits you very well, boys. The first question I wanted to ask you is, we've seen the boys putting up quite a show, right, on stage, waving, celebrating, flaming a little bit. So I wanted to know how you enjoy this as a fan. Donc on les voit un petit peu, les joueurs de G2 se lever, trash, célébrer, tout ça. Comment est-ce que ça rend l'expérience de fan encore meilleure pour toi?
Alors, tout simplement, c'est G2, c'est la mentalité de G2. Et il ne faut pas oublier que G2 est dans son âge d'or, in the golden era.
Okay, I think that's pretty solid answer. Indeed, it's G2, it's the G2 mentality, so I think we shouldn't act surprised, and I agree with you on that. And Cedric, we love the fan storyline, you know, and I think you have one with a player. So who's your favorite player in G2, and for how long have you been rooting for them?
Well, my favorite player is Tren. I've been a fan for 6-7 years, ever since the guard, and just he's my favorite player. I just love the way he plays and just how he acts on stage, his calmness.
Coleman cold, right?
Yeah, exactly. In G2, we are in our golden era, and Busio, you're a rat.
And Boostio, tu es un rat, on est dans notre ère golden, dans notre âge d'or, effectivement. Et Tren, c'est mon joueur préféré, je le suis depuis l'époque de Guard. Merci, les gars. Thank you, boys. And we're gonna see who takes this decider on Ascent right now.
หน้าแมวเป็นงั้นอยู่แล้วหรอ
Looking at purely that uphill
หน้าแมวมันเป็นงั้นอยู่แล้วหรอ
shots being sent to the Fnatic camp. Wasn't expecting
หรือว่าโดนจับอาบน้ำแล้วมันเลยเป็นอย่างนั้น
โดนจับอาบน้ำเป็นอย่างนั้น
How much of a dire
หน้า
situation
เก็บ
this
อารมณ์ไม่ออก
currently is.
เก็บอาการไม่อยู่นะ
หน้ามัน
The
กู
position that they're playing, listen, attack side is not favored when you're going into the double sentinel. It's really going to test them on every single level and see how far this team has evolved this year. And they're a squad that have high aspirations. They do not want to be getting sent into the lower bracket at this point. It is a bloodbath. It's a piranha pit down there, and it will be eventually. I know this is the first game of playoffs, but it's bound to be with the quality and caliber of the teams that we've seen so far.
No, I completely agree. You've got to stop Leaf from doing this again on the defense side. You look at the Coinbase econ report, he's just pumping out damage to everybody. Number big, and he's going to, by prioritizing getting an op in his hands on the defense side as well. early on. He's the player they're going to have to get through, but PRX need double pistol here to have a hope on Ascent.
Goes without saying. Round 13 then vitally important. Hasn't been the case all series long, really. We've seen a lot of thrifties and ecos straight back at you. Jorgen's going to be catching a lot of contact there. A lot of being sent his way through mid. PRX
เหมือนยิงเฟนซี่มาแบบยิงเดดแบบเฟนซี่มาตัวเนี้ยมีคนเดือด
and through the wall, Leaf is finding it. Doors closed off into their faces here. Barely a pixel to work with, but PRX are still looking to overwhelm. Reinforcements though in through the back, and this is a weird time to be taken. You've ward off. You're only out.
แล้ววอลปิด A ไป
And then you're trying to make your way over towards B. Divide, trying to put the squeeze down onto them. They could go in either direction if they're going to go back into Jordan.
โอ้โห
Oh, he could feast here with a frenzy.
They've
got to clear this.
So much damage being done to all of them right now, but that frenzy's barely out of there. 5 bullets left and trying to do the job.
อุ้ย
This guy can't be stopped.
โดนนับ
Finally remove him, but the damage has been done.
นี่อ่ะ
Single-sided avenue and angle. Divido might have just done it, and he's brought it into that 1v1. Enough damage done in the process. Patman versus Trent. Sova versus Sova. 30 seconds left, and they know the rough positions.
30 seconds left.
ถอดพิสูจน์ตัวเองครับผัดเม่น
Weak as anything, but Patman walking right, and he's got the round they needed.
กลับมาสู่เกม
And potentially a chance.
That is such a huge round there for Patman to win. He's had a rough game so far on Ascent. He was 0-7 at some point, I think.
Spike down.
Barely able to pick up a kill by the end of the half,
รีบมากๆเลย
but wins a critically important 1v1 against
Leave,
his
leave.
direct opposition on the other side to give his team
Fit
a
bum หรือเปล่า
lifeline.
ฟิตปั๊มอยู่แล้ววันนี้ แพ้ก็ฟิตเสร็จม้วนผมต่อ ท่าประจ
G2 look to try to take a fight again over towards B main, wondering if PRX are going to be fighting over there. Vice Flash tells them that someone's in that
ำทำไมเขาไม่
location.
ถามว่าแบบไหนๆก็ถามมาเล็กทุบโต๊ะถามวาลินม้วนผมบ้างไม่ได้หรอ
The worst thing in the world would be another one of these thrifties that we've seen
สอบ
so
ม้วนให้
many
ไว
of.
ม้วนทุกราว
If PRX want
มัน
to come back
มีวินหนึ่งที่มันโอเมนวาร์ปอะเห็นปะที่มันวาร์ปแล้วโดนอันติโซวา
Into their face. Leaf is very
รู้ป่ะ
forward onto
มัน
the
โดนอัน
angle.
ติโซวาเสร็จอะมือมันไปจับผมอย่างไวอะก่อนกล้องจะเนี่ยรู้เลยมันทำอะไรอุ้ย
Jonah P flashing a peek of his own. Risky business here for
เป็นเรื่องละ
G2, and they're looking to really make it hard, putting the squeeze onto PRX despite the weaponry advantage.
Here comes the Sage Wall. Opportunities to punish Leaf here.
Double swing through, catching onto it now, and Jinx right up on top.
Ui.
Sharp shooting again.
แล้วพี่โจหน้าเขา
โจหน้ามันบ้าจัด
Weak as anything though in this spot. Cameron hiding right behind Dice. Something now looking to reinsert himself back into the conversation, and a lot of damage done indeed. Still, surely he's there.
ถ้ามีปืนนี่เป็นเรื่องนะเนี่ยเมื่อกี้
พี่
Better
ติงเกือบ
weapons at the end of
ตา
the
ย
day.
เจสันมาช่วย
Owen's in a sticky spot here still. Kill onto something. Call it a successful eco. For PRX, they've got to keep every weapon intact. They can do the best job towards it with 3 of them surviving.
เฮ้ยอย่าเพิ่งฟิตนั่งตึงไว้ก่อน
ไม่วินนี้ฟิตเดี๋ยวฟิตวินนี้ไง
Anti-eco round, but inserting somebody
มันให้โอกาสถึง
going back
วิน
over
ฟู
towards
บาย
B main, breaking the door so your market player can actually have impact, and then doing your B
โอ้น้อง
exec,
จริงแม่งเร็วจัด
where you have the Sage Wall up.
โจหน้า
These are the kind of things that they'll be also needing to work in on their rifle rounds. The big problem is, I have not seen this Sage Wall
Mouse
put
something
together a
แม่ง
good
แบบ
A exec. Doesn't matter if PRX or it's Fnatic who are
คนอื่น
running.
ก็หันได้แบบสุดเมาส์360องศาซัมติงประมาณ700
เดี๋ยวนี้พวกเมาส์ไวเขาเริ่มเล่นเมาส์ช้ากันลงเรื่อยๆแล้ว
ใช่หรอ
Scared about the potential of a peak.
ซัมติงก็ลดจาก 0.7 เหลือ 0.58
อ๋อ มันเลยโหดขึ้นเปล่า
พิมมี่ก็เหลืออยู่แค่ 0.3 กว่า 0.38 จาก 0.5
if he wants to get value out of it. There's the one person
800 เฮิร์ตเหรอ
The only one person
ใช่
with half
800
armor, and it's Jing who gets caught.
Unfortunate.
แต่ถ้าอย่างนั้นมันฟอร์มมันดีขึ้นเลยนะพอมันลดอะอุ้ย
Still, seeing that you
do
two,
they?
that is a hell of a peak by
Yeah.
something.
ฟอร์มดีจริง
Rapid shooting it
โคตรเวอร์
ยาวๆ
at
อัน
his
นี้
best.
น่าลดอีกปะล่ะ
Jonah P taken out of the equation now. Thrown up and over, looking for some mid-round information. Devine's going to be tagged up, but still stands his ground, holds it down.
Trent maybe asked a huge amount of in this round. He had a big round where he was defending the B site on
ซื้อ
Corona.
เอารอมา
เยอะแยะ
เปเปอร์เล็กเกาะใหญ่
แม่งยิงคนเกาะคนเดียว
อ๋อจริงต้องกี่ก่อนครับเหรอเมื่อกี้
The thing is, they're so far away, Valen and Jorgamo. They
มัน
can't
โดน
really
ยิง
help.
นัดเดียว
That's what
ตาย
I'm
เลย
saying. Massive pressure on Trent here.
And leave it up for
Oh.
mid, 2 shots to the body, chest, or legs. Pick whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's all down to Trent right now into this spot, and he's still dodging, weaving, ducking away from all of this iron and fight towards it.
ได้เล่น
PRX
ได้เล่น
ensuring that
ได้
they
เล่น
hold
จริง
on. They keep their eyes onto the smokes with those guns well trained. They've earned themselves into a 2v2 from this spot.
Device going to hear Jorg coming up. Maybe not. He
Oh,
just cut
what a
noise.
do it.
Well, he did cut noise from it, and the barrel's going to be poking out before. No, not quite. It's all about the timing here. Device cut it up into the corner, but the clearance. Immaculate stuff from Jorg.
ตัวคัดด้วยครับอันนี้
Taking bite-sized chunks out of the site, making sure that they can clear most of the way. It's up to Forsaken. He's been a menace. He had a hot hand earlier. We'll see if he can keep it going now into this 1v2. Currently 16 and 8. The players dropping down and giving him that perfect timing. Snapping to it. 1v1. The IPL does it again.
เชี่ยบ้าจัด
He is
ฉลาด
unstoppable.
สมาร์ทเพย์
When you get him in these spots, he just makes the right decision every time. Another Red Bull clutch for Forsaken in a 1v2. And it's his push forwards to wrap around Dice here that just destroys G2.
พี่จอถึงกับตั้งลำนานเลย
Jumped down, finds himself.
โอ้โห
There was one way that PRX were coming back into this game, and
By
it was by winning a critical 1v1 clutch on the pistol, and then a bonus round
Wang
from
A wah.
Forsaken.
Forsaken! Yes, son!
4 second
My God, they are doing it. The stress now
ไปบีหลายรอบแล้ว
over on the
วา
other
ง A
side
บ้าง
of
ร
the
อบนี้
cup because G2 can
บี
feel
บีรอบนี้ยังไง
they're
ก็บี
losing control of this game. It should have been a slam dunk, easy one. They won pistol and they only got 4 in the first half.
เฮียเลยกิมแย้มเลย
Attack side of Ascent. You're about to go into double Senti
สะใจอยู่
defense.
นะไอเล็บอเล็กเมื่อกี้
Should have been over, but PRX never done when you think. You can't count this team out.
No.
Individual abilities. I mean, Forsaken has really been the counterweight to Leaf.
He has, yeah.
Top of the scoreboard, currently at 18 and 8. He's winning clutches consistently throughout.
And Leaf's been on his punish game, hasn't he? Every time it feels like he's shutting down somebody else. Whereas Forsaken's been the playmaker. He's been running around there finding the most outrageous timings and utilizing his creativity more than anything else. They're incredible to watch, the people that you got in the server today. It is a beautiful way to open playoffs here at Champs. But one of these teams is going to have to try to make an outrageous lower bracket run.
Never really want to be in that spot whatsoever.
I mean, there have been almost no teams that have made a huge lower bracket run like that.
No, it takes insane resilience.
I mean, I think back to FPX at Copenhagen. Only team that's gone on something like one of these squads would have to.
Right. G2 have been knocked down to the weaker weaponry, so they take that time.
ไม่ให้เข้าบี
เฮ้ยมันเปลี่ยนไวยังไงปรับมันจะปรับตัวทันเหรอเพิ่งออกไม่นานเอง
Moving forwards,
Microphone
but
activated.
bit of working of mid here from PRX. Leaf.
ทำไมพวกผู้เล่นเศษมันดูไม่ค่อยตึงเหรอ
Risk to be taken. This would be a round to do it, and he does get his
Nè,
chance there. The
cướp
headshot
đấy.
was covering Jing on the cross.
Almost every round is ending B. If you're on an eco and you can
เล่น
afford
เศษ
to
ทีไร
take
ดู
more
เหมือนเป็น
risks,
เคิร์ดอะ
you just
ตัวโด
stack
น
them. And they've got 3
ต้อง
bodies
อยู่
on
แถว
them
ห
at
ลั
the
ง
moment.
รอฮิวเพื่อน
Get another in this direction.
ไม่ค่อยได้ยิง
Chuck darts
เช็ค
to
เช็ค
try
ฮะ
and
เช็คดูหมา
pave the
เช็
way.
ค
Drone needs to be broken. Does clear Jonah P.
เอาละ
up into that spot. Smoke as well, propped up
นี่อ่ะ
on
โด
top
น
of the
บูท
wall. Nothing going to be escaping the eye of Jing.
Hui.
It's gonna be sharp, but it goes on either side here. This is surgical precision by G2. With the sheriffs in their hands, they're making the most of the chaos. And now, quick pivot all the way over towards A. That's a deep.
แล้วอย่างนี้ยังไงวาง A ดิ
Has to be sure that this is clear most of the way, and the spikes last across this angle. Leaf
Hui.
doesn't have the balls to do the job.
จะเอาลูกซองไปยิงเขาเฉย
From that distance.
Jorgen going for a repeat of his own, but it's all been contained here
Hui.
by Divide. Valeno has dropped this one. The spike down into
รู้
Kai.
ว่าวาร์ปหนึ่ง
Sound cues.
He's got to know the rough position. There's only 13 seconds left. This is it. Forsaken's got to get a bit of a move on. He's got to watch this the entire time. Door
อื้อหือ
นั่นแน่
แล้ววาง A ไง
closed.
Do that way.
The only way you can win this
เรียบ
one.
ร้อย
PRX,
ยังอยู่อีกอะ
they withstand that pressure.
I feel like every time PRX are pushed to the brink in this match, Forsaken comes through for them. I think the lone exception was something winning that ridiculous round
Ooh,
against
Susi, jala.
Lotus on Corrode, but every other
ดูไว
moment,
ยิงตรงกลาง
it's
เสร็
their
จแล้วก็
captain
ยิงหน้าบีเสร็จแล้วก็เดินต่อ
steering the ship through stormy waters. Oh, he did just catch a glimpse of Patman there. God, the stress must be ridiculous.
ท่า
in
ประ
that
จำเลย
coaching
ท่า
booth.
ไอ้รูปตาเนี่ย
Both teams have Steel Garden to try to work with. 4 in a row now for PRX, but G2 are on the favoured side, remember?
แล้วแฟดเหรอ
Flash an early take towards A main. Deep wall as well from Divide. Looking to control at B.
The spike is not going A. I mean, it only went A in the previous round because there was literally every defender stacking the B site.
โคตรเสียวอะช็อตเจสันเมื่อกี้ไม่ออกมาตายเลยได้เลยดีว่ามันรู้ว่าจะโดนอะไร
Now they've got the res here, so Jing shouldn't be as aggressive as he was in previous rounds. Let other people lead and take those early duels.
เล่นยากนะแชมเบอร์
แซมเบอร์ถ้าเจอของไล่จบแล้ว โอ้โห
Weaponry now going to have to be fully reliant on a headhunter, but I don't think Leaf's got any bullets to really to his name. Just trying to tuck tight. Sure that he's not cleared out from this spot here while something looks to try and get the clearance down. Leaf, he's anti straight back. The weapon's into his hands and he's running through feet into the side, man. Eventually cleared up. He's still got him both ways.
โดนซัมติงยิงตกใจเหรอ
He does the job. Close quarters. That's where the action lies.
ปืนประจำตัว
Back out here. PRX have found themselves a way back in. But Jorgamo looking to see if he can answer. Knocking at the door, him and Jonah P. But Jonah P no more. There it is.
โดนซัมติงยิงเสร็จกดวาร์ปแม่งเลยลืมไปวาร์ปอยู่ในบอม
And a lead taken by PRX.
คือเมื่อกี้พอโดนในสติลการ์เด้นปุ๊บเห็นภาพเลยบอลคัตตี้มาลอง
Leaf picking up two.
รั่วเลยช็อตนี้
Really have to not know what was going on to get caught by that. But then Jing also playing for the res in that spot towards the end. Helps them enormously. It's a big round. PRX
โอ้โหไม่ชนหมัด
and knock G2's economy down.
แม่ง
G2 need answers fast.
ถึงก็ชนได้
Insane work by PRX.
เหมือนในเดมอนวันตอนไม่ตอบไม่ชนไม่ลุกลาม
ตอบปุ๊บแม่งไม่ชน
Round after round is being put together. Relentless as the opposition.
Whereas G2, Valent slipped back in.
He's trying to find that. It's been cleared anyway.
Dead man.
It's going to be spam surely here. This Anchor supposed to play.
หนีตายจัดอะหนีตายจัดวาลิน
Precise and sharp. Jorgamo trying to play.
อุ้ย
จริง
เชี่ย
Disgusting stuff. Tour de force
บ้าจัด
back into the fight, but you don't have any advantage. Final life for PRX. Slow orbs at your feet.
โคตรปลอดภัยอะตรงประตูไม่เป็นวอลรู้สึกอุ่นใจนะ
No way. Leaf.
เดี๋ยวเจสัน
Only an angle to be found. He's almost collected that onto Jing.
จริงดี
On
มาก
top of the wall. Damage done. The fire of Jing is
จบละ
low.
นี่จีแล้ว
Deflecting this round.
จีเลยพี่
8 วินไม่พอสำหรับ G2
Leading. Running
ใจ
away
เย็น
with
พี่
it.
มันยังไม่นับเลยนี่หว่าใช่ปะ
นับไม่เป็นแล้วเนี่ยมันกันไม่เป็นอ่ะ
เฟรมเดียวจริงดูดิ
It's so different the way that both
ดูทำหน้าโดนยิงในบูเลยอ่ะ
G2 was slow control, trying to post up on angles and punish. PRX are just running execs. First 30 seconds, after doing a little bit of defaulting maybe,
รีสไน
they go for
G2
a
ไป
pop. And usually it's been on B. That was the first time where they've actually planned to end A at the start of the round. And now maybe faking it out at the beginning again.
โดนให้โดนอยู่ B
They're going to end with rifles on A.
ว้าเมาออฟ
Pretty much ever.
โอ้ยคอนโทรลแล้วไปเลยเหรอ
They only did it that previous because they knew it was an eco for G2.
ไม่ได้แล้วอย่างงี้ไม่ได้ละ
Hold on, what is this based off of? The Hunter's Fury?
Ripping it.
ใช้เลยอะ
This click.
Bit of spam down.
ไม่รู้ยิงใครยิงเพื่อนแม่งเลยแล้วกัน
But he's only getting the damage onto one. 80. Onto Device, shot
โดน
down
เอา
from
ไว้
deep overhead.
อุ้ย
Way up. The
ถาม
heal in
จริง
the back pocket, though, he's going to be back up to 100.
โอ้โห
They could have comboed it with the Euro World. They could have used it as the PRX were pushing.
Ah,
Bye,
it's
la.
got to be a fat
พี่
thing
โจ
here. Jorgamo, he's not leaving.
Terrible gate crash as well.
Trying to stay into the fight.
Ah.
Terrible gate crash.
Way out
What?
to the open in that
เอ็ด
spot.
แคทเชี่ยแล้วเนี่ย
Not in a
พี่
position
จอ
to try and withstand
พี่
that
เจ้าหลุดแล้ว พี่เจ้าหลุดแล้ว
พี่จอ
พี่เจ้าหลุดแล้วจริง
And this is moving over towards B.
อยู่ดีก็ว่าพี่คนยิง
Again, they've got those thorns to try and delay and slow this one down. A tag of the drone potential there for a fight to be taken, especially as that smoke dissipates. Thorns at your feet, spam into the corner. I think they know that Jing's in that spot in that position and leave.
Oi!
The backstab that they needed is a spike drop down in the middle of nowhere.
เอาแล้วต้องจริงตายด้วยมีชุบ
Let the spike be retrieved. Let it be picked back up. There's 15 seconds left, and you haven't cleared these side players. Jonah P, the anchor. And a thorn in their side. The flash and a peek. He's been denied.
อ้าวได้เล่นอย่าง
Deleted
นี้
here. The Panthers going down fast and loose from G2. Trying to take the fight now. Trying to take it together. And eventually they get the job done.
เมื่อกี้ใครอ่ะในบอมอ่ะโจนาฟเหรอ
ใช่โจนาฟ
โอ้โหโจนาฟก็หลุดเหมือนกันไม่มีอาการเหมือนกันเนี่ยจีทัว
As Valen and Trent are throwing util at people, but there are some real wobbles going on here. There's never a world where your gate crash should be there. Mistakes earlier on in the round even as well. I was worried they're about to give Patman a lineup towards the end. Maybe some mental issues creeping in here for G2, but they win the round anyway. Both teams with an operator. Divide might be taking a look at trying to post this one up towards B main.
พี่ลีฟกดไป25นี่ไปลีฟไปยิงเพื่อนๆทำไงน่ะ
GG
Bulldog as well coming out from Valent.
Not out of the danger zone just yet. Be up here, Forsaken. The angle he wanted.
Device actually holding his operator in B main, expecting Jorg to go for a push. Maybe Jorg would if he had a rifle, but he's got a judge, so I mean he's never peeking this.
He's just holding.
And if you go back into B, which PRX
น้องจีเนียสสวัสดีครับ
90% of the time are going to go back into B, Jorg will be there. The question is just how he uses his gate crashes, and this second one is actually used quite early on. I was wondering if he might be a bit more conservative with them.
Deep in the mid, that's a footstep heard. Trent is aware that something trying to take a
มัน
timing
เดิน
against
ทำเสียง
him.
หลอกด้วย
อยู่ดีๆก็ดึงช้าครับ
Slow and steady is the game plan.
เปเล็ก
Leaving B. A rare A finish here perhaps from PRX.
เก็บผ่าน
อ๋อแล้วจะรวบ A
Control over towards A main. One trip and pressure on Leaf with the off.
They're going into him now. See what he can get done here. Potential damage could be dished out to Paranoid to try and slow them once more.
โอ้โห
In your face there.
ตั้งใจหมด
Blind
นะ
as anything, and he just spots it. Jump spot of something was a little bit too out into the open. There's enough of an angle that they can jump on it, but a res immediately to try and
เฮ้ย
undo the damage.
มีคนทำชั่วอยู่ในไซต์
Into the fight. Five players trying to look and make
อ้าว
it back into it with just a judge in the
พี่
hand.
เจ้าโคตรหลุดอ่ะจริง
พี่เจ้าหลุด
พี่เจ้า พี่เจ้าหนักมากอะตอนเนี้ย
Put together whatsoever here from G2.
เจ้า
All needs to be broken. An avenue and a sight line, and Leaf does deliver. Death blow after death blow. Patman looking to answer straight back, and damage done to Valen. Weak as anything. Handed it back, Forsaken with a deeper TD. Jonah P will clean them up. These players weak as anything.
โอ้โหแล้วปืนเข้ามือทำติงเรียบร้อยเลยมุมนี้
And that is a risky one. Jump spawning around, jumping down into the fight.
Yeah, the bot.
Left into the 1v1. Down in his face. He's going to try and break this one down, but with the damage done and the right click,
โอ้โห
delivers it.
เทน
And he's got the time on the defuse. He gets revenge for that pistol round clutch. Patman did everything he could.
Oh my God.
But Trent delivers to tie things up at 10-10. That round was madness. Absolute madness. Leaf gets two huge ones. Jonah P also, by the way, picking up Forsaken in spawn.
เป็นไปได้ไงวะช็อตนี้
Forsaken constantly trying to inject chaos into rounds like that. I was worried because G2 didn't have a follow-up for Jorgamo's ult. He just ended up at Jenny with a judge. Very bizarre. Economy actually in a horrible spot for both teams. Odds and ends as we head into round 21.
นี่ลีฟกว่าไป27บ้าไปแล้วบ้าจริง
Adjustments on adjustments.
What an incredible pleasure that every map has been on a knife's edge as well.
Yeah, it's rare that you see that in Valorant these days.
It is.
Often ends up being more one-sided, but these two teams even.
Leaf is opping here without a smoke in his face.
Might be getting a lot of pressure now, though. That drone will be clearing him. Breaks it, will commit to it. As soon as he sees the bodies and the signs of life, just backing himself out and away.
Smoked off now as PRX look like they're going for an A split.
Choking them out here. There's a Hunter Fury to see if they can set this one up. But a Thorns as well. It's going to be delayed. No one can really push forwards and past that. It's a wasted ult at the end. Only a bit of damage to Jorg. Bodies are reinforcing. G2 have the entirety of the team. The army has arrived to try and put a stop to most of this. But a dart lane being delivered. Leaf though still getting active. He's forward to get into his approach, trying to bait him. And he can't be stopped. It's ridiculous from him. One-man army himself. Reveal the coverage in sight. Forsaken.
ไปโฟกัสตัวโดนสแกนไง
Bullet straight back into that body here, but a reveal onto it. These shots are coming thick and fast. Patman barely able to survive. 4 bullets left. He's going to try and find these shots individually, but it's all Jonah P.
เป็นเรื่องวะ
The ones up to 11, the ones leading by 1 round.
And Leaf again is the monster player.
ไม่ใช่น้ำปั้นเซอร์ปูเซน
He's got 29
ถ่ายงานมา
kills here across 21 rounds. Yeah, and this year, there's a decent argument that he's been the best player of 2025. He was competing early on in the year with players like Trent, competing late in the year with people like Forsaken, something. He's directly going toe-to-toe with 2 of his competitors right now for best player in the world. And he's the most impactful player on the server. And Leaf still has the off. That round was a big eco swing. And PRX are taking a half buy.
Yeah.
Almost allowing G2 to get up to match point. Hoping that they can draw things into OT or pull out a thrifty from nowhere. These A finishes have not been working.
Struggling.
But they keep doing them in the last few rounds.
Subvert the expectations perhaps, but...
มันจะเสร็จเข้าดีๆได้วางนี่ได้อยู่นะคอมมันรีเทคลำบาก
Few sheriffs, Bulldog and a Vandal. It's the only thing they're working with. Double up with the smokes as well. Denying that heaven angle just in case the operator was there, but Leaf to reposition. He misses his shot. Rarity
สวย
เป็นเรื่อง
บอสตายไปแล้ว
He was the player with a rifle. Needed to be the case, and the
อ้าว
sheriffs.
เรียบร้อยเลยครับ
Know how to make them work.
ได้เล่น
2 players down here for G2 and an open
โหแล้วรีบกับเจ้าฮิโมตาย
PRX. A lot of damage being taken into the process, but you got to try and win this one with overwhelming
เฮ้ย
firepower.
เอ้า
Being cut away, spam into the floorboards. Trent removed Patman. Now he's looking for a little bit more. Big flash though, and an even better swing. Forsaken is putting matters into his own hands as the IPL. Straight shots and straight bullets. He's barely alive, but he's still getting it done. 3 for him. And time has been bought for his team to survive into this one, to play it all together. What a play by Forsaken. Put it all on his shoulders, and he will withstand it.
เชี่ย
He's got the whole of PRX
ลุ้
on
น
his
จัด
back
พี่
right
บอก
now.
G2 ดิแม่งโดนเลย
It's outrageous. Every single time they need a hero, he steps
โอ้
up.
ถามเลยแบบนี้ไป
It's just back and forth between Forsaken and Leaf for who's doing the most for their team. It's mad to watch, and look at what it's done to the economy.
G2 มันไม่มีตังค์หรอกชนะทั้งหลายราว
And it could have flipped the
Sao
whole
bạc sao bom một
series on
liền
its head.
ตายแบบ
Leaf though still with the tour de
ตายแบบ
force.
สิ้นเนื้อประดาตัว
Been a danger
เฮ้ย
player.
โดนไปดูน้อง
Drone early. Usage onto him, tags him up.
ไม่ถอยด้วยเป็นไง
Yeah, disrespect.
เอาสุด
Fully being showcased. Deep TP into the bottom section of mid. We'll have to TP back here. PRX now looking like they want to speed up into this perhaps.
ซัมติงมีอันติด้วย แต่ไม่ได้ใช้เก็บไว้ใช้ปิดเกมแล้วบอกวินหน้า
Blade from the side. These are anchor players on G2.
Jonah has ult.
All triggered, flash forwards, and his shots in the dark as well through that smoke. Jorgamo, he's gone
สวย
down.
จริงสวยจริง
Still these angles. Needs to be watched for. Jing will have to respect that one. And inside that smoke, it's straight bullets being fired forwards. Jordy with a double dash there. Double right click.
มีอันติด้วย
So want to put him down anyway. Plant going down now for Patman. Ships in the night. These players have rotated around, but they need to clear up something from this spot. G2, they need a chance. And it solely rests on making sure that they can get rid of something. Ripping the ult. They think it's
ไปเลยครับ
Drift. He's going to be getting the hell out of there. Something looking to rejoin the rest of his team. He's body blocking, just being that nuisance player. And trying to bit of a run on, trying to get a bit of a move on. Balance forwards as well. Now barely any bullets to work with. PRX. A complete collapse and cleanup. The 12th round is theirs. One more step for match point.
ลุ้นๆที่กูชนะบอกว่า
You can't praise him enough. I don't have enough superlatives in my vocabulary to handle this one. Yes, they've won the double pistol, but man coming back from an 8-4 down half
ติงอย่างปั่นเนี่ย
to run every single attack round basically back, and now be up 12
เชี่ย
โนที
The previous one was an anti-eco. Now G2 with rifles back, and Trent's overalt that I think last time he misclicked.
Game of survival here for G2. They do not want to be dropped into that lower bracket.
เอาวะ
One round is going to make the difference.
Could be Leaf's 30th.
มันจัดคู่นี้
Sees that flash, will take the TP this time, doesn't overstay it.
And now Divai can take away their guns.
Immediately clone as well, just pops up the wall. They want to move
เอา
into
ละ
this one as a steel guard on their own.
มีฟิลการ์เด้นด้วยแล้วครอบหมดไง
Overall's going to be used though. That's an attempt to punish. Could be some connections coming
อุ้ย
through. And there it is. Long range with the artillery.
มีชุบแต่เข้ามาแล้วหนึ่ง เฮ้ย ทุ่มเท ทุ่มเทจะจัด เอ้านี่อะไรวะน่ะ
Forsaken ulting, and now they're looking for him around spawn. They know though that the spike is going down over towards B. Valen checking
Main
B
here.
Cancelled.
Full 3v3.
Gets the clearance onto this one. It comes down to it. The gunfight's taken. This PRX will want to square up towards it. They hear the footsteps and they see the shot.
GG
Rains down that ledge. And it's PRX who survives.
เฮียโคตรบ้า
PRX who denied G2 that chance and sent them packing to the lowers.
That is about the best match you could possibly get.